3 game sevens in one weekend. You really can't ask for too much more than that. And although some of them didn't really live up to the expectations, we still got 3 game sevens. And now ultimately, you guys see the title of the show. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is locked and loaded. The matchups are set. The series are locked in. The stage is ready to go. And we are going to give our predictions for every series in round 2. But before we do anything, what's good, Chill? What's good, Swiper? Before we do anything, we got to talk about these game sevens. And we're going to start with Saturday. Philly against the Celtics. Philly versus Boston. Celtics versus Sixers. Let's dive into it, y'all.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Philadelphia finally got over that Boston hump.
Just so you know, Ron. Just so you know, Ron, that's the first time they've beaten the Celtics in a playoff series since I was in the 4th grade. That's how far back it goes.
It's crazy.
I just want to put that. I just want to put that out there. That's number one. Number two, if you got 3 games, I don't think that there was a bigger choke job, even including Denver. I don't think that there was a bigger choke job than what the Celtics did. I mean, you got 3 games to win 1. That includes Orlando. You got 3 games to win 1. 2 of those 3 games are on your home floor. Even with Jason Tatum out, you got thoroughly outplayed in your building, blown out, and then you go on the road, and Jaylen Brown had basically been taken out of the series at that point. I think that this is one of the biggest choke jobs that I've seen in such a long time. This is a Celtic team that lived and died by the 3 ball, and they died again like they did last year against the Knicks. They died again. I think they were 11 for 40 and then 11 for 40 yesterday, 11 for 40 on Saturday. And like this dude said, Chill, just be talking. What am I just talking about? They went 3, they were up 3 games to 1. What are you dudes talking about? I mean, let's address the chat, Ron, because the chat likes to be involved in what we're doing here, right? So the chat likes to be involved in this. So for the Boston Celtics to actually lead the league in threes again, right? They led the league in threes again. This is who they are. They did the same thing last year, led the league in threes, and what ended up killing them? The 3 ball. The same thing happened this year. We got the same guys shooting the long ball. We got Derek White not being good at the long ball line. We got Jason Tatum, who had just come back from injury, not being good at the long ball line. We got Jaylen Brown not being good at the long ball line. This is exactly who this team is. And they died at the long ball line again, like they did last year when they were up 20 in 3 of the 4 games that they played against the Knicks and went ice cold. On top of that, Joel Embiid playing the way Joel Embiid played, even though he got off the long ball line and played on the box more, became more of a physical force than he was in the 2 previous games when he was at the long ball line. That was the difference in this series. And on top of Kelly Oubre basically taking Jaylen Brown out of what was going on. To say that I'm just talking when that's all I was doing was watching games, you just talking. You are the ones that just be talking. If you're going to talk to me, talk basketball to me, because I'm talking basketball. And I was watching these games this weekend, and to watch that Boston Celtic team just melt in front of us because of the long ball line, that's not just talking. These are facts. I'm just talking. I got you talking.
Yeah. Obviously, we could put into context that, Jason Tatum was hurt.
So
but on the flip side,
so is Embiid.
Right. I'm not giving them an excuse. What I'm actually saying that to make a point to say it's just ironic that Joel was healthy, and that was kind of like one of the bigger upper hands for the Sixers to get to the next round. Like, health has been one of the determining factors that's been against Philly for all of these years. They finally got, the favorable matchup in terms of health. So, like, I'm more so saying salute to Philly. Congrats to Joel Embiid for coming back, gritting and grinding it out. Obviously, he missed the first 2 games, but the next 5 games was all special, including that game 7. And once again, like I told you guys, I think that's the best duo in the East. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey are the best 1-2 punch in the East. I've been saying that for months, and game 7 showed that. I know Tatum wasn't there, but they still did what they did.
I think
30 and 10, both of them.
I think with Joel Embiid on the floor, it allowed Tyrese Maxey to attack Cater way more than he wouldn't have because now Kata had to be more honest on defense. Like he was in drop coverage, but then he's trying to hedge on the screen. And now with him hedging on the screen, Tyrese Maxey can just beat him to the rim almost every time. And he's not quick enough. On top of him not being quick enough, he used a bunch of his fouls against Joel Embiid. So he can't be as aggressive with Tyrese Maxey as he'd like to be. So, I mean, when you're talking about a 1-2, when you're talking about a 1-2 punch and being able to utilize what they did, I mean, they were fantastic. No doubt about that, Ron.
Yeah, Swiper, what's good, Ox? Swiper and Ox, what's you guys' thoughts on this series? More so Game 7, but you can comment on the series as well.
Yeah. For you just talking about Boston or
Boston, Philly.
Boston, Philly. Yeah, man. Shit. I mean, you got to get it done. My thing is, y'all know, I still defend all of what Jaylen Brown does on the court, but you can't lose 3-1 and then go on a media tour pointing out stuff we already know. Joel Embiid is always flopped, but he's still a great basketball player, and him flopping doesn't make you lose a 3-1 lead.
No, it doesn't. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just think that type of stuff is sick. Like that's like when boxers lose, like when Wilder lost and said, "Oh, I wore that heavy this and that." Like, well, nobody wants to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You were up 3-1. You got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it. I don't care who pushes who flops where, who calls what. You have to get it done. If you're up 3-1, you got to get it done no matter what. Like no.
It's a choke job, Ox. It is. It's a choke job.
Well, I mean, Derek White could have showed up to the party before Game 7.
Jaylen Brown could have showed up in the series at all.
I think Jaylen Brown had a good series. I'm
sure you do. I'm sure you do, bro.
I do, absolutely, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, like,
I think that's a part of the issue, bro.
That's not part of the issue. Well, I don't got nothing to do with it. Like, I feel about it. That has nothing to do with.
Ox, these 7 games. You think Jaylen Brown was good in this series throughout the whole 7 games? You think he was good?
I think there was probably 2 games where I was like, "Damn, JB, what's up, bro?" You know
Which 2 games were those, Ox?
I can't say for sure. Like,
I can say for sure. Game 6 and Game 7.
Oh, he played good. Game 7. He had a good Game 7.
I don't think he was that great yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't let that box score fool me.
Ox would be able to have that conversation.
It's not that I think he missed. I think he. I mean, if you're talking about like the last 3 minutes of the game, those good shots.
Definitely Game 5, he wasn't good.
Good shots that didn't go in.
Yeah, well, I think Ox will be able to enjoy JB on another team next year because they need to get off that contract.
They're not splitting
another
dudes
team.
Up. They're not splitting dudes up.
Yeah, they're probably going to be on the
Is
Derek
this
White.
where we're at right now?
They're not
Derek
splitting
White or
dudes
Jaylen
up.
Brown probably going to be on the way. Yeah, one of them.
Because Jaylen Brown's 29, 7, and 6 he averaged this year. Carrying this squad, they're gonna split them up because of some corny ass plus minus numbers.
No, they're not doing that.
Sure, Swiper. Sure.
Corny plus minus.
Yeah, that 29, 7, and 6 he averaged this year is definitely getting him traded. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, some of this just has to do with the money allocation and all that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, he's a good player, but I don't think he was good in this series. I think that they just disappointed all the way around. Obviously, not having Tatum mattered the most. The real reason they lost is because they couldn't guard Tyrese Maxey and Embiid. Like, that's the real issue. They couldn't guard Maxey at all. Their defense was getting shredded. Their bigs were getting shredded. I thought PG had a pretty good series, like especially once he got going.
He did.
I think Maxey was he was the best on-ball player outside of I think Maxey was the third best player in the series pretty easily. You know, depending on how you want to slot Tatum in there. I thought Tatum was really good for several stretches. Maxey on Saturday had 30 points with 11 rebounds and 7 assists, and they could not contain him. And one of the things about Maxey too that's so great is that he is so fast. And when he gets to the hole and like he's using his speed, there's like nothing you can do about it if you're like out of position. And that's really Game 7 too. Yeah. Because what happened is Maxey would get like he gets you on his hip, and then all of a sudden he's like driving you to the basket, and he's using his speed and his verticality and honestly athleticism to get to the rack and finish like at a very high level. Like, I just thought he was excellent, and especially in Game 7. And, you know, I said on Twitter, but I'm obviously very happy for Embiid. Embiid has not been able to get through these Game 7 moments for whether it be bad luck, the luck of the bounce, bad offense, stuff happening around him, or him not playing well. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a mix of things. I thought Embiid was great. That 34 and 12 and 6. And the crazy thing is like he is not mobile in any the same way that he used to be. At least before the injury. He's still laboring. But I thought this was an incredible game by him.
Ox, he does look heavy, Ox. He does.
Yeah.
He does look heavy.
Joel looks heavy, but he's still. It's Joel Embiid. So if he's healthy enough, he's gonna be impactful. Like there's nothing you can't ever say anything about Joel Embiid when he's able to play basketball. He's a hooper. We know that.
Sure.
I want to go back a little bit because the way that Derek White gets talked about, we're not just gonna just move past him like, oh, it's just Derek White. He's a role player. He wasn't supposed to do nothing. Mm-hmm. Like let's be for real. Like let's be for real. We're not gonna just skip over Derek White to push these Jaylen Brown agendas. We've had this Jaylen Brown. There's been a witch hunt for Jaylen Brown for the past 3-4 years. With just absolutely chill. Don't do that.
A witch hunt? I don't know if I'm going that far.
Whatever's a step further than the witch hunt is what's been happening for Jaylen Brown for the past 3-4 years. We know this, and it even went as far as Nike, Team USA. Everybody got involved with it. And then he won. Then he wins Finals MVP. What Eastern Conference Finals MVP? People still couldn't handle it. Jason Tatum goes out. He averages 29, 7, and 6, and still. Oh, well, they're actually better when he's off the
playoffs right now.
I'm talking about Jaylen Brown right now.
With that being said, Jason Tatum played 6 games too. And they could have won in 5 games. They could have won in 6 games.
But still. And then Jaylen
they could have won. They factually could have won the series in 5 games. Factually, they could have won in 6 games.
I know that. Jaylen Brown averages 29, 6, and 7, and still. Oh well, it's really just Joe Mazzulla. Yeah. Oh, but they're better when he's off the court.
If JB doesn't play like trash, then they win the series.
You just rambled and talked about.
No, I didn't. You're rambling. This is the definition of rambling. You're actually rambling.
This isn't press.
He asked about Game 7. You're bringing up the regular season.
I'm bringing up whatever I want. I'm bringing up all of this. This ain't press box.
That has nothing to do with it.
Sit back.
Talk about Game 7.
This ain't press box.
Why did they lose the series? Why did Jaylen Brown not play well in the series?
I'm talking about what I want to talk about. And I'm getting to what I'm going to get to. You're going to sit back and listen. This is the issue. The issue is that there is a witch hunt for Jaylen Brown, and there's been a witch hunt for Jaylen Brown. Derek White doesn't show up to the party. A guy.
Neither did Jaylen Brown. Talk about Jaylen Brown.
I'm talking about what the fuck I want to talk about. Jaylen.
You going to the role player chill instead of talking about the best player.
Oh, so Derek White's just a role player now.
He is just a role player.
Okay.
JB made all NBA 29, 6, and 5, right?
You see what I'm saying?
29, 6, and 5, right? You said that.
But you see what I'm saying, right? Derek White.
Derek White is a role player.
Derek White, a guy that y'all put up on this pedestal, a guy that y'all said could potentially be an all-NBA player this year.
I've seen him on some all-NBA ballots too.
Which of us?
I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all know I have people all
see
through
ballots. You have read the Bible before. You read the Bible before. Who among us?
The Bible don't got shit to do with this.
Who among us have said that? Who among us have said that?
You're not going to sit up here and act like you don't put Derek White up here
I don't think he's a star.
You're not gonna sit here. Y'all not gonna sit here and act like you don't be wiping Derek down. And then
I like Derek. He's a good player.
And then now all of a sudden, when Derek White doesn't show, when Derek White doesn't show up to the party,
so wipe.
But look. This is why Swiper does this. When you're uncovering,
I'm just trying to figure out why we're not talking about JB.
This is what he does. He says a little subtle shit and tries to cut you off and won't let you talk because he knows that you're exposing the truth.
This is all running from JB.
It's a typical.
He asked about Game 7.
Call him Johnny. We might need to get the real exposer up here.
It's typical politics. We know that's what Swiper does.
There is no politics.
It's basic politics 101. We've all seen this before. So Swiper, you could keep it up. I'm not gonna stop talking until I finish my point. So you're just prolonging the shit.
Well, he asked about Game 7.
Well, I don't care what he asked about. I'm getting there. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
As you were saying, big fella. Big fella, as you were saying. Stay focused.
And until somebody kicks me off the screen, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do, talk about what I want to talk about.
As you were saying, big fella. So
now, like I said, I think there was 2 glaring games, maybe 3 games where Jaylen Brown probably could have played a little better. The end of game 7, at the end of the game, he missed some shots where, hey, you got to knock those down. He also found wide open shooters in the corner who missed go-ahead 3 balls. You know what I'm saying? I think he did a great job getting to the middle of the paint, drawing the offense, kicking it to wide open shooters, capable shooters, missed wide open shots. I don't think Jaylen Brown played to the point where we could just say, oh, we lost because Jaylen Brown sucks. No,
they did lose because Jaylen Brown wasn't good enough.
Jaylen Brown could have. It's one of those situations, Chill. You know where like for instance, like a Jokic, where it's like, no, we probably didn't lose because of you.
They lost games 2, 3, and 4 because of Jokic.
We probably didn't lose because of you, but we could have won because of you. You know what I'm saying? So
we didn't win. We won in spite of you. We didn't lose.
Yes, it's one of those situations where everybody doesn't show up, but of course we're gonna put it on. So like for instance, I didn't when the Nuggets lost, I wasn't like, oh, this is all on Jokic. I'm looking at it like, yo, Jamal, where were you? You know what I'm saying? This isn't a witch hunt for the best player. It's the point simple as Derek White didn't show up till game 7. Jaylen Brown probably let him down in
Derek White didn't even play that good in game 7. Like we can't even he didn't show up all series if that's the case.
Well, that was his best game as far as scoring.
Then that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Derek White didn't
go in 9 for 26, 5 for 16 from 3.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's a good game.
You got to do what you got to do to get your numbers in. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying in the playoffs. You got to do what you got to do to get your numbers in. And I think as far as scoring the basketball and shooting volume shots, I think Derek White did the best he did in Game 7. Derek White didn't do shit all series, but all of a sudden we're just going to pretend like Derek White isn't that good, isn't a good player.
He is a good player.
He's just a simple role player, so we shouldn't expect him to show up at all. We shouldn't expect
He's
him
an
to
integral
do
part of what
anything.
they're doing, though, Swiper. Let's
but that doesn't. Being a role player is not a bad thing. Aaron Gordon's a role player.
He's an integral part of what you guys are doing.
The Jaylen Brown witch hunt is ridiculous at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's getting out of hand.
And by the way, these super chat. This is why I think most of y'all just get up here and gobble and glaze, and not you, Ox, because you're obviously. I'm talking about you.
No, him too. But go ahead.
I'm not talking about Ox because they're saying all this energy to kill JB, but quiet when it came to Jokic. I wasn't quiet at all. This is why people don't listen to me when I talk about this. I'm
not quiet.
You can literally go to my thumbnails and like fraud or like whatever else it is. It's like no, because up
empty
here
cup too.
Yeah, like there's multiple shows.
I sat quiet.
There's multiple shows where we're doing this. There's multiple shows where we're doing it. So
you're talking about
y'all can say what you want. So I think the issue is that we're having a conversation about this. JB was the one I think needs to be talked about in this moment because JB, there's been a long-standing conversation about him this year that also led into the playoffs where Ox and them, respectfully, which is not everything. Ox doesn't like the plus minus stuff, but like we're also back in the same place. I know, but we're back in the same place. Like I don't know how coincidental it is that for whatever reason, JB is not having the level of impact that we would want him to have, and I don't think he was good enough in this series. I think if JB's better, they get out of it. But ultimately, he got outplayed by both Embiid and Tyrese Maxey in this series.
But Swiper though. This is the point I've been trying to make this whole time. Mm-hmm. Tyrese Maxey is like that. I had him on my second. I had him second All NBA. No, chill. No. I think it is news because I think people don't really realize just how good Tyrese Maxey is. You're not a top 5 scorer in the NBA, and it's just luck. You don't average 20, a top 5 scorer in the NBA. Factually, like he was 5th in the NBA in scoring this year. I'm not talking about rankings. I'm talking about he averaged 28 points, which was good for the 5th highest scoring average in the NBA. You don't do that, and it's just luck. You like Tyrese Maxey is one of the best guards in it, but I don't think you guys know just how good Tyrese Maxey is. Like I think everybody's like, okay, he's an all NBA player, he's an all-star, but no, Tyrese Maxey's one of them ones. I need you guys to understand Tyrese Maxey is one of them ones.
Okay, I get this.
Like,
one of the ones.
Hold on, but chill. Didn't we just say before the series started or during the series early on, Mars? You know, you got the memory log that if we get Tyrese Maxey from the Knicks series, they're going to win the series. I know I said that. Like, I don't know who I said that to directly, but if Maxey, which he did down the stretch of the series, was hitting those super deep threes and pulling you all the way away from the paint, and then he was obviously like, when you try to cover him in those pick and roll coverages, he's still getting to the baseline. And then he was driving by everybody to the rim with no rim protection because the Celtics had 0 rim protection in the series. And it got so bad, Chill, they went small ball 5.
Yes, they did.
He had Jaylen Brown guarding Embiid.
He had better. He's actually improved Mars as an ISO player too. Like he doesn't really do a whole lot in terms of isolation, but he does enough to get by you and get to the rim. Now, he ain't Kyrie Irving, right? He ain't Jamal Murray. He's not like that. But when he comes off that DHO and that drop coverage is there long enough, like, for example, with Derek White, that drop coverage was there to hold him up earlier in the game, and Derek White was in front of him. He did enough to get by those guys. It's like, I think that he deserves more credit as an isolation player than you give him. I think he's a better isolation player than you give him.
No. Well, the thing about it, though, Swiper, like what you said about Tyrese, if he does this or if he does that, they win the series.
Bro.
Well, Tyrese also, I had him on my second team All-NBA as well. But that wasn't really the conversation because there was no, except for, Mars, even though Mars was trolling. Like, there was no there was nobody that thought that the Philly had a chance in this series, especially before Joel Embiid came back. I'm talking about before Joel came. And then when Joel was said to be able to play, I tried to bring up the conversation, and y'all shut that down. So I think all of us are a little shocked by the Sixers winning this series, except for Mars. I think all of us are a little shocked. Oh, my bad, Ron. But you're just delusional, bro. You've been delusional about the Sixers.
Ron, you don't really have legit logic on why they won the series. So stop the bullshit.
Chill. I'm gonna tell you what my logic is. I'm gonna tell you.
Ron's been believing in Philly all year.
Right.
Come on.
Wait. No, not all season, Mars. Not all season. I'm talking about for 10 fucking years. This dude has been delusional about the 76ers.
For real.
That's why I'm just like, bro, I can't do this with you. I can't even hear you. And so
the process isn't dead. The process ain't over. I've been trying to tell y'all. We are still processing. And finally, this is the year where we go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Y'all beating the Knicks?
Finally.
Mars, y'all beating the Knicks?
I go Philly in 6 till I can't.
The Knicks.
Yo, that's not Luka Garza, Kata, and Vooch down there on that block.
That's cat food.
Who, by the way, didn't play a minute.
That's cat food.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Vooch didn't play 1 minute in Game 7, which is
Sure, you know what Purina is?
Well, you know what?
Yo, what's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling today?
What's up, Dion?
Dion, what's the word, man?
Feeling good.
You dressed for business today or a funeral? What you dressed for?
Nah, man, you know what I'm saying, bro? I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody, all the real believers in the Lakers. It's been a beautiful ride. All my LeBron James, natives out there, all the fans, man, we really living good right now. If you believe, man, unlike Chill, unlike a couple people on there on the panel, if you believe, you're in a good spot right now. I told you guys to double down on the Lakers. So I could have made y'all a millionaire, Shout out to Splash. But again, like I said, man, the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James, bro, we about to beat OKC too. So, make sure you guys go ahead and invest in that one as well.
Ron, I'm giving you my bank account number right now. If they beat them, you can have all my bread. Not some of it or most of it. I'm pushing all my chips to the middle of the table.
Let me see. What are the odds for this?
All
series?
the TikTok bread?
All my bread.
I was about to say I could use some of that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
What?
Right now, Game 1, the Thunder are a 15.5-point favorite in Game 1. If I'm looking at the series odds, the Lakers on the series, they're a plus 950 underdog. And
so we're clear. The 4 times they've played Oklahoma, and I know that I shouldn't bring up the regular season, right?
Yes, you should.
I shouldn't bring up the regular season. But Dion, just so you know, in the 4 games that they've played them this year, they've beaten them by an average margin of 29 a game. Smoking these dudes. Every game that they played them, smoking them.
Hey, that's
Like
pretty
running
interesting,
running
man.
by these dudes, not
That's
beating
pretty
them,
interesting.
running by these dudes. I think that if the Lakers are going to have a shot in this series, they got to get game one because Oklahoma City been off since last Monday. They haven't played in a week. So I think that they're rusty. If the Lakers are going to win any games in this series, they got to win game one because once game one is gone and then now Oklahoma City gets back rolling again, then here comes the snowball and it's coming downhill and it's just getting bigger and bigger. So I'm unlike you, Dion. I am a realist. I'm a believer, but I'm also a realist too. And when I got 2.5 guys in both James and when I say 2.5 guys, 2.5 main guys, because Luka is not whole. And Oklahoma City got 12 guys, and they got 12 legit guys, as opposed to my 2.5. It's gonna be real hard for us to beat them, yo.
Man, well, this is what I understand. First of all, let's not go ahead and squeak by that Rocket series, man. And I know you guys already talked about it to a decent amount. I don't know if you guys did or not. But the thing about it is, bro, like, first of all, man, going to that series, you guys gave us no chance, right?
I had the
Gave us
Rockets winning.
gave us no chance. Like how y'all
I picked the Lakers,
right
Dion.
now.
I picked the Rockets.
Okay,
I listened to you, Dion.
Shout out to Ron.
I also picked the Lakers.
I
Shout out
picked
to
the
Mars.
Rockets. Yes, I did.
Hey, wait,
Everybody
Dion.
pick-
Can I get credit? I said LeBron would be the best player in the series.
I don't know how you even have a job right now, bro. I don't know how you have a job. You stop talking to me, bro. You on the hot seat. So
I
don't know
picked
why you-
LeBron. I
No,
picked
no,
You
no.
LeBron.
factually are on the
No,
hot
no,
seat.
no. Tell me
You
all
factually
year
are.
about the Denver Nuggets. I don't want to hear none of that real quick.
I picked LeBron though.
Man, all right, man. But on the
As you
real
were
note, though,
saying,
seriously,
Dion.
I'm just
As
playing.
you
I'm
were
playing.
saying,
I'm playing with you though, by the way.
No, he
real-
really is on the hot seat.
On the real note that I'm talking about, though, for real, is that when it comes to this, man, like your guys gave us no chance, and I up here I said, man, we don't need Luka, we don't need AR because we have LeBron James. I said I witnessed the last 23 years LeBron James winning series that he should never have won in his life. I've seen this story countless times again, and again, every time I see it, bro, I get chills, and it's just a look in LeBron's eye that you just know it's over. You know, when he was even walking in a press conference before the game, you know, in Game 6, you just know it's over. Other day,
man.
I heard this yesterday. These guys had 23 years. These guys had 20 years to prepare for this, right? These guys watch LeBron James, like just like me, just like all you guys in high school, middle school, elementary. We've seen this guy. We've seen every move, every single kick that he has. The fact that he's still unstoppable to these dudes is just ridiculous. The amount of miles on him is just ridiculous. And again, bro, KD, bro, you finally gave us what we deserve, man. Kevin Durant, bro, you owed us that, bro. KD, you owed us that. You better have sit because you know what LeBron's gonna do to you. You better have sit down, chilled out, relax. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron James will win a series anyways. You know, when you went to Coattail with the Golden State Warriors in 2017 and 2018, that was your problem. Now you got to sit here and realize that LeBron James the GOAT. And
So even if KD played in that series, they still would have beat them. Even if KD played in the series.
Of
they
course.
still would have beat them.
They probably would have lost in probably 4. They probably got swept. I think KD made the Rockets a worse team. I'm being dead serious.
I agree, Dion.
And then think about that is too. I heard somebody on here saying that KD a better defender than LeBron. Relax. Kevin Durant's never been a better defender than LeBron James. He never will be. So I'm just, hey man, I'm just airing it out, man. I'm up here talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? My nuts hanging real low because, like I already told y'all, bro, LeBron James, I believe, and I'm gonna believe in this next series. I seen LeBron James torch the OKC Thunder. I seen it before. They don't have a matchup for LeBron James at all, 0%. So,
Yo, Dion.
What's up, boss?
So I gotta ask. I have to ask. So it sounds like you're believing that LeBron James, what we're gonna call it when it's all said and done, is gonna pull off the Oklahoma City miracle.
I don't look at it as a miracle. And the thing about it is, man, bro, I seen LeBron be better teams than OKC. I'm sorry. Like, and the problem with it is, man, like when you look at SGA, like, okay, like usually like that's more of a huge matchup problem. Like for instance, like LeBron James usually have a problem with like bigger players. Like when you see LeBron lose, it's like against like Dirk Nowitzki. Like when he lost against Dirk Nowitzki, that's a bigger power forward. When he lost some championship against Tim Duncan, that's a bigger, you know what I'm saying, a position. You know,
Didn't he lose to Jamal Murray?
They did beat them too.
They had Jokic. They did beat
them too. So
it's usually a bigger matchup. When LeBron James goes against another star player on the other team, that's usually a guard type of position. He usually takes advantage of that. What I mean by that, it's like Derrick Rose, when he played Derrick Rose, took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like different guard type builds. If that's the best player on their team, LeBron James usually wins. So again, they don't have anybody to really stop LeBron going to the lane.
Damn, that was 15 years ago.
It's many examples. Russell Westbrook and James Harden, bro. And was that 2020?
That was
team.
6 years ago.
What does that mean? He's better now. LeBron James is better now.
Better today than what he was 6 years ago.
Hey, man, I seen that first round series. Maybe he is.
Listen, he cut off the wine for the most part. He stopped smoking cigars, bro. And he's the most healthy he's been in the last 3 years. If you actually watch LeBron James, pay attention to LeBron James, you know he's better right now than he was 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Wow. If this version of LeBron James right here was playing in the last year playoffs, they probably don't lose that series. LeBron James is a much better player right now than we have seen in the last couple of years. Better on defense. He looks faster in transition. He's getting to the rim a lot better. Only thing is his shot. That's the only thing I can say that he needs to work on a little bit more right now is hitting the three a little bit better. He hit 2 last game, so he go hit when he needs to. But I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, bro, LeBron James right now is at his peak. So I believe him going against OKC.
Years old in year 23. All right, I'm here for it. Even though it sounds ridiculous, is come on, man, Dion. Okay, there's a difference between being a believer and a realist. And again, when James goes up against this Oklahoma City team, who you just said he's beaten better teams,
they got nobody for him.
Okay, even so essentially what you're telling us that James could throw this unit on his back and get by this Oklahoma City team, which, you know what? I would actually agree with that if this was 2018. I would get with that logic if this was like 2019 and he was healthy. I would get with that logic. To say that today that he could throw this unit on his back and take this unit past the defending NBA champ who have 12 guys, and of the 12 guys that they got, 3 of them are all-league defenders, and one of them is the best scorer in the game. That's what we're gonna do. We're beating that team. With one guy in James. Again, I'm a believer in James. Anybody who knows me knows how I feel about James. I think he's the best ever. You asking a lot, Dion. In fact, what you're asking, I can't pay that. I can't do it.
And again, I told you this last series too. Yes, it's about LeBron, but it's more about the Lakers team, bro. And Ox can agree with this too. I heard Ox talking about it. I will say that. Bro, again, the Lakers, we have a squad. Like I said before, like I don't know what you keep trying to minimize Lakers squad for no reason. Like we have Marcus Smart right now is probably the next thing to Jesus. No offense. This dude, Marcus Smart, is literally, he's that guy. Like it's not even close. And then you have Rui Hachimura, one of the best mid-range shooters and one of the best three-point shooters inside of that series.
I'm definitely going to
I've seen that. I've seen that 9 months ago. Yes. I've been watching Rui Hachimura.
Yes,
and again, he can go crazy again next series, man. I mean, like there's holes in the OKC game, man. I seen Halliburton take him to game 7, bro.
Sure.
Like I seen other guys take him to game 7. I seen the Denver Nuggets. I seen other guys take him to game 7, bro.
Now, when you seen those guys take him again, when you seen Halliburton take him to game 7, you saw Halliburton take them to game 7 with him controlling the tempo of the game, them playing fast, them getting out in transition. James can't do that as a primary ball handler. No, he can't do that today. If he could do that today, then I would absolutely get with your logic. On top of that, this is an Oklahoma City team that's ridiculously connected defensively. So those open looks that Rui Hachimura was getting against that Houston squad, I doubt very seriously that he's going to consistently get those open looks against this Oklahoma City team. On top of that, they got so many different bodies to throw at him. Not just him, but to also throw at Austin Reeves, who, by the way, they're going to attack him on offense. Definitely go after him and make him a defender, which we all know isn't good on his part. But let's please address the elephant in the room, which is James throwing his unit on his back and taking them to the Western Conference Championship over this Oklahoma City team. How can they beat them, Dion, if James is throwing them on his back? What is he doing to get this group over this Oklahoma City team? I'm all ears.
Yeah, so first off, what's going to end up happening is, man, all the refereeing that's been going on, all season long, it's basically right on the radar, and this is the perfect series for OKC to finally get exposed. We've all been seeing how aggressive they play, like they play aggressive and they flop on the other end, whatever the nonsense when it comes to that. So what I'm looking at is I think OKC is going to come out there and poke the bear. I think OKC is going to try to come out there and be physical with LeBron. But again, like I said, the refs has been keeping up with this the entire season. So just like last series, man, the Rockets try to go out there and out physical LeBron. And LeBron been asking in the last 2 seasons, he's like, man, there needs to be a clear difference between, playoff physicality and regular season physicality. He's like, I don't like how sometimes they want to be physical and sometimes they don't let us be. I've seen this entire playoffs, they're actually letting these guys be physical. So I think this series right here, the OKC Thunder is going to try to out physical the Lakers the first game, maybe 2 games in a row. But at that point, it's going to push LeBron James to be more physical than them. They don't have anybody more physical than LeBron James. I think he's going to oppose his will into the lane. I think Chet is way too small as a center to even stop LeBron getting to the rim. And then on top of that, I think Marcus Smart can be real physical as well. Jackson Hayes will be allowed to be physical. We have guys to be physical with these guys. And then, again, DeAndre Ayton will be physical. So you have all this physicalness going into the lane. And then if you get to a fourth quarter set, I know we're going against SGA, the best clutch shooter inside the league, but you're never more clutch than LeBron James when it's time to be more clutch than LeBron James. And I feel like that's going to be a huge factor going to that fourth quarter down the stretch, if we can keep it close. That I still would take LeBron James over SGA in the clutch. And I know that sounds insane. I know that sounds bizarre, but LeBron James been here before. LeBron James done this more times than SGA. We've seen SGA sometimes can become little. We've seen LeBron come a little in the playoffs as well. But again, I'm going with LeBron down the stretch.
Dion, I saw DeAndre Ayton outplay Sengun.
He did.
Yeah. Can he also outplay Chet?
100%. He's stronger than him. The NBA, the playoffs is about physical game. If I'm DeAndre Ayton, I'm watching that 76ers game. What Joel Embiid did to all those guys out there, I'm watching that, bro. DeAndre Ayton has that same type of ability to put his shoulder down, get to the lane, catch the ball, put his shoulder down, take a couple of dribbles, man, and get to the cup. Like DeAndre Ayton has played excellent. DeAndre Ayton has played excellent, man. He's looked like one of the best centers inside of the playoffs this so far. I mean, there's not that many centers in the playoffs right now getting at 20 and 15. What do you have? Freaking 22 and 12. Like, there's not that many centers that's doing that. So everybody
Jared Allen at 22 and 19 yesterday.
Yeah, he hooping. Shout out Jared Allen, man. Shout out Cleveland too.
He averaged 10 and 11 in that series against the Rockets.
Hey, he did it when he needed to, though. He gave us a couple games that he needed to. You feel me?
Absolutely.
11 rebounds. It might go up to 12 next game. And again, I like Chet on defense. I love it. But
what about Isaiah Hartenstein?
Isaiah Hartenstein, he's cool. I think he's a great passer, man. I think
Jay Will?
Keep that. Jay Will's, he's decent too. He be clamping Jokic sometimes. So I'll give you that. He's decent too. So you don't know about Jay Will, you know.
Yeah, they have three centers.
The problem is I have
Triple
with it though,
lineup.
I think again, I don't think there's nobody that can stop Brian. I think Austin Reeves come back a little bit more healthy. And I just think this team overall, man, we have the energy. We have the energy set to go out there and do it. We just gotta just execute the game plan. I feel like going to this series, you know. And like to answer your question, hit our shots, hit the threes, play some defense, keep the game close. You know what I'm saying? When it get close, give it to that boy Brian, and he go bring us home.
I don't want to.
Dion.
I don't want to. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ron.
We got a $50 super chat. And I want to go ahead and continue this conversation by way of this $50 from Whoopity Scoopity. Whoopity said, we kicking Bron out the playoffs forever, like we did Duncan, Dirk, and Kobe. Kaysen about to put AR in prison, and AJ Mitchell is better than Reeves anyways.
See, that's the difference, man. All these other guys, like you said, man, they all, they was all gone by year 20. They was on the last leg in year 18. It's a difference, man. LeBron's in year 23, still top 3 player in the league right now. I mean, now that the playoffs, now that Jokic is out, Tatum's out, Jaylen Brown's out, all the clowns are out. Who's really better than LeBron in the playoffs? Luka's not playing right now. What are we talking about? You're talking about LeBron.
Wemby?
Listen.
So Wemby, SGA, and who?
LeBron, top 3. Who would you put over Bron out of the list?
Who's in the playoffs still?
Bron better than Embiid right now?
Joel Embiid still in the playoffs.
Yeah, LeBron better
than Brunson still in the playoffs.
Oh, Brunson, he definitely better than Brunson, bro.
Brunson's still in the playoffs.
I better than Cade? Joel Embiid over Wemby, low key, bro. After what I seen, I'm being honest, bro. I don't know if Wemby can do that to the Boston Celtics, bro, for 3 games. I don't think that's possible. So I might have SGA, Bron, and Embiid.
Is Cade Cunningham better than Bron? Is Cade Cunningham better than Bron?
They the same. They basically the same player, Dion. Talk about it. Just one's more athletic than the other.
K, man, he nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's another nice 3-1 comeback. It's a lot of frauds going on, man. It's crazy, man. The NBA, man, playoffs, man, they show you the frauds, man. And I feel like, bro, no, for real though, no, that's nasty, bro. And I know y'all talking about it earlier, real quick, but Jaylen Brown, bro, like. You disgust me, bro.
That's what I wanted to get back to, Ron.
Yeah,
I wanted to get because
we need to get back to that.
Because Jaylen Brown, let me just say this too, Chill. I'll let you have it too. I'll talk for like last 15 minutes. I'll let y'all do your thing. Jaylen Brown, bro, you disgust me, bro. Like honestly, bro, going on a podcast less than 24 hours later, bro, you're nasty, bro. You're nasty. And then you complaining about flopping, bro. What about your three-point shooting? That's the problem. That's what's ruining the league. You go out there chucking 20+ threes every damn game. That's what's ruining the league. And I know somebody probably already said that too as well, maybe. But that's my problem with them. Like, you can't talk about flopping, bro. Joel Embiid actually made the league better. Bro, watching 3-1 comebacks makes the NBA better, bro. Seeing a big man destroy your defensive presence, that makes the league better, bro. I want to see a 7'3", 300-pound dude go to the lane and put his shoulder down every single play. If you can't stop him, you can't stop him. That's bully basketball. That's 2000 basketball. That's 2010 basketball. But when it come to you, Jaylen Brown, bro, you had one game to close it out. You talking about you're a top 5 MVP candidate, bro. You talking about, oh, I'm a two-way player. I'm one of the best two-way players in the league.
The best two-way.
Exactly. He's been chopping his gums all season long, bro. And yes, bro, we give you credit for going out there, making the playoffs. We did. Thought you guys would be a worse team. But overall, bro, that's still a failure, bro. You had JT for at least 4 of those games, bro. You had JT for 4 to 5 of those games. You had your co-star. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got to get that done, bro.
He shot 40%. He shot 40% from 3.
I don't give a damn. He's garbage, bro. Jaylen Brown, you garbage, bro. If you blow a 3-1 lead, you garbage, bro. Like, it's just that simple, bro. For the time being, you can't say nothing. You should not be on no podcast, bro. You should be hiding somewhere, bro. Go take a trip outside of the United States, bro. We do not want to see your face. I did not want to see Jaylen Brown's face after that, bro. You know how much money you cost people, Jaylen Brown? You know how much money people bro, people probably put their life savings on the Boston Celtics, bro.
He tricked a lot of Jaylen.
Think about how many Jaylen Brown true fans and Celtics fans out there, bro. You robbed the whole damn fucking state.
He tricked a lot of dough.
Bro, like what, bro? Jaylen Brown, bro, you should not be seen for a minute, bro. You are a straight op, bro.
You saying he need to go to Tukiye and get that job done finally, Dion?
Man, go get his hair done, bro. He needed to get a whole makeover. They need to tell him to take his podcast away, bro. That's what it is, bro. I feel like if this was Game 7, Jaylen Brown in the playoffs a couple years ago, you think he blow a 3-1 lead, bro? He's not locked in, bro. He's not locked in, but he's trying to be y'all, bro. That's his problem. He's trying to be y'all. He should be an NBA player, bro. You be an NBA player, you trying to be them too much, bro. That's your problem, bro.
I'm just trying
to podcast to the professionals.
Like Facts. Ox, I dig the part that we do need to hold Derek White accountable for what goes on here, right? Because I think he's gonna make the All-League defensive team this year. I do think that he was that good. He is one of the better 3-point shooters in the game, particularly on this Celtic team. He's one of the better utility players in this game. But when you get into a series like this, your stars need to be stars. And we're up 3-1. And to Ron's point, we up 3-1. We got to end this thing. Ain't no reason why we can't end this thing. I know.
Is there ever an acceptable reason to lose a 3-1 lead, Chill?
Injuries. That's it.
Just so the Magic.
That's it. Injuries.
Oh, we finna get to the Magic in a second.
Philly got healthy, and
right.
Boston lost their best player.
Okay, so this the same best player. To your point, Mars. They lost their best player who he played when they were up 3-1. He played when they were up 3-2.
That's good.
We still got to end this thing. There's
no reason. The other team's best player came back.
Okay, the other team's best player came back, but we still had our best player when we were up 3-1.
So are we not? Are you not giving?
My best player is better
than
your best player.
Is Jason Tatum no grace? Chill. Are we not giving Jason Tatum any grace for those games?
Well, you know how I feel about Jason Tatum coming back.
No.
I didn't even think he should have came back this season at all.
Man, he should have came back. Man, he was 100%. Chill. We're not doing that shit, bro. We're not doing that.
I'm on record saying that I don't think he should have came back.
We're not doing that, bro.
But if he's back, then back. That's what it is. If he's back, then he's back. I don't think he should have came back. I think it was a waste of time. It was just to see where he was physically. But all right, whatever. He came back and we saw what it was. They were up 3-1 with him in the lineup. End the series. End it.
You got the green Celtics shirt on too. I know you a Celtics fan too, man. I know it, man. Because it may look green on. Yeah, Celtics.
That's the University of Texas Pan American. It's now the University of Texas Rio Grande. That's what it is down in my buddy used to be the assistant basketball coach there. That's why I got this shirt on. So
My bad.
Okay. Let's make sure that nothing to do with the Boston Celtics. Let's make sure
for real though. JT, bro, and Jason Tillman and Jaylen Brown, bro, that might erase y'all championship, bro. That might erase y'all championship. I don't think we're gonna remember y'all for that championship no more. We're gonna remember y'all for that 3-1 lead.
Dion.
I'm dead ass.
We gonna forget about this by All-Star break next year. We gonna forget about this.
Hell no.
No, we
Hell
won't.
no.
No, we will not.
Wait, the
You
most
talking about
We not even really
important-
gonna be talking about
The,
this.
the most important
I
thing
will.
about this series that we do need to take into account is that I am actually really happy about one thing in particular. I'm happy that the Celtics did the right thing and sat Jason Tatum in that game 7.
Yep.
We talked about it
agree
on
with that.
Friday. We talked about it, and I was saying even if it means losing in a game 7, which is losing a 3-1 lead is diabolical. But even if it means that you're gonna lose that game, you have to sit Jason Tatum. You can't risk another injury like what he went through last year. And I'm just happy that they were able to do it. I think they believed that they had a shot. And I mean, it was a close game.
I think
there.
Dante
So-
injury
so
changed everybody
they
else's
did.
decision. Ox.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think so, Swiper. I think regardless of anything, I don't think they were going to play Jason Tatum. You can't play Jason Tatum after what happened last May. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that they did that. I still wish that JB could have got it done. Obviously, we saw what happened, but I'm just happy that they didn't risk another serious injury like that. That would have been that would have ruined the whole everything for me. I would have. I'm not.
Nah,
I wouldn't
I'm
watch-
right there
I
with
would-
you,
I
Ox.
would- I
I
wouldn't
would-
watch anything else. No more
Yeah,
NBA playoffs. I would have been done, bro. That would have killed it for me.
Yeah, I would legitimately be sad right now if that happened. But
Bro,
y'all,
that would have ruined my summer. Well, not
Y'all,
really, 'cause y'all know Asia back now. It's on, baby.
ultimately, the Boston Celtics ended up blowing a 3-1 lead. The Philadelphia 76ers are moving on to round 2. And it's just going to get even better. We got Philly versus the Knicks coming up. We'll talk about that series here soon. But for right now, I got a bunch of members that I want to shout out. And I don't know why, but for some reason, a lot of people became members between yesterday's stream and today. And maybe it's because we did a members only stream. Maybe it's because Mars was schooling us on which pill you should take, the red pill or the blue pill. But I can't really get into all the details and facts of what was talked about yesterday. If you missed our members only stream, the first members only stream, go check it out. We did one yesterday, and we will be doing a members only stream every Sunday and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. But let me shout out these members right quick. We got a few of them, y'all. Fallback Hoops became a member. Torresa 2984 became a member. Lucid Dreams also became a member. Intaneful 9020 Intaneful became a member. Key Money also became a member. Henry Kane became a member. Tazy Vane Allen.
Taser V and Allen.
Taser Vian. I know that ain't your damn name.
Taser V and Allen.
I know Taser Vian is not your goddamn name. Your mama bet not have named you Taser Vian. But shout out to Taser Vian. Liz Kids 03 became a member. Devin Laguerre became a member. Clamp God Rob also became a member. Nick the Slow, shout out my dog Nick the Slow, also became a member. Rakeem Blewett became a member. Key Money became a member twice. Shout out Key Money, man. He ain't do it once, he did it twice. Jen Taka became a member, and FNG61 also became a member. All of these people became members after our members only stream. Appreciate you guys for joining up. If you haven't got the opportunity, join up as a member so you could catch our members only stream. And also, if you're an all-star, in our Discord, we have a little group chat strictly for anybody that's an all-star member. We want you guys to pull up to our members only streams. We really did the members only streams for you all-stars to show you guys some love. Next members only stream this Thursday, I'm going to drop a link in that chat. You guys can come and join the members only stream with us. Like MTL did last stream, like my man Jason Grills did last stream, all these other guys. We want you all-stars to pull up, share you guys' thoughts, share you guys' takes, and ultimately come spend some time with your family. When you become a member, now you're a part of the family.
Who was all up there, Ron? Who all showed up to the member stream?
Hey, shout out, man. Shout out to everybody up here. Shout out to the members.
Where was you, nigga?
It's great.
You know where I was
Great
at.
time.
Where I was at. I had a tournament this weekend.
Oh, I was in the gym. I was
I
putting in
was in
work.
the gym. That's where I'm always
Literally.
at. Nigga. You know
Literally
what's up,
in the
nigga?
gym.
I'm always in there.
So why ain't you join from the gym? We would have loved to see. You know how they put the cameras on their phone or on their heads, and they stream the games live. We would have loved to have been in the gym with you, Ox.
Y'all don't do that, Ron, because y'all literally put the kibosh on that. Y'all remember if y'all been around for a long time, y'all remember I used to pop up from anywhere. I was streaming on
everything goes in the we not on the panel. Everything goes on members only streams.
I was on a flight streaming, got into it with the stewardess because he was like, you can't do that on the plane. I was like, well, I'm already on the plane, I'm already streaming. What you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying?
You just did how you did Swipe earlier?
If you been here, y'all know if you've been around, I was streaming from anywhere. They told I got the call from the higher up say, yo, if you're not at home on your laptop, you can't pop up no more. So
Ron wasn't at home on his laptop either. He wasn't in his workstation. He was
Hey, members only stream.
Teflon,
I was come as you are.
Airports all the time.
Hey,
all right,
Mars even took off the do-rag. The theme of the members only stream is come as you are, okay?
Okay,
so
no doubt.
Yeah. All right, well, aside from all of that, it was a great weekend, but it is Monday now, and we have some games tonight, and we got to make some money today, and we're going to do that on Splash Sports. Download the app by either scanning this QR code on the screen or click the link in the bio. Download the app and get ready for round 2. The second round of the playoffs are here, and if you aren't playing quick picks on Splash Sports, first off, you're a bozo. Second off, you're just leaving money on the table because Dion from Ohio, the kid from Ohio, just came up here and told you guys that he would put every single dollar behind LeBron James. Now, you might not believe in LeBron as much as Dion does, but surely you might believe in SGA. Surely you might believe in Scotty. Oh, he's not here. Surely you might believe in Tyrese Maxey. Surely you believe in Jaylen Brunson. Anthony Edwards when he comes back. Victor Wembanyama. Surely you believe in somebody. And that's why Splash Sports, quick picks on Splash Sports is the way to go because they will give you more or less on a player projection. And ultimately, it is your job to take the one that you believe will make money. But on top of that, you can make up to 50 times what you put in on a 6-leg entry. Splash Sports not only has the greatest DFS game with quick picks, but they have the highest multipliers in the industry. Let's go ahead and show you guys how we gonna cash in today. Big Ox, what you want to put on the table, man? What we got? Swiper, what you rocking with today? We got 2 games tonight. We got the Wolves and the Spurs, and we got Philly and the Knicks. I think this is an easy one, y'all.
Let me get that Victor Wembanyama. Let me see. Let me go ahead and with that's a lot. Sheesh. 14.5 rebounds and assists, Jill. That crazy?
4.5 assists.
14.5 rebounds and assists.
I mean, he
rebounds and assists.
He gonna have 11 rebounds.
Going up against that Minnesota front line with Randall and Randall and
God, remember though, they shooting bad from the 3-point line though, so it'll be a lot of rebounds.
Swiper, you should be taking that points and rebounds.
Points?
30 and a half? Yeah.
39 and a half points and rebounds.
That was 39. Click on that, Ox. That was 39 and a half?
Points and assists, you mean 30 and a half? You want points and assists?
That is 30 and a half. Damn. Never mind. He's still going to hit that too, but damn. So they got Wemby going 30 and 10 tonight. Sounds like the best player in the league to me. Mars, Ox. Actually, Mars. Come on, big guy. What you got for us?
You want me to pick Embiid? Is that what you want?
Come on.
We don't know what to do.
Embiid.
Who are you picking?
But that's
Mars,
what he's
come on.
Right? And then you can go with the Embiid more, whichever one you want. It doesn't.
Take the biggest one.
Yeah, he'll probably hit PRA with just points, so we'll be fine.
That's not ridiculous.
Embiid going for 42 tonight against the Knicks. He putting 42 on them.
Ox, you guys, reliable, huh? Happens die hard. OG Anunoby, huh? Dion, would you like to join the party? You want to take the more or less on somebody? Surely there's a Lester running around.
Give me less with Cat too. You know that tension between Joel and Embiid and Cat. Joel probably going to own him. To be honest. Actually,
I forgot they had a little beef.
Did they? I didn't know that was going on.
He called him a B word, didn't he, in 2019?
That might be
yeah.
like the most
Oh, yeah.
notable NBA beef we've had in like this modern.
I do remember they got into a little tiff, and then Ben Simmons jumped in.
Hold up right quick. Let Dion make his pick because I really want to talk about this beef.
What Cat's assist at, man? What they got him at?
I don't think they have him. They got points in assists though.
Yeah, they have points.
What is it at?
They got his turnovers.
That's 2.5 turnovers. I like that.
Take that 2.5.
That's gonna be 2.5 offensive fouls.
Yeah, take that 2.5 turnovers. You're taking that 2.5 turnovers. I like that too, Chill.
I do like that.
All right, y'all. This is how we rocking on Splash Sports. Ox is gonna go ahead and put the money up. Ox is going to also Matchup Monday boost. There we go. 50%. As of right now, y'all, you have the opportunity to do a few things on Splash Sports. Not only just win money, you can get a 100% deposit match up to $50. So if you put in $50, they'll match $50. If you put in $20, they'll match $20. Also, you will get a 100% quick picks boost. And also, you have the opportunity to cash in on Joel Embiid, Victor Wembanyama, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby like we did. But if you don't like our players, if you think you have better picks, go ahead and make your picks. All right, we'll see y'all in the winner's circle. So what is this beef between Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid?
So you got to remember they got into the squabble on the court.
Yeah, I do remember that.
They got in the squabble on the court, but then on Twitter.
What year was this? Hold on. What year?
2019.
2019.
Oh.
2019.
This was when Cat was in Minnesota. I remember that.
Yeah, 2019.
It was in Philly. That's when the game was.
There's a tweet that's going viral again, where
I'm trying to find it right now. Swipe up.
Yeah, Joel Embiid said to Cat, that tough guy acting, cutting it. You know what you are. You know what you always been, a P word. Say it louder for people in the back. Been kicking your A and pretty please make the playoffs before you talk. It's known that I own you. K-Towns.
I put it in the private chat room.
There you go.
Joel said that?
Yeah, on Twitter. And then Karl Anthony Towns said to Joel, I ain't no B word, raised around lions, cap, clown, BITCH talk. This is all in 2019. This is 7 years ago.
Joel Embiid don't run from the smoke either. And honestly, bro, Cat don't either. Like, I know y'all think Cat purr and all that, but for sure, he definitely show up, bro, for sure. So I got Joel Embiid bullying him. But I feel like Cat go talk his ish through the series a little bit, you know.
Well, Embiid got to deal with Mitch, and Mitch is the one that. And remember, Embiid injured Mitch 2 playoffs ago.
It was called dirty, yeah,
and got a flagrant for it.
So there is no love lost between these guys.
Not at all.
No love lost between these two dudes.
Hold on, what? Do y'all see this?
Euro stepping through Minnesota. We ended up raising the Cat last night.
Yo, this is real?
Yes, that's the real thing, Ron. I did not.
Carl said that caption was as trash as your picture quality.
And we do know that Joel Embiid is a troll, right? So I want to make sure we clear on that, Mars. Joel Embiid is 100% a troll.
Man, don't let Joel Embiid go into Cat's chest 1 or 2 times and Cat kind of back it down, bro. He go, bro. I'm telling you, man. If he smell any blood, it's over.
You know what's funny here? Go to Embiid's comments. Hold on real quick underneath. Don't get out of that. Yeah, he said, right.
You just
which one?
Jumped. The page just jumped. You go back to the.
You want to go to this one?
Yeah, right there. Thank you. Imagine talking after 20-point loss, blah, 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 and losing in the second round of the playoffs. Oh, wait, you never been there. You don't know what it is like. No cap, boy. You won 3 games, blah, blah, blah. You know what's funny about that, Ron? Cat's been in 2 conference finals to Embiid 0.
0.
Facts.
Let the history show that Cat has absolutely been further in the playoffs than Embiid multiple times, and they will have an opportunity. So for Embiid's first ever conference finals appearance, it's going to have to come on the back of Cat and Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson versus Joel Embiid. That is going to be a gladiator sport in the middle of the paint. So we're going to have 3 7-footers playing against each other. 3 of them.
It's really New York. So it's like it's basically right down the block. Like we ain't got to get on a plane. We jump on a bus and head over to Philly. It's an hour and a half ride down the turnpike. Oh
Facts.
My goodness!
I feel like my fault. Go ahead.
And chill. There was a little bit more too. Karl Anthony Towns, you know, he purred back. He clawed back. He said, "I ain't no bitch." Raised around lions, and then he posted a couple pictures. Check out Young Cat with the Wolves. Joel flopping. This is what Jaylen Brown was talking about. Put that boy in a headlock. Oh man, you gotta love it, man. You gotta
love it, yo. You gotta love it. Absolutely.
Where Mars, you remember where Carl's from? Is he from up there, up north?
Who, Cat?
Yeah.
He from Edison.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jersey?
Yeah. He's from Edison.
Oh yeah, he is from Jersey. That's right. All right, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Shout out Edison.
And Max one of those shooters too. Like, and I feel like you know Max. You know everybody got a group of people. You know Maxie one of the ones that's real quiet. You know, always got the black hoodie on, the hoodie up, real silent. But you just know like
reminds me of someone.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
He the shooter. So you gotta watch out. Watch out for Maxie the most. I'm telling y'all, Maxie might drop 50 this series, dog. Like Maxie about to go crazy. It's gonna be insane.
Well, be clear about one thing.
What's the worst feeling? What's the worst feeling, Chill, when Karl Anthony Towns hits a late game 3 against you and gets to doing that yelling where he looks on the ground and starts yelling, or Joel Embiid when he makes a bucket over you and starts laughing and doing all this or whatever else. So that too. We're gonna get some of that in this series, man. I can't wait.
I think it's Joel Embiid with the. Yeah, I definitely think that. Yes, sir.
Over under 3, man. He might get the fine this series. If they teeing up, they up like 3-1. He might do 3. He might do it 3 times to get the fine.
Well, I do know that Mike Brown and his staff did a great job in that Atlanta series of figuring out what Atlanta was doing and stop that, which was to their advantage. Now, what they're going to have to do with the Knicks, what they're going to have to do with Philly is they're going to have to do something similar, which is keep Brunson away from Maxey. They did a great job in keeping Brunson away from CJ McCollum. Keep Brunson away from Maxey. That's number 1. Number 2, Ron, Josh Howard can't pull down 15 rebounds a game in the series. That can't happen. No, he can't be a glass cleaner. We got to get guys like Oubre and Grimes and Andre Drummond. We got to get guys like that to keep him off the glass. So when he come running his ass in the lane, you know what? Y'all dudes talk to me all the time about physicality and what's going on in these series. Yo, ain't nothing wrong with hitting the dude with a body shot when he coming in the lane. Ain't nothing dirty. No, but in the words of my man Big Ox, what is it down there in that lane?
It's a
hey,
jungle.
man, so when you come in here, your ass better be ready to fight. Your ass better be ready to fight. It ain't no tiptoeing walking in here. So when them dudes come walking in there, they got to be ready. He got to be ready to get hit with body shots and keep him off the glass.
Chill, Brunson in trouble, man. Let's all be real right now. Brunson in trouble, man. He made CJ. Bro, he made CJ McCollum look like the next MJ, bro. If he's doing that to him, what is Maxey about to do to Brunson, bro? They're not going to be able to protect
him. To be fair, they're going to have the same issues on the other one, Maxey.
Right. Who's going to
Nah, man. I see Maxey lock up, bro. I see Maxey slide this.
Maxey guard Brunson better than Brunson guard. We can play that game too.
And Maxey got fast hands too. Maxey will get in there, steal the ball, go in transition, bro. No one's catching him.
But remember, last time they played, they were both going crazy. So like,
yeah, I mean, Brunson gonna do his thing. It's Brunson. Don't get me wrong. He gonna do his thing. But I think at the end of the day, when it's coming in the clutch and stuff like that, bro, Maxey now his game is so much more polished, bro. He really be running plays, and he also understands mismatches. So I feel like, bro, every time Brunson's on him, bro, he's gonna be clearing the one side of the floor. You can't really leave Joel Embiid, so you're gonna have to always have 2 guys around him, bro. Jaylen Brunson might give up like 35 points a game.
See, here's the difference, though, Dion. The difference is that you're anticipating him being on Maxey a lot, but because we got OG Anunoby, because you got Mikal Bridges, right? Because you got guys like Miles, we got enough guys that we could keep Brunson away from Maxey. We got enough guys that can cover for him. We don't want Brunson on Maxey in that DHO. We don't want Brunson on Maxey in that pick and roll. No, we do not want that. We want Mikal Bridges on him. We want OG Anunoby and whether it's not Cat, but whether it's when we go small, we want somebody else in that drop coverage. We don't want Cat in that drop coverage. But what we don't want is we don't want Jaylen Brunson to consistently be on Maxey. So we're going to do everything that we can to keep him away from him. And when we get in that half court offense, what we got to do is if you're Philly, we got to rebound the basketball. That's what if you're the Knicks, we got to rebound the basketball and we got to hold these guys to one shot. It's gonna be rough down there with Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid physically isn't what he used to be. So I think we can do a good job with that double big lineup and keep.
Can they put more pressure on Embiid defensively than the Celtics were able to do consistently? Because Embiid's defense in the start of the series and the Celtics series wasn't great, but like again, it's the laboring.
It's going to be the same thing. He's going to be in a deep drop. It's going to be, can they make pull up threes. That's because once you go down there and meet him at the rim, he's still a good.
Well, they
rim
did
protector.
switch a little bit later in the series though, and like it wasn't like.
But a lot of the
Burst.
switches that happen were because of cross matches, not intentional. They're never gonna voluntarily put Embiid out on a switch. He's just not gonna do that anymore. I saw him look up Derek White though, but I think that says more about Derek White. But
Well, he got
Yeah,
Peyton. He got Peyton on a couple switches, and Peyton didn't.
he did.
He turned him around once, but like he didn't do anything with the shit.
But Embiid's seen New York twice this year, and both times their bigs have been living in foul trouble. So
Yeah,
that's just the thing. I think one of those games, Mitchell Robinson had 5 fouls in like 20 minutes. And I know in the other game, Cap fouled out in like 20 minutes. So that's the issue you run into when you play Joel. But I think this series is going to be won and lost on the glass.
but the real
In my
nightmare is going
opinion.
to be OG though. Like, if they go to that, what they can always do, the Knicks, to their credit, they can always have a roamer, which is Cat or Mitch. It's just roamers more for rebounding than anything. They just like if they can keep Embiid or whoever off the glass with one other player and have somebody at the rim at all times that's an elite rebounder, which is Mitch or Cat, that actually works in the math game for them in the long run. They can just simply go OG on Embiid and then just say like
That worked in 24 in the fourth quarter of one of those games. I can't remember, but that's
And that's
probably
where
their best bet, like late game.
Yeah.
That's probably their best bet.
Are you sure, Mars? Because Joel Embiid had Jaylen Brown on him and recognized, you know what? I'm a big guy.
Yeah, but
You're a
that's
small
Jaylen.
guy.
That's Jaylen Brown.
And by the way, that's Jaylen Brown
I'm
without a
still
rim
7 foot,
protector.
300 pounds.
But that's Jaylen
Yeah,
Brown
I
without
mean,
a
at the end of the
center
day,
behind.
if Embiid gets down low and they throw an entry pass to him with OG on him, no disrespect to OG, I think OG's a hell of a defender. Embiid has the advantage,
Yes,
like
sir.
in my humble opinion. The reason it wasn't like that in like 24 was because a lot of what Embiid was doing with OG on him was a lot of face-up stuff and like at the elbows and whatever. But like if Embiid is like, yeah, I'm 7'2", 290. Yeah, let me just throw my weight around.
Which
No
he did
one
against Boston.
No one in the NBA can guard Joel Embiid. Like, let's
a
just make
fact.
that abundantly clear.
Respect.
If he's one-on-one, no one in the NBA can guard him.
That's a fact.
But the issue is how many fouls are you willing to eat up? Because Mitch Robinson and Cat are going to foul him,
Yeah.
and they're going to foul him a lot, presumably. So
I don't think we can
Can
eat
they
up any
survive?
fouls,
I don't know.
Mars. I don't think we can eat up any fouls with OG Anunoby off the strength that we need him on the perimeter to deal with guys like Grimes, to deal with guys like Tyrese.
They got Deuce for that in Mikal.
Okay, we
Mikel will
And
be
Josh
on
Hart.
that, I'm pretty sure.
Now that's the thing, Shield. That's
we
the
already
thing
know
that
that
pisses
Josh
me
Hart.
off.
We know that that's not a
But
real
that's the
thing.
thing that pisses me
defense
off
with
about the
Josh
Knicks.
Hart.
They actually have a lot of defenders. The issue is that like they have Brunson on the roster, but the Knicks got Hart, Mikal, OG, Mitchell. Cat can supplement in that because he knows
Hart's a
how to play
rebounder.
within
He
those
ain't a
kind of
defender
systems.
More than he is a rebounder. That's
You
not.
said who?
Wait, but
Hart
what-
is a
what do you-
rebounder.
what
He
do
ain't a
you- what do you
defender. That's
mean?
not a real thing.
What do you
I don't
mean it's
agree
not
with that. I
real
don't
with
agree with
Josh
that.
Hart. Josh Hart. I don't understand this with y'all. I ask y'all about this. Every week I ask y'all about this with Josh Hart. What's not real about Josh Hart?
I don't know.
Okay,
He's
so
undersized, man. That's what it is.
He's not though. He's
undersized.
6'4.5".
so he
I
is
know,
6'4"
but
and a half.
his
So
position, he played like a 7-footer though, and he's
Right, and-
undersized.
So Swiper, we'll start with the post defense because a lot of times he gets switched on the bigger guys. With him getting switched on the bigger guys, now he has to overcompensate because he's smaller. So what he does, he overcommits and he fouls a lot when he's on bigger guys. That's a problem. Now when he's on,
But that happens to any small person though when they get on a big.
okay, which means that the post defense is not a real thing when he's playing against bigger guys. That's number one. Number two, when he's playing against these perimeter guys, he's not as good as you think he is in terms of screens and navigating screens. No, he's not. And then when he gets in front of a guy one-on-one, his recovery defense is okay. It's not great. I think he's more of a hustle guy and a rebounder more than he is a one-on-one defender. So I'm not buying this whole defense thing from Josh.
I don't.
Hart.
What do you
don't think
mean?
it's a real
I
thing.
guess I'm asking those specifically. So he's good at everything. He's just not elite at anything.
No, he's not good at everything. No,
What
he's
is he not good at defensively?
He's not good at
though?
navigate. He's not good at navigating screens.
I think he's
post-
fine.
I don't-
He's
I-
fine at it.
I
Like
just
it's
don't-
just he's bigger. He's not like Null.
He fouls a lot. He overcommits a lot. He overcommits on the
is his
perimeter a
foul
lot of
rate high?
times and gets beat a bunch of times. He overcommits. On top of him overcommitting, it gets mass because he ends up finishing plays because he rebounds, and you completely leave that part out because guys cover for him.
When a perimeter defender, right? When a perimeter defender gets screened, I'm talking about a high screen and a real screen. I'm talking about an actual solid pick. Yep. I'm not talking about ghost screens. I'm not talking about when it's like, oh, it's a screen coming right. So you
put a body on a guy.
So you just go. I'm talking about an actual screen,
Put a
right?
body on a guy.
And you're playing against a guy that can shoot the basketball, so you can't go under the screen. What the hell do y'all mean by lack of screen navigation?
Lack of screen navigation. So when
Like
you
what?
know
Like what do y'all mean
I
by
can pull
that?
this possession.
so to answer your question, Ox, so the screen is coming. I know the screen is coming because that's just an example. Lack of screen navigation is knowing that the screen is coming, allowing the screen to hit you and not dying on the screen, but allowing the screen to hit you and slowing you down. Jaden McDaniels is a prime example of what to do when the screen is coming. Jaden McDaniels is already getting himself in a position. He did this against Jamal Murray a number of different times. Whether it's Joker or whether it's Julius Randle, the screen is coming. He's already on top of Jamal Murray, knowing that the screen is coming. So he's getting around the screen and blowing that play up immediately.
When y'all say screen, when y'all say a good screen navigator, it means that you get screen, but then like you're still chasing after the screen. So you're saying basically to not be a bad screen navigator means just don't die on the screen.
So navigation, Ox. Navigating means you know where. You know navigation. When you're navigating, you know where you're going. So in terms of screening, I already know where I'm going before this happens. I see the screen coming. I'm already on the top. Depending on who I'm covering, whether I'm going under the screen, whether I'm going on the top of the screen. I don't want to go under the screen on Jamal Murray because I don't want him to get downhill and knock whether it's mid-range down or knock the long ball down. So no, I'm going to get on top of him before the screen happens. That way, when I get hit with the screen, I can body him. And then I can go around the screen with him, and that blows up the play. Josh Hart, on the other hand, he doesn't do that. Josh Hart actually is a reactionary player. He's not doing, to your point, Ox, you're one of those guys who talks about doing work early. Josh Hart does not do the work early. He actually lets that screen come to him because he's physical and he thinks that he can just play through the physicality, when in reality, it would actually help more if he did work early and navigated screens better. And I think that's one of the major problems in his defense.
Yeah,
Fellas,
I think Josh Hart, even when he gets picked, I think he continues to chase after the screen. I think after, at this level of basketball, if you get hit with a screen, you're already at a disadvantage anyway. Mm-hmm. I think Josh Hart hustles back into plays. I think he recovers. I just don't see what y'all see about Josh Hart.
He's heavy-footed though, Ox. That's what That's what we kind of talk about. Like he's heavy-footed, so it's kind of hard for him to navigate screens. Another person that does an excellent job at that is Marcus Smart. Like Marcus Smart is usually getting in position. He understands if it's coming from the left side, where to be. He understands if it's a shooter or if it's a non-shooter, if I'm going to drop back a little bit more. So Marcus Smart is another great navigator when it comes to screens, honestly.
Fellas, we'll get back.
I just want to say, because I see a couple comments that are trying, like explaining some things. And so I understand screen defense, like how you're supposed to play. I just don't know, like when you say screen navigator, is that like a whole new level of playing screen, defense? Right? Well, go ahead, Oran. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. There were 2 other game 7s. We talked about only one game 7. We previewed the Knicks and Thunder a little bit. We just previewed a little bit the Knicks and the 76ers. We still got to talk about the Pistons and the Cavs, but ultimately we got to talk about game 7 and why the Pistons are playing the Cavs. We are going to get to that Magic game next. Magic and Pistons. Before we do that, I got some super chats that I want to read, but also I just got an update from Shams. Shams said, and I quote, Minnesota's Anthony Edwards was a significant participant in the Timberwolves shoot-around this morning and wants to return in Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs. Sources tell ESPN. Edwards is pushing to play, but he and the team's medical staff will make a decision later today.
Ox has said this in a number of different times. You got to be safe from yourself. If he might be pushing to play, he might not be ready yet. Like
he got 2 knee injuries, 2 of them.
I think
he looked bad playing on one, so
he was horrible. I mean, for respecting that, like that was obviously all injuries, but like he definitely is not the same player. He has a hyperextended knee and runner's knee in 1 knee.
I think he was playing bad.
Yes, I do.
Really?
He was not.
I
don't think Ant was playing like Anthony Edwards.
I don't think he was good. No.
Was still probably their best player.
No, he wasn't.
I thought
it was Rudy Gobert.
He was their best offensive player.
No, I don't think he was either. He was shooting. I think he shot below. Did he shoot sub 40 across the board and sub 30?
It's like Anthony Edwards being on the court helps the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it does. It's not saying he doesn't help.
So that's my only point.
Yeah, he just
he might have been a little hobble, but
percentages. He shot Derek White percentages. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Well, look, what I'm saying is I don't think Ant was at his best, obviously, but I didn't think he was playing bad. Y'all use words like terrible and trash. I didn't see that. My other issue.
I'm with you,
is
Ox.
if you can sit him down for game 1 and play in the game 2, I would do that. Maybe give him a couple more days ago. But if it's no structural damage, if it's just pain tolerance and the hyperextension that
have you had runner's knee before, Ox?
I don't know exactly.
Or hyperextended your knee ever? Like, have you done?
Yeah, I've hyperextended my knees a few times. But
how long does it take?
Runner's knee is just jumper's knee. Like when your knee's just sore, it literally is just pain tolerance.
That's
literally what
I'm
it
saying.
is.
If it's just pain tolerance, then go ahead, Ant. Get to it, young boy.
How long did it take you to feel comfortable with the hyperextension?
Feel comfortable or play? Because I played. Yeah, it's not about
those two things ain't
the
same thing.
It's not about feeling comfortable. It's about hooping. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, we ball. So if there's no structural damage, then that's once again I want to say that again. I want to be very clear about that. If there's no structural damage, if you're not making it worse, or if you're not tearing nothing up,
Swiper.
Let's go.
To answer your question, I hyperextended my knee. And I can't remember exactly when I did it, and I can't remember how fast the turnaround was. This was over 10 years ago. Shit, this was damn near 16 years ago. But it was
you fell and like you.
I landed. So when I landed, my knee went back. Mm-hmm. But I know I did it, and I played that next Saturday. It was our last game of the season. It was senior night. My whole family was there. It was no way I wasn't playing. So like it took me a while to warm up, even in the game. Like I went through the whole warm up before the game, went through warm up lines, and then even still, it took me like 5-10 minutes to like still warm up on the court. But to answer your question, I had the best game of my JUCO career. I came out and had 32. So it's like once you get going and forget about it, you still gonna go.
I'm not gonna lie, Swipe, but when the first time that happened. I was like a freshman too, and like I shot a jump shot and kind of came down, but I landed only on my left knee, like just on one foot, and it just like kind of went back. I thought I blew my whole knee out, bro. I thought I was done. I was like, what the like, But then a couple, it swelled up, and I was able to play, in like 3-4 days. But it was the middle of the season, so like I had to play. But once I found out what it was and realized there was no structural damage, it was just pain tolerance and just a little swelling after the swelling.
That shit do hurt though.
I was cool. Now, I don't know, but once again, I don't want to compare that to anything else. I don't know the severity of Anthony Edwards' injury. Right. I don't know the severity of anybody's injury, so I try not to compare like anything like that. But so that's why I'm being very clear about it. If it is just pain tolerance and there's no structural damage, and like we're in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? So if you can rest game 1, I would like to see that because I want Ant to get as healthy as possible. So
Yo. So we about to get to these super chats, but y'all just seen that.
I thought that's what you.
Oh no. So the Mavs just signed Masai
Ujiri.
Oh, that's major.
Why is that major?
Because Masai like that.
Is he?
Yeah, Masai like that.
He's built two good teams.
So now,
even this iteration of the Raptors, like Masai, I think Masai is one of the best in the industry.
So now, what's his name? Cooper Flag is going to be playing with 7 other 6'8". It's just a 6'8" squad. The Maverick.
Nah, I mean he built the 2012, 2013 Nuggets too when they had like Andre Iguodala and Lawson and all them and got 57 wins. So like, and then he left because they didn't want to pay him. Then he went over to Toronto and then built their championship team. So he's good. I like his.
Shout out Masai. I'm just talking shit. Shout out Masai.
Yeah, and let's not act like though. Like for the last 15 years, the Raptors have been a solidly ran franchise.
Yeah,
like they've rolled out competitive teams year after year. A couple different number 1 seeds.
Masai tricked y'all like he didn't have DeMar DeRozan in them,
but the ability to even put. Anytime you put together a team that finishes number 1 in the conference, I don't care if it's the Pistons, I don't care if it was the Thunder a few years ago, whatever the case it is, you got to get credit.
They had the most wins in the East.
Something like that.
From 2015 to 2020, they had the most wins in the East in the regular season, something like that.
Yeah, now he got Cooper Flag. He got Cooper Flag, Derek Lively. He got some other solid pieces over there. Still got Kyrie. Like he gonna make magic with that. I believe.
You're gonna
But
see.
speaking of the Magic, y'all, we're about to get to that game here in a second. Game 7, Magic versus the Pistons. But we got a couple super chats that we got to read first. Some of these super chats might just usher us into the conversation. Let's start with this first super chat from King Sean Black. King Sean Black said, Mitch and OG is putting Embiid on lock. Maxey might get his, but they ain't got nothing else. We not worried about VJ or PG. They got Max, a 7-man rotation, and even when they at the crib, we showing up. Knicks in 6.
See what I'm talking about? This how nuts Knicks fans are. Like, we ain't worrying about Max or PG. Like, what are we doing?
Why would they be worried about PG?
They no worrying. Yeah, they no worrying.
About Paul George? You're not worried about Paul George? You shouldn't be worried about Paul George, who actually has shown.
They actually should be.
I'm still a good basketball player.
He was hooping against them.
I'm still a damn good basketball player.
I'm not saying he's not a good basketball player. Paul George is clearly a good basketball player, but this ain't Paul George. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right, and I don't think that there's anybody that expects him to be Paul George. But to say, like, we don't even care about that, because Joel Embiid already made it clear about what happened when number 11 said, like, we ain't changing nothing. Like, we're not worried about Joel Embiid. All right, well, don't worry about Paul George. Right? Don't worry about VJ. Yep, and see what happens.
They better be worried about that kid slashing backside.
I think too, like when y'all in the super chat, you know what I'm saying, you got a limited amount of characters. I don't think he's going into detail about how he really feels about Paul George. I think he's just kind of saying, like, you know, Paul George isn't going to win the series for him. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna win him a game though, Ox.
Maybe so. I'm not sure.
I got a PG game coming, a 30 piece. I'm predicting we gonna get one. I'm predicting we're gonna get one, man.
Okay. All right. Maybe so. Look, maybe he could. Hey, it's still Paul George. You know what I'm saying? He could get hot and go on one for a game or two. Maybe so, who knows? But what I'm saying is, chill. I think in that super chat, this guy is being a Knicks fan. I think he's kind of just saying we're gonna win this series in 6. Paul George is still gonna be who he is, but we're not too concerned with Paul George turning into 2000 and whatever. Paul George, y'all pick one. 19, George. You know, OKC Paul George, you know, his MVP year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's pretty much what he's saying. I don't think he meant any disrespect to Paul George. I think he's just saying as long as Mitch and OG can contain Joel Embiid, I think he's saying that they're going to take care of business. And I think that's what's going to happen. They got OG Anunoby. Like,
fair enough.
Not having Dante DiVincenzo this year is going to be interesting, though.
OG finna get his ass fried this series. New York
they
gonna
have
be
Josh
crying.
Hart, and last time Josh Hart saw
50% from 3. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But remember,
Kevin Garnett too, Mars. Don't leave that part out.
15
and Kevin Garnett, not just Steph Curry, Kevin Garnett too.
I think he led the first round in rebounds. No, I think he led the East in rebounds in the first round that year, if I remember correctly.
He was averaging 15 rebounds a game against them.
That was a great series, man. That was a great series.
He was amazing.
20 rebound game.
Brunson had that corner 3. What was it? Offensive rebound, Mars? From was it Josh or maybe Mitch? They got an offensive rebound and threw it back out to Brunson on the left wing. And it was I think it was to tie the game or something like that with like 2 seconds left. Yeah, that was great. It was a great play. That was great.
Of all the guys in this series, I think that he's the guy that they got to neutralize the most, because those second chance opportunities, those 50-50 balls, that stuff like that is going to be the difference in whether they win games or have an opportunity to win games when we get late in the game. Those extra possessions of this game should be 8 to 10 points. We should be up, but instead we only up by 3 because they got 3 more possessions because Josh Hart ended up getting a loose ball that he dove on the floor for, or he got 2 extra offensive rebounds. He's going to be huge in this series. They got to neutralize
Mike Brown ain't going to listen to me, but this is the Jordan Clarkson series. I think they're going to need that extra shooting.
I can get with that. I can.
I got Quentin Grimes. They'll be all right.
No, facts. I got Quentin Grimes outplaying Josh Hart this series too.
I would love for that to be the case. Last time they played, the last 4 games, we saw someone have 40. Like, so Joel Embiid had 50 in game 3. Brunson followed that up with 47 in game 4. Maxey had 46 in game 5, and then Brunson had 41 in game 6.
Wait, so we're getting a 40 ball out of somebody is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's
getting a 40 ball out of somebody.
Didn't Brunson average 40 points and 10 assists for 3 straight games?
It was because he started the first 2 games, he was shooting terribly.
Awful.
And then for the last 4 games, he just went nuclear. And shout out to Jaylen Brunson.
And that was Joel Embiid on one leg, like literally. Like we thought he should
and
be
half
playing.
a face, and half a face. Brunson, the last 4 games of that series, averaged 42 points per game and 10 assists.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, that was a great time, man. That was a great series for me personally. That was a great series for me.
It was a very fun series to watch. Very fun series to watch.
Yeah. We're never getting that Brunson again, unfortunately. Respect.
Speaking of fun series to watch, let me go ahead and put you right up here, big guy. Dub Ball Out Highlights said, "What's up, y'all? Who had the worst playoffs?" Let me put you up here too. Jaylen Brown or Nikola Jokic, or which team had a more disappointing postseason? The Nuggets or the Celtics? And Swiper, not you. You don't get to say that. Anyone else on the panel, but not you.
Well, first off, I'm gonna say whatever I want because there's nothing you can do about it. That's the first thing. Number 2 is Jokic, because it's Jokic. Nobody cares about Jaylen Brown like historically. So obviously Jokic having a bad series is going to be.
Let's run a poll.
Then the Nuggets, they lost in the first round. It's not even.
I think the Nuggets were more disappointing.
Yeah, it's across.
Mainly because I thought the Nuggets would win.
Yeah,
I didn't think the Celtics.
I had the Nuggets winning the NBA championship.
Yeah, man, just easily Denver. Especially how
but
they lost.
With the Celtics, in theory, I mean, they were the number 2 seed, and they were up 3-1. Number 2 seed, up 3-1. 2 of the 3 games, you got 3 games to win 1, and 2 of them 3 games are in your building. You can't give me 1.
I know the joke, y'all. I'm very aware of the joke.
Man.
Celtics fans did the joke to me in my comment after I said they're just gonna. What did I say? They're just gonna say this is a gap year, and the Celtics fans posted the LeBron thing. I know what it is. Yeah. I'm saying that in this situation though, like. Ox didn't get blitzed. Why did Ox get blitzed? Chill. Ox don't get blitzed for Jaylen Brown. He never get blitzed for anything. I'm the only one that gets blitzed up here. Marshall didn't get blitzed.
You just wouldn't let me talk because you was.
I would have loved to have gotten back to that, Ox, because I wanted to hear.
We were arguing and it was working, and then Dion came up here for LeBron slander.
We weren't arguing.
I had to get to it.
I was just talking about something, and you would not let me speak
because you were lying. You tried to move it to Derek White.
I didn't. That's not. So I lied about Derek White.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No.
We don't think he's a star.
The answer is Boston. I mean, in Denver, obviously, with Aaron Gordon out and losing first round was pretty nasty. But they lost to a team that they
wait. Hold on, Dion. And you know what? I do get blitzed. There's just the difference between me and you. You're a bum ass quarterback, and I can actually. I am what you think.
Blitz?
I am what exactly. I am what you think Lamar Jackson is supposed to be. I actually am that. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying you're Josh Allen.
I'm. You are Bo Nix. Okay, you can't.
Okay, I outplay Josh Allen though in the playoffs.
So when you get blitzed, it looks like you get blitzed. It looks like that.
Sure, I beat Josh Allen head to head in the playoff game.
It gets ugly when I get blitzed. When I get blitzed, I pick shit apart, or I just knock all this shit over.
You said you're Josh Allen. You had 4 turnovers in the biggest game of the year.
I didn't say I was Josh Allen. I said I'm what.
Who are you then?
I'm what you.
You know who you are.
Lamar
You're
Jackson
Jeff Booty. You're Jeff Booty. You're that guy. You're Jeff Booty.
I'm what
you
think Lamar Jackson is supposed to be.
5 interceptions, Jeff.
You're David Booty from USC.
David Cheeks.
Look it up. Look it up. David Booty. That's Ox.
David Cheeks.
I'm not looking up shit. I'm not looking up shit. I'm what you think Lamar is supposed to be. I'm what Lamar Jackson will never be. You know what I'm saying? I'm what you think he's supposed to be. A perpetual loser. I'm what you think he's supposed to be.
No MVPs in your bag.
When you blitz me, you blitz Ron. When y'all try to blitz me with little ass cornerbacks, and I get to run, boom, knock them little niggas over. You gonna get hurt trying to blitz me. You better.
Oh, you're Dante Culpepper is what you're saying.
Just bag back.
I can keep going. You keep saying things. I can keep going. You're Dante Culpepper. Cool.
Keep going.
Shit, Culpepper was alright.
Culpepper was also trash in the playoffs, just like Ox. Hey, Ox, every time it matters the most, you suck. That's why you break your little itty bitty ankles in playoffs.
Yeah, all right, y'all.
Hold on, right quick, Dion. Before you slide out, okay. I want to get your predictions on all the first round matchups. So, obviously, we got the Lakers Thunder, we got the Wolves Spurs, Knicks Sixers, and we got the Pistons Cavs. Let's start with the Pistons and Cavs. I know you got a little bit of home cooking in this series, but who you got?
Cavs. I got Cavs.
Cavs in how many games?
I got Cavs in 6. I think the big man presence gonna be too much. We've seen Duran get exposed already just a little bit last series. Now you got to deal with 2 other big men that's a little bit better. So I think that's gonna be a big factor right there. and then Donovan Mitchell and James Harden can go 1-2 punch with Cade Cunningham. So I got Cavs in 6.
All right, what about the Knicks and Sixers?
I got 76ers probably in 5. Got 76ers in 5. I think they're a much better team than the Knicks. And I think Joel Embiid just absolutely blitz Karl Anthony Towns. And then you're going to have Tyrese Maxey taking advantage of Jalen Brunson. No matter where Jalen Brunson goes on the floor, VJ's going to go at him. Paul George's going to go at him. Quentin Grimes is going to go at him. He's going to have somebody going at Jalen Brunson the entire game. It's going to be too much for them. In Philly, they're aggressive, man. They're a more aggressive team than the Knicks. Sometimes the Knicks should be an aggressive team. But at the end of the day, bro, I think 76 are more aggressive. I got Sixers.
Wolves, Spurs. Talk to me.
This one's going with Spurs just because of the Wemby factor. When you have to look at it, he's destined. He's a destined child. He's getting to the Western Conference Finals. Anthony Edwards, man, his whole game is predicated off him being explosive. With both of his knees being injured, I think that's going to be a liability. And the thing about it is when it came to the Timberwolves series, they wasn't shooting well from the three-point line, you know? And in this series, they can't get away with that. They can't just go into the paint. They're going against Wemby, the best rim protector in the league. So it's going to be the complete opposite of what they was taking advantage of in that Denver series. So I think the Spurs probably beat them in 4 games. Probably be the first sweep of the series.
All right, and last, but the most anticipated series, how many games do you got the Lakers beating the Thunder in?
I got Lakers in 7. Lakers in 7. LeBron James going to do it in OKC. And I got Luka coming back by game 3. And I think that's what's going to shift this entire series. And I think it's going to go 7 games. I think we might drop the first 2. I think we might do 1-1. I think OKC might win the first one. Lakers win the second one. And then by game 3, Luka will be on his way back. We'll have Reeves back. We'll have our whole squad back. You know, Marcus Smart going to have an excellent series. I got Lakers in 7. Shout out LeBron, shout out LA too. And I appreciate all y'all, man, for having me come up here. I really do appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Yeah. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Y'all the biggest platform out there, man, for real. So, hey, y'all keep doing y'all thing, bro. Shout out everybody. Y'all have a good day, though. Seriously, though. Take care, y'all.
All right.
See y'all. Yep.
Christmas.
I want to say, like, let me ask y'all a question first. What's up with Luka?
So I sent a message into the group earlier. Let me pull it up right now.
Looking at your messages, nigga?
It said, well, I mean, if you looked at the message, you wouldn't have to ask the question. But hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. It said that Luka should be back after game 4.
Oh,
Saturday's a month that he's been out. Now,
after game 4,
you told
so
me that.
leave him out. God,
he's projected. He's projected to come back for game 4. So Doncic suffered a grade 2 hamstring strain. April 2nd, traveled to Spain. Obviously, he got the treatment. This type of injury is typically 6 to 8 weeks for a full recovery. However, with advanced treatment methods, aggressive rehabilitation, the timeline can be shortened to 4 to 6 weeks. So we are literally.
It's been 4 weeks.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Saturday was a month, Ox. He's been out for a month.
He's not playing, man.
See, man, if these dudes would just lift some damn weights and eat some iron, they'll recover quicker.
Eat iron like the supplement iron, or
No,
eat iron like
The stuff you used to chew on as a kid that everybody used to have to help you with. That stuff.
Get in the gym and throw some weight around.
Do some front squats, Luka. Shit.
Yeah. Throw some weight around.
I mean, if they win the series without him, you're getting back for the conference finals. There you go.
They're not going to win the series without him.
I know. So then Luka's not playing. But if they were, then he comes back in the conference
You
finals.
said they say he coming back down 3-0. All right.
He's not coming back. Like
Just do some
game
damn
4
leg presses,
the
man.
only way he'd come back game 4 is if they were down 2-1 and the series was competitive to that point. Because if they were up 2-1, you don't bring him back for game 4 either. So
Well, there's no. I mean, shit. I don't.
Toast.
I'm with Dion as far as the Lakers can still win. The Lakers can absolutely
so then
still win.
That's their bet. But even if they still won and then they get blitzed by 60 in the other 2 games,
By 60?
just don't bring Luke. Like there's no benefit in my opinion. But I'm not on the Lakers medical stuff and I'm not Luka Doncic.
All right.
And I also don't know how his hamstring looks. So
Yeah. With that being said, I asked that question for a reason. Never mind. Forget about
tonight.
it. If he can't play till game 4,
They don't play again until Thursday. Yep, they play tonight. Then
Oh,
don't
they
play.
they can.
They don't play.
Yeah, they
again
got a
till
long
Thursday.
layoff, to be
Yeah,
fair.
they don't play again until Thursday, and then they play Sunday. Right, so then that's another 3 days.
Game
then
4
Thursday-
Game 4 is in a week, so
Right.
it'd be about 5 weeks of Luka being.
If
With
this
the
was the
break,
regular
Game,
season,
game 3 is on Sunday too.
yes, game 3 is Sunday.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
game 3 is Sunday. If this was the regular season, Mars, and he did this January the 5th, he'd be out till after the All-Star break.
Yes.
So
I don't want Luka to play, too.
I don't either.
I don't want Luka. I don't want Luka to play at all because I don't want this to be like the Aaron Gordon thing this year. But with that being said, Aaron Gordon tried to come back way quicker.
Yeah, he tried to come back in 2 days.
Yeah, he tried to
was
play.
not- he couldn't even run.
He tried to play through it. So that's
He
that's
clearly
actually-
couldn't run. You saw him. You saw how he looked out there in terms of just his mobility.
And he was still better than Jamal that game. Crazy, man.
Shout out to him. Like, there's just some things I don't think you're meant to play through, man. And this is one of them. James Harden tried to come back
Got
from a
hard.
grade 2 in a week.
hard, cuz.
That shit didn't work either. And James Harden was fried for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I know he was older, but still.
I thought
it's
James
like-
Harden was done, Morris.
I mean, me too. Watching James Harden in that 21-22 season, I was like, oh yeah, he over with. And like to a certain extent, like he is. Like James Harden in 2021 was still a top 10 player on the planet. He hasn't been that since. Like you can say he was older, but like you gotta remember that he was 31 when that happened. Like he's still in prime years, and he's still really good. Shout out to James Harden, but he was nowhere close to that, especially the 2 years after. He
But
didn't really get back
was
to
he
himself
playing
until,
through
like,
it when he heard it, or
Yeah.
it was just no? I'm saying when he
came back in a
heard it.
week, yeah.
Mhm.
So he heard it in the series before.
He got a grade 2 in game 1 against the Bucks and came back for game 4.
That's right.
And by the way, he was already
came
dealing
back
with
in a
this
week.
hamstring injury when the season started.
Yeah, and this hamstring was
Okay, yeah, that's what I was
a
asking, yeah.
recurring
This was a
thing for him,
problem.
yeah.
This was a problem when the season started, and he played through it throughout the course of the season. It just got progressively worse as the season went on. And then to Mars's point,
Came back for game 5, my fault, game 5.
then the playoffs. I mean, he had a grade 2. That's a 2-month injury.
And that's right in the chat too. That
Right.
OG tried to come back against Indiana.
Yeah, and you
Never-
saw how
never
he
tried to
looked
come-
for the
yeah.
5 minutes he was out there. He couldn't lift his leg.
Couldn't even move.
Like that-
but he was balling
That's
that
bad.
year too.
Hey, Drago, why do you think that just because you bet something that means that you putting a stamp on it? To some people, money ain't nothing. For some people to put $50,
I know
on the
people
game,
that put money on like that. I know
that don't
someone
mean nothing.
rooting for the Cavs, put money on the Raptors. So if the Raptors win, at least I come up.
Yeah, that
and
don't
if the
mean
Cavs
nothing.
win, hey, I don't mind losing money because my team won. Like,
Right. That don't mean you believe in it just because I bet, just because I put $50 on these dudes. What I don't understand what that means. Just because I want to put I don't put $50 or $100 on it. Why is that an issue? I never understood that. Because you want to put some jack on it? Because plenty of people, to Mars' point, I'm gonna put $100 on Detroit, even though I think the Cavs are gonna do it because I think that I can win some money here. Give me a break. That doesn't mean anything. That means nothing.
if I were to bet, that's how I'd bet. If I'm rooting for Philly, for example, I'll put money on the Knicks. So if Philly win, at least I'm happy. And if the Knicks win, hey, I'm annoyed, but at least I came up with some bread.
Can you
Win-win.
sports bet? Can you sports bet in the UK?
You can, yeah.
You can. Yes, absolutely. You 100% can. So
There's actually less limits on it here than what you guys have over there. We don't have to be different with our terminology to, you know.
more or less and
Yeah, we don't have
stuff
to do
like
that.
that.
Yeah, but we can just go to the sports book like at the casinos too, though.
Yeah, so can we?
Y'all got
Or-
We have designated spots where you can go in and place
right,
bets.
right.
Yeah.
Or we could all just download Splash Sports and do it
As you
there,
should.
so we don't have
As
to,
you
you know, all of that good stuff.
That's actually
But-
a lot easier.
That's what
Ron,
you
to be
should
honest
do.
with you. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
easier.
like the most convenient way for sure. Yeah. And you're not playing against the house. So like
Facts,
even there,
facts.
like, it's just way better.
There you go.
But all right, y'all. We've talked enough about the Knicks, man. No, nobody wants to talk about the Knicks, right? We're all tired of talking about the Knicks, right, Jay?
You shouldn't be.
All right, we have what's good, Jay? How you feeling today?
What you talking about?
The sun is a little brighter. You know what
Uh-oh.
I'm saying? The grass a little greener, guys. I don't know. This is a beautiful day today.
Sky's a little bluer.
How y'all feeling, man?
Okay, I had to. I
I'm
had
feeling
to,
great. Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I had to second guess real quick. You pulled up in the left corner. I was like, When did we get Cam on the show?
Yeah, it's been a while. I ain't heard him say nothing about playoff Paolo, by the way. 30
What?
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
we're actually about to get into that right now. I'm sure you want to talk about Tobias too, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm gonna lie. Tobias, where was this when I needed it? Where was this? Tobias out playing on his mind.
Yo, has there been any reports yet? Have they drug tested Tobias or not?
Tobias is doing shit he ain't never
Chill,
done.
chill. I'm not bullshitting. Chill. You have to drug test. They should have drug tested him at halftime. Drug test him as soon as oh my God.
First of all, I'm gonna let Ron set it up.
Hey, shout out to my dude P5, bro.
I'm gonna let
Hold up, but before we do that, because Swipe about to jump off in a second, I want to ask you the same questions I asked Dion. Can I get your first, or can I get all four of your second round predictions?
Knicks Spurs, Cavs, Knicks Spurs, Cavs, Thunder. Yep.
Hold on, slow it down all right quick. Knicks, Sixers. Who you got in how many games?
Knicks. I'll do Knicks in 7. I'll do Cavs in 7. I'll do Spurs in 5. I'll do OKC in 4.
All right, no doubt. But all right, Swiper, we'll catch up with you soon.
Swipe.
All right,
Damo.
we're gonna go ahead.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Ron.
Nah, Damo, because Damo, it was lit yesterday. And Chill was nowhere to be found. It was in rotation. Damo had the whole members only stream, Smokey.
Hey man, listen. All I want to say about the members only.
See, that's why that voice raspy. We had backwoods in rotation.
Football, you my MVP, gang. You the real MVP. Football. That's all I gotta say. That's my football. My favorite person.
Shout out football breakdown.
Man, how y'all doing?
Cool.
Past that because my dude already passed it.
All right.
But I'm gonna pass it. I got a half an ounce for my dude Damo. I got a half an ounce for him.
That's why I love Chill, man.
I got a half an ounce for him, no doubt.
We're gonna go ahead and get into the second of our game 7s that happened this week, or this past weekend. The Magic versus the Pistons. The Pistons put it on the Magic yesterday by a score of 116-94. A few players got busy, but there's some things we need to talk about. We're gonna usher this in by way of a $20 super chat from Cheese15. Cheese said, Ausar is a top 3 defender in the league. If it wasn't for Wemby, he'd win multiple DPOIs.
And his brother too. And Mars, shout out
best wing defender since Kawhi.
Hey, shout out the ripping dudes in the open floor, yo. Shout out the ripping dudes in the open floor and turning defense into offense.
Did you see
completely swinging the momentum? Say it again, Mars.
Ausar Thompson different, man. Like, even if you want to just like look at steals, and he averaged 2.5 steals and 2.5 blocks a game in a 7-game
That's
series.
Ridiculous.
As a wing, like I hope, like he crazy, man. Shout out to him.
Mars, we come so far from the better than rookie Ausar defense versus rookie Scottie Pippen defense. So far from them conversations, man.
Oh yeah, we are now just Ausar defense versus Scottie Pippen defense. That's where we are now. Like, that's where we're at now. It's not rookie versus rookie. This is just Ausar versus Scottie Pippen. Like that's where we at. But we'll wait. I think
the difference with that, if we're gonna have that conversation right now, are we having that conversation right now or not?
We don't have to.
Yeah.
I said that partially in jest, but we can.
Oh yeah. Well, I just think really the biggest difference is just the size and Scottie's ability to guard some of the bigs,
bigger
and,
matchups,
bang with them. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, Ausar. Yeah. Ausar.
He's ridiculous. And when you asked about screen navigation, I was going to say, because there was a play yesterday, and it didn't really lead to anything that I can remember. There was a play, it was maybe in the first half. Ausar Thompson's guarding Jalen Suggs, and someone came up and set a screen for him. When I tell you Ausar just teleported through the screen, like he literally just flew straight through it. Like you wouldn't even know a screen was set. He just stayed attached to Jalen Suggs the whole time. Now, Jalen Suggs isn't a masterful offensive player, I'm not saying, but like that's screen navigation. When a screen can get set and you just slide through it like it's not there, that's like S-tier screen navigation. And Ausar, he got that in abundance. So
if you remember, Mars, this was like this could have been maybe 2 years ago. And there was. Well, let me not do that. Okay, so it was like 2 years ago, and I was asking questions about screen defense, And I'm saying, well, why don't they guard her like this? And how come if somebody sets a screen, why do they have to, get screened? Or how come they can't just cheat up and, attack? And I was told that, well, that's just because you coach teenagers and you can't do that at this level of basketball. That's what I was told. I was told that in the NBA, like you can't if my man is setting the screen, that I can't push up the screen, that at this level of basketball that they just don't do that. And so that's why I've been asking these screen navigation questions. Like what's the difference between playing good, like is that just a separate terminology to playing defense? You know what I mean? Like because I was told that at this level of basketball that you can't play defense like that.
Well, there's just not many who can do it at a high level, but the ones that can, I mean, Jaden McDaniels is one of them. Ausar Thompson is another one. Like when you have the elite screen navigators, it just makes life so much easier. There's just not many people who have the skill set required in terms of like just getting skinny through the screen, staying attached, keeping your hands active without fouling, playing rear view pursuit if you do get caught. Like not many people have like all of those skills in abundance, and Ausar does. I say I don't know what his floor as a defender is, and I'm yet to hear someone give me one.
I don't think so.
Like he genuinely just does everything at a high level in terms of the amount of people he can guard, the rim protection, the ripping people in the open floor, deflections, screen navigation, rotations, recovery speeds. Like I don't know what he can't do. And he does it all with like his motor revving on 100, like at all times. So you get top 5 defender in my opinion.
I asked in the group chat yesterday about Coach Mosley. I asked like, does the plane touch down and he's fired then, or did they fire him?
He was already fired yesterday, Ox. He was fired yesterday. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And he was fired yesterday.
That nigga was fired before Game 7. Chill.
Yeah, they already made the decision.
He was fired before the playoffs started, bro.
Yeah, they had already made the decision to go in another. Even if they won, they would have reconsidered it, but the decision was still made.
Sure, the Larry O'Brien wasn't saving Jamal Mosley.
It would have.
I don't know about that. He for sure
first round. He'd have kept his job. They got the first round.
Yeah, they would have reconsidered it if they would have won. But I think the writing was already on the wall. I'm in the minority. I don't think he's the problem. I think that the problem is that I've said it already. I think their offense needs to change. I think
he's the coach. He has to change the offense.
But you know the difference though, Ox? The difference is that when you have guys on your staff, there's a difference with what's going on in Cleveland this year. Last year, Cleveland had a top 5 offense. That dude is now in Phoenix. They're not that good.
So what you're saying is he needs another coach to save him from being a sorry coach.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all, because Phil Jackson did not come up with the triangle. No, he did not.
Right. So, Chill, I get what you're saying, Chill, like that you can have an assistant.
So then what does Jamal Mosley do?
But Jamal Mosley, if he doesn't have that, Chill, if he doesn't have that on his staff, then he has to either go get that or he has to
That's
be
what I was
that.
thinking.
He has to be that.
Add something.
So
this isn't his first year there.
He failed at his job. He failed.
Yeah, like he's been there for multiple years. Like that guy that he needs to get, he's had multiple years to go get him, and he hasn't got him. So, what's up, Damo?
Do y'all know if the Magic are actually running, like if their system is predicated on what Jamal Mosley actually wants to do, or if he's being handicapped by people in the front office?
Which
like
is
if
not ridiculous.
Like I'm just saying, in these conversations, we never consider the fact that there are factors we have no clue about that are controlling basketball decisions, and it's handcuffing him to certain things. There may be lineups he wants to play. There may be a style he wants to do, but he can't because there's someone in the suit telling him we're going to go with this analytical data. There's somebody in the suit saying, well, we had this 5-year plan for this, so now we want to run with this. I'm not giving him bail. I'm just saying, because I don't know their situation, I'm not going to just sit here and assume this is all Jamal Mosley's doing. Everything that's going on that's bad with them is Jamal Mosley, but when it's good, Paolo's playing well, that's Paolo. Franz played well, Franz did that. Wendell Carter busting ass, yeah. He's doing it for Angel Reese. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. If we're going to have the conversation, let's have the whole conversation. So do we know who the president of basketball operations is? Do we know what their system was looking like last year compared to this year? Do we know anything? Does anyone have any insiders to who was changed in the front office and how much they dictate things at their previous location and now? These are also
Damo,
questions
I will say this, Damo. I can't assume what's going on in the front office, but I know he's the coach. right? I know he's the coach. I know the offense they run is no good for the players they have, right? And so whether it's fair or not, I'm just gonna say, well, you're the coach and the offense hasn't changed, then you gotta go. You know what I mean? And that's a big issue I have with the NBA too, Damo, is that, and y'all know I've said it before. I feel bad for NBA coaches. I do, because of what you just brought up. What you just brought up is a real thing. Also, them not being able to hold superstars accountable without getting fired also. So all that is true, but I'm just going to assume that this is just a perfect world in NBA, in basketball coaches get to coach their basketball team, right? And if that is what's going on and you get to coach your basketball team, to your point, Chill, if he's not the offensive mind over there, then he has to get out the way so that they can bring a guy in, because it's been too long. And also, Chill, I also want to say this. It's not all his fault. You can't control injuries.
Sure.
He can't control Jalen Suggs being a bum. That's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? He needs to just line Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner up. I'm like, okay, I'm kicking your ass first and I'm kicking your ass second. Because if you could just stay healthy for 3 damn weeks, and if you could be a good basketball player, see, Chill, that's why I was saying last year that they were the ones that were supposed to get Darius Garland, not the Clippers. It was supposed to be them
Orlando
to go get Darius Garland.
Well, it goes back to what Damo was saying, because I'm having a difficult time, Ron, with Mosley running offense consistently with ISOs with Paolo. Like that's not something that's and it's not working, by the way. We run this, like I said before. I said this to you guys a month ago, where they run this horns offense, too high, clean the right side of the floor, get a ball to Paolo. Too high, cross screen, clean the left side of the floor, give it to Paolo. Down screen, run Desmond Bane off the screen, get him an open shot. There's really no continuity, and there's really no other action going on with this offense. It's very vanilla and it's very predictable. And I think when you're talking about a coach, I think that if I'm watching that, I know that this isn't working, so I have to make adjustments. Now, we know that coaches don't make adjustments, i.e. Doc Rivers. But I think Jamal Mosley is smart enough that he has that ability to make adjustments. But with watching, if we still running the same thing, I got to think that there's something else going on.
How long has he been in Orlando? My fault. Go ahead.
No. But I just want to say, for those of you who are listening and don't know, Jamal Mosley did get fired. Was it this morning? First thing this morning? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Jamal Mosley did get fired.
In the morning, I saw it at 5 a.m.
But Damo, what was your question again?
Well, because again, I'm listening and I'm reading chat. I'm not gonna act like I know everything about Jamal Mosley and his systems, but if he's been there for 5 years, yeah, I'm more willing to give him blame for everything that's going wrong with this team. And then I was gonna ask, at least to y'all, when is it that y'all realize Paolo's playmaking took, I guess, a leap, or was something to be leaned on a little bit? Was it last year or the year before last? Like in terms of his passing, setting up others. Because I can remember there was a shift in the conversation. Young Paolo, it was, okay, NBA ready. Wow, he's actually more skilled than I would imagine. I thought, when I'm talking for me, by the way, I was like, okay, it's a lot of jumpers. There's a lot of finesse to his game for year one. I wasn't expecting that. Sure. Year two, at least from my perspective, bit of a plateau. I don't think and maybe I'm misremembering, but year two, I didn't think he took this crazy leap as in terms of the player he was in. Between year 3 and year 4 is when I noticed the playmaking. So maybe they got fooled by the playmaking and said, okay, we don't need to find a guard to come in and run the offense. Paolo has that. He's a young guy. He's a young forward that can play, make, and pass. We can lean on that. We got him and Franz. They can be our guys. And they fell for that, I guess. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how do we end up here.
Absolutely. And for me, Damo, it was after year 3, and when they played against the Cavs in the playoffs, when that season, not just necessarily against the Cavs in the playoffs, but I did see the leap in playmaking and in passing. I didn't give him nearly enough credit as a distributor. Now, as far as them getting tricked in terms of him being it, well, if they wanted him to be more of a playmaker and passer, why are we running ISO basketball to get him in one-on-one situations where he's just a driver and getting buckets? Why isn't there more action off the basketball where he can find guys to be more of a playmaker? That's what I'm talking about when I talk about this offense being different, because if I'm just giving the ball to Paolo on the right side of the floor and just letting him go to work, that's not difficult to guard. He's standing in front of everybody. There's nobody else doing anything. A lot of these guys are just standing around on the perimeter. There is no misdirection on the wings where guys are looking. There's no misdirection on the wing where guys are down screening or doing anything else. It's just Paolo going one-on-one and these guys standing around watching him. Franz can actually get downhill and get to the rim in terms of being a playmaker and passer, right? But I think Paolo is more of a bucket getter. So I don't think that they utilized him in that I don't think they utilized him in that playmaking aspect. And also, really quickly, and I'll let you guys have it, but I don't think they put him in space to score efficiently. Like the 3-ball for Paolo is not a thing. Let's get to the bottom of that right now. The 3-ball, no, it's not, Mars. It is not a thing. I'm not buying it.
Last night.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not buying it because he also went 0 for 9 the game before that. Don't leave that part out. That's very important.
Low averages, low average.
Of course. So with that being said, where is Paolo the most effective when you watch him play? I think he's really good. I think he's a really good finisher around the rim. I like him in the mid post. I actually, and in addition to liking him in the mid post, I actually like him in transition. And more importantly, I like him around the free throw line in the middle, not on the elbow, but right in the middle of the floor. He operates really well there.
Chill. One of my big things, and I said this before the series, I said it during the series, and I'm going to keep saying it. And this actually has been a glaring problem for the Magic that we all have been trying to find solutions for them to fix. And it's just a point guard. And I'm not like, it's obvious that they need a better point guard. Every team can use a better point guard. But it's not necessarily just the fact that they need a point guard. It's the fact that Chill, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. What easy buckets does Paolo get? Who sets the table for Paolo? When's the last time y'all seen Paolo catch an alley-oop? When's the last time y'all seen Paolo get an easy cut backdoor? Part of it, yes, is the offense, but also too, and I'm gonna go to an extreme just to make a point. Imagine how much Paolo, how freed up Paolo would be, and how easy a buckets he would get if he was playing with a prime Chris Paul. I know prime Chris Pauls don't just grow on trees. I know that.
Darius Garland, how much better?
You can say DG too, but I'm just saying, like, imagine what Paolo would look like next to an elite playmaker in transition, in the half court. I'm able to get you to spots where you need to be at. I'm able to get you the ball in those spots. And on top of that, I'm able to collapse the defense and get you looks through that. Like,
Ron,
that's the main thing.
How much better is he? How much better is Paolo? To your point, to your Chris Paul comparison, how much better is Paolo than Blake if he's running with him? What does that look like?
He's not better than Blake.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, Mars.
Wait, which
I don't know where like Paolo Blake is coming from.
Wait, which version of
Blake? He's not better than the Blake that was in Detroit or the one that played
Paul.
I'm going to say,
we can have some talks with Detroit. With Detroit, we can have some talks.
He's not better than
We're not having talks if it's Detroit. If it's Detroit, yeah, he's not better than that Blake. Clippers Blake.
We could talk. But all I'm saying, I think he's better than him too. But the point I'm making though is whether we're comparing him and Blake, the point I'm making is when you play with an elite point guard like Chris Paul, he opens up the game completely for you. Chris Paul made Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan's life. It was heaven for them.
Finished third in league MVP votes in 13.
But those are guys that couldn't generate their own shot at all, right? Like, we're complaining to Paolo, whose game is predicated on creating his own shot, putting the ball on the floor and getting to his spots, and either get into the mid post like Chill said or get into the rim, right? So, how much different does that make Paolo's game if he has somebody setting the table for him, right? Where are they going to set the table for him at, right? For Paolo, the same way that Jaylen Duran used to be set up, right? And all he did.
I feel like Blake's reliance on Chris Paul is overstated, but not reliance. I think.
Do you think?
No, reliance is the right word, Mark. It is.
I think that's just incorrect.
Yeah.
I don't think Blake was reliant.
A lot of people think that Chris Paul was the one generating offense for Blake Griffin. Like, Blake Griffin couldn't go get it. That's just not true.
Do y'all think he was held back playing with Chris Paul?
He's not putting the ball in his hand.
I don't know about held back. I just don't subscribe to the notion that like statistically, I know for a fact Blake's numbers don't change with or without Chris Paul. I know that for a fact. But like, I just feel like Blake was more versatile than playing with Chris Paul led people to believe, in my opinion. He kind of got minimized in terms of what he could do
because you got a primary ball handler.
That's what I meant by held back in terms of
Okay,
what he's
yeah, then
actually
I feel
not
you. Yeah,
held back statistically, held back in terms of what he's actually able to do. Do you feel him going to Detroit was him showing what he actually could do, or that was him taking a step up since playing with Chris Paul?
Part of it was a step up. Like once he started declining athletically, I do think his skill parts of his game developed like a lot. But I do think he was always like he was such a physical, overwhelming force that I do think he probably deserved more post touches than he got when he was playing with Chris Paul because Chris Paul wanted to run more pick and rolls and whatnot. I also do think that Blake Griffin's ability on the offensive glass was something that kind of got minimized playing next to Chris Paul because you're trying to slow the game down in a way that is more methodical, and Blake is in different positions where he can't use his speed, athleticism to get onto the O glass because he's out there setting screens for Chris Paul or whatever the case may be. Like statistically, for example, just so I can bring this up, Blake Griffin from 2012 to 2016 with Chris Paul was 23.5 points per 75, 10 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 2.7 turnovers. He did that on 56.5% true shooting. Without Chris Paul, he was 24 points per 75, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.7 turnovers on 56.3% true shooting.
Same thing.
Like he's the exact same person. And I would actually argue the reason why the true shooting is even slightly worse is because his 3-point percentage was 15% when Chris Paul wasn't there, which I would probably tip down to more variance as opposed to like his actual skill, which would mean that his 2-point scoring was actually more effective without Chris Paul, and that goes like against like most people's beliefs. His free throw rate also went up because he was creating his own offense even more. So when I say that he was less reliant on Chris Paul with stuff like that, it's like Blake Griffin could do what he does with or without
when
Chris
you
Paul.
play when you play with a guy like that, with the point guard or any player that can spoon feed you. When you have a guy like Chris Paul that can really give you the ball where you need it and stuff like that, people are going to look at that as, oh, you're only getting off because he's giving you the ball here. Which is like, well, I don't have to go catch the ball on the short corner in the nail and get my own work because I got a guy that can do it for me. But if I need to, I can get my own bucket. And I think Blake Griffin is definitely a victim of that. You know, where he would have been fine without it, but since he had it, people think that that's the only way he can do it. I also want to say back with the Magic though, y'all. If Paolo had, and this all came up, Chill, because remember, I think it was early last season where we were talking about the issues with Darius and D. Mitch on defense. Yep. And that's why I was like, okay, well, y'all could go get Jalen Suggs to come help with that perimeter defense, and then Orlando could have Darius Garland who can, you know, set the table more for Franz and Paolo. And also, this is another big thing, Chill, and well, all of y'all, a big thing where when another team is on a 80-6 run and y'all can't get a bucket in 15 minutes, you can have a guard who can get a bucket.
Damo, this was the very thing that concerned me.
Who can break down a defender, pull up for a jump shot, get to the basket, and get a bucket when you need to get a bucket.
This was the very thing. Go ahead, Damo. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, in terms of Orlando, I guess this offseason to tell us everything we need to know if it was Mosley's fault or the front office's fault. Because all I've seen from them these past couple of years, their point guards need to play defense. And it's ironic that I'm seeing people in the chat say, oh, they need a pure point guard. They need a playmaker. Get you a Chris Paul. Get you a Rondo. Yeah, those guys have defense. Their system is obviously predicated on their lead guards or their point guards being able to defend. So if they go out in free agency or they go on the draft and they do get a new point guard, but he's just another variation of Jalen Suggs or Anthony Black, I think we need to start looking like, okay, maybe this wasn't all Jamal Mosley. Those higher-ups have a plan for how they want to build around Paolo and Franz. Now, if they go out there and Drew Holiday is a good choice, by the way, whoever's in chat.
Going to get Desmond was a good move, though.
It was a good move. I'm with that. It was a good move, and he was there to replace KCP and try to be a better player in that role. That's fine. It's just I don't know. I'm not sure what they're trying to do with their system. So if we see them go out and they do get Darius Garland, they go out and they do find a guard that can score, a guard that can play make, but he's not defensive. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm giving I'm giving Mosley the bombasticest of side eyes from now on because it's obviously been you, twin. First year without you, they go out and do what they've been supposed to do. Cool. But if they go out there and they try to get a Drew Holiday, they go out there and they still try to find a guard that fits into what they've been looking for.
And
this wasn't a Jamal Mosley issue. Yeah, but I was like, this isn't a Jamal Mosley issue.
Another thing too, Damo, I got to give Jamal a little bail. I have to because I do believe that a healthy Franz throughout this whole season, I think this is a completely different outcome. I think a healthy Franz during the regular season, they're not even in the play-in, they're not an 8th seed. I think they're a 2 or 3 seed. On top of that, I think a healthy Franz in these playoffs, they beat Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is all on Jamal Mosley, which is common in basketball or any sport. It can't be all on the coach. It can't be all on one player. It can't be all on the bench. You know, even Ham, even Pelican.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? That's crazy.
But I 100% do believe that if Franz is healthy, this is a different playoffs and a different regular season. And so I think Jamal was a victim of not having healthy stars. You know what I'm saying? And that happens. It happens. But yeah, like that's a part of being a coach of the NBA. You got to fall on the sword.
Okay, first of all, this was the very thing that I was afraid of. Mars and I had this comment when I said that Jalen Suggs was mid. Mars about jumped through the screen on me because I thought that he was mid. The thing that I concerned myself with Jalen Suggs was his inability to score. Damo, he got 6 of the 7 games where he shot under 40%. 3 of the last 4 games, he shot under 20%, yo.
Derek White about to make All NBA doing that same
I was just about to say, I mean, I get it, Chill.
My lead guard has to be able to score. He has to
Derek
be able
White
to
about
score.
to make All NBA.
Unless that's not what your system is. Unless that's not what we need my lead guard to do. Sometimes I need my lead guard to be the best defender on the court. In occasions, I need my lead guard to shut down your lead guard. It depends what your system is and if that works. I don't think they have the personnel. Personally, I don't think they have the personnel to make what they're trying to do actually work. Realistically, I think you need a better big man.
That's when it works. That's when it works, though, Damo. When
center
you got other guys
or
to supplement.
say Apollo?
I think you need a better center. Like, and I'm not saying Wendell's bad, but Wendell, in terms of for what they're doing, I think he's the perfect backup big for what they're doing. For what they're doing to work, you need a dog at center. That's the only way it's going to work. You're going to have a team predicated on both your forwards.
Goga and Wendell.
I'm about to say Goga.
Yeah, Gogurt.
Goga Belitza?
Gogurt.
Belitza?
Gogurt
Belitza?
Gogurt. That guy Gogurt and Windex down there. Them boys is animals.
That boy with the ponytail?
That the same one.
Respect Demon Goga. What are you talking about?
Okay, there's only been one demon with a ponytail. His name is Luis Scola. Shout out his son, by the way. Coming out in the draft in a couple of weeks.
That's how you get Ox on side right there.
Hey, no, wait, but I wasn't trying to cut you off. My bad, but I think they got 2 dogs. Now I don't think they got the 2 best bigs out there, but I think they're serviceable bigs, and I think they are definitely dogs. I think you got some animals in the paint with them too.
Ox, listen, you right. Maybe they do got dogs, but if I see a Cane Corso and a Pit Bull, and then I see a Chihuahua, technically you see 3 dogs, but really it's 2 dogs. Really,
they're not no Chihuahuas.
Come on. Hey, a Chihuahua's a dog, ain't it?
Absolutely.
It just ain't the right dog for the job. Yeah. It's just not the right dog. It's not the right dog for the job I'm trying to do. So what I'm saying is they got 2 of the wrong dogs. You can get rid of one and keep the other. Take your pick. All I'm saying, you just need a better big to make that work. The guard's going to play. My point guard's going to be super defensive minded. My 2 guards going to be Desmond Bane. My forwards are going to lead us with playmaking and trying to score. Your big has to be that essential 3rd option to score with that 3rd or 4th option, trading off of Desmond Bane with being that X factor scorer. If they're going to try to win at the highest level, again, they can get to the playoffs with this formula. They can be successful in terms of the business of basketball. Keep this shit going for another 5 years. You're going to make your money. That's fine. But if you're trying to win, you got to do something different.
Yeah, Damo, it's more point guard for me. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. But what I seen from Jalen Suggs, and hey, Chill, I'm pulling to you. I said that. We're talking about his shooting. I said that.
Get that dude off the floor.
Oh my, this series was atrocious from Jalen Suggs. It is no way that you have a point guard out there that just generates no offense. Now, if your offense could run without Jalen Suggs and you're putting him in there for defensive purposes, cool. But like the fact that nobody out there other than Paolo could generate anything, and then Jalen Suggs he stockpiles on our problems. We got to figure something else out. I'll give up a little bit of defense. I'll give up a lot of defense just to get somebody that can consistently do something. I would have rather have had Dennis Schroeder.
My issue is you got these guys that play defense at guard, but they're not guarding the only guy giving you not only guy, because Tobias in Game 7 killed him. But I'm talking more so Game 6 more than Game 7. When I'm saying this, I'm talking more Game 6 than Game 5 than Game 7. There should have been no reason Paolo was taking the assignment of guarding Cade. Full stop. That should not have been a thing. I don't care if you're trying to put a bigger body on him that can still move. He was getting cooked. And for all I've seen, and I don't know how many of y'all watch the games with the commentators on, as soon as I heard them say, they've been battling since AAU, I was like, oh my God, that's what this is, Paulo? That's why you're going to allow them to go on an 18-2 run? Because y'all been battling since AAU? This is a pride thing? Nigga, if you put Jalen Suggs, if he's not hitting shots, at least let him do what he's good at or what he's supposed to do. Let him earn his money. Put Jalen Suggs on Cade.
He was frying him too, though. He was frying him too.
But let Paolo help off. Paolo should not be the man. I'm going to take the assignment. That's not you, buddy. That's not your bag. Trust me. Hey, actually, let me shut up because after last night, I don't know about a lot of people's bags. So let me walk that back. Maybe that isn't his. Matter of fact, next person. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just hard to guard Cade, man.
Nah, for real. But real talk, that even goes to my point. If I know that we're gonna get to the playoffs and we're gonna go against Cade, we're gonna go against Donovan Mitchell, we're gonna go against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. These are all series that they've had the last 3 years. And I know Jalen Suggs can't, at the end of the day, lock down any of them. Yes, he can do a good job, but you're not gonna just turn off their water. I'd rather get a nigga in here that's good, that Cade's still gonna tear up, but at least you gonna give me 18-9 and make a couple open threes.
I mean, the game plan is different for guarding Cade, right? You're not going in the game like, how can we shut down Cade, right? You're going in the game like, how can we shut down everybody else? Right?
Well, they were doing a fine job when Franz was playing, but you know,
Franz was doing a really good job on him, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
From time
Franz
to
was
time,
doing a good job.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Franz did a good job.
We would have figured him out too. We would have figured him.
I'm not
out
saying
too.
you wouldn't know because Cade is amazing.
If-
and I think Cade deserves a lot of credit.
Now we.
Who's we? Where? I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
thank
now
you,
we.
Who the fuck is we?
We
Oxen, we were going to win this series.
Cade
Pistons
FC.
jersey back there?
no, it's Cade FC.
Rockets out. Lakers finna get swept. Swept. Now it's we.
I thought, real talk, we was just right here. We was back. We was up. If now Franz go out and you jump ship.
Yeah, he over. Yeah.
No, I think that Orlando better than Detroit. If Franz played, I think they win the series. I'm saying
Right. Okay.
I have been, I've been pushing Cade prop this season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Cade
fun to
is
see Cade succeed.
Decent,
Man.
yeah, he decent.
If
Oh
Detroit
my
was
God, are we not going to talk about this? Are we not going to hold Adam Silver accountable?
For what?
Make
For
him
what?
do his job and send them people to Tobias' house. Somebody need to pull up on Tobias and get piss in his cup.
Stop the bullshit. And the reason why you're going to stop
What
the bullshit
bullshit?
is because you're the same one who was talking about
Mr. Harris.
you was the same one who was talking about Tobias Harris, who you thought could play at a third team all-pro level. You thought he was that good at one point. On top of that, the Detroit Pistons.
That was 7 years ago.
No, it was not that long ago. I didn't even know it was 7 years ago. That's number one. Number two.
No. I thought that's how good I thought he was 5 or 6 years ago. But I was saying that he's supposed to be better. I don't think he was still a third All-NBA level player, but I just think he was better than what he was showing.
He was in Philly. You were saying that about him.
Bro, I was saying that he needs to play better. I wasn't saying that he's still a third
This is him
team
playing
All-NBA
better.
level player.
Yes, this is him 100%.
Yeah, he's doing
I'm
what you
saying,
said.
What the fuck? Like,
Yes.
So just because
I've
it takes a
never
couple
seen
years to
Tobias-
have.
Yes. And I felt like
Nah, you
I
ain't.
felt like yesterday.
Tobias is 33, 32.
Some people
So
hit that prime late.
He just hit his peak
Yeah, some people.
This is
what
peak
you talking about?
Tobias.
Some people
Come on,
play it.
man.
It was a game 7 situation. Word.
I'm about to say, we just seen the first round. Ayo DeSuma drops 40.
Word.
Scoot had competent games in the playoffs. And we concerned about Tobias stepping up?
Yes.
Word. Yeah,
Who actually was good.
Yes,
throughout the course of the
absolutely.
series, Tomo,
There's
by the way.
active rookies, plural. There's more than 2 rookies doing work for their team and winning them games.
Correct.
Or keeping them in games. And we're worried about Tobias turning it up?
I know one thing. Joel Embiid need to go find Tobias right now and just strangle him. I'm talking about leave him where you find him. Leave Tobias ass right where you find him.
That's fair.
Fox, is it ridiculous to think that Tobias could knock down an open shot? Because Orlando was actively leaving him open. That was going on. Like throughout the course of the series.
Some of that chill, but he was
leaving him open.
Chill, he was getting left open too, chill. But there was also times where I see him ISO, mano y mano.
I got a small dude on me on the box.
Bow.
Don't forget he's 6'8", okay? Number one, I'm 6'8".
He's 6'10".
And in addition to being 6'8", I got Jaylen Suggs on me, who's too small, and I got him 16 feet, 14 feet away from the basket. I can turn around and hit I can hit a turnaround jump shot on him. I can do that.
So don't you remember that was my issue? Him not picking on smaller guys?
Only except he's doing that now. Now you want him to get drug tested, Ox. What's the problem? That's what's going on. He's doing exactly what you said. He's doing exactly what
this
you
is
said
when
he should
this
be
is
doing,
when
and he's
this
doing
is when
that.
you this is when you're supposed to drug test somebody when they start doing shit that they don't normally do. This is when
even
you
though
drug
that's what
test
you want
them.
him to do, though.
Yeah.
What's going on? Well, with that being said, though, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron. If if Orlando was gonna win this series, they had to do it Friday. You got the game you wanted, game 1. The series shifted. You went home. You won both of those games. Now you got these dudes in the chokehold, down 3-1. You get the game that you want, the elimination game in your building, and you laid an egg. And I'm talking about a crater-sized egg where you don't score for 16 minutes, Damo, and 48 seconds. Not sure how your math works. That's over almost a quarter and a half where we don't get a bucket. That doesn't happen in NBA games where you don't score for almost a quarter and a half, especially in the playoffs. We have to get something, whether it's in transition, whether it's an open court steal, something to get us going. Where we can't get anything going, 23 straight shots. I knew for a fact once they lost on Friday, they wasn't going up to Detroit.
They got those, chill. They got steals. They had fast break opportunities. That Detroit defense was cool. I forgot exactly what time in the third quarter, but it was nearing the end of the third quarter to going into the fourth. I seen Cade. Cade started the half. They looked down. He looked out. I watched him literally and flip a switch and start going. And not just on one end, on the other end as well. There was a play, I forget who threw the turnover. Someone throws a turnover. I want to say it was either Cade or Ausar, first one back. Stop the fast break themselves. That would have gave them their first bucket. The Magic's first bucket wasn't until a Paolo free throw. Like, it was bad. They couldn't score anything. They had good shots. They weren't hitting. Desmond Bane took about 4 to 5 open threes. Did not hit. There were guys who were taking shots they were supposed to take. They did not hit. Man, all I had to do was look up and say this was God's plan. That's all that was. I don't know how else to explain it. It was angels on the court. Not in the outfield. There was angels on the court preventing them from making any kind of shots.
Angels on the court and in the stands.
Desmond Bane, if he's not running off screens, and I come to this realization, if he's not running on screens,
that's pretty good, Ron.
Or catch and shooting, he doesn't really do much in terms of offensively because he's not getting downhill. He's not creating shots.
Ausar was guards in him.
I get that, Mars, right? So with a
top blocking him too.
So if that's the case, all right,
deny him the ball.
He's not going to do nothing for real. He got Ausar in him. If he making threes, that's a bonus. Like,
okay, so if that's the case, then we have to then I got to recognize. You know what? Ausar took you out the series. Ausar completely shut you down. Shut the door on him. Right, because
he made threes, so you know.
Okay, he was making threes when it wasn't really when it didn't really matter. If I remember yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Like,
now we hating. Okay.
No, it didn't really. No, it didn't. I'm just not a big Desmond Bane fan. I think he talked too much for somebody.
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
I think he talks way too much for somebody with that type of game. Like, he talked like he's an all-pro, all-star type, with an all-star, all-pro type of game. He ain't that nice to be talking.
He does have an all-star level game.
I'm about to say, Chilltown.
He in the East.
We're talking about
Yeah,
a
in the
guy.
East, yeah, you can sneak on there and maybe.
I'm not gonna hold you. If I'm almost a career 20-point per game guy in the NBA, I don't need to be an all-star to pop my shit. What are we talking about?
He
So
talked too much to me.
does Dillon Brooks talk too much?
Yes.
Are you chill?
Yes.
Shit, I'd argue Desmond Bain was the Magic's best offensive player this year. So I don't know. I think he.
Dillon Brooks talks too much.
Yes.
No, stop it.
But that's
Norman Powell did make an All-Star team.
I feel like
I know.
like
I
Dillon
think
Brooks,
Desmond
I think
Bain
that's
better
part
than
of his game, though. Who Dillon, like he needs that in order to be. He needs that bravado in order to get himself going, because he also is that on the defensive side of the floor. So I definitely
Some guys
get
need
part
that.
with him.
Some guys got a bar to get themselves going. I will say that a lot of people are descendants of Kevin Garnett in bad ways.
For him, he's more of an irritant than the other stuff. Like I see guys talking and like it's really good. It's really good banter. Like with Jaylen Brown and Joel Embiid in Game 7. Like that's real back and forth right there. Right. I think
Did y'all already speak on his stream? Jaylen Brown's stream?
He had a meltdown.
Oxboard up.
We talked a little bit about
it.
And to the dude in the chat, Ray, yes, absolutely. I don't get. You think I care? I'm a hater. Hell yes, I'm a hater of Desmond Bain. I don't give a fuck. I say it right here. I am a hater.
I might be the only Desmond Bain hater on the planet.
I'm straight on Desmond Bain.
I'm there with you.
Absolutely.
Dedicating hate to Desmond Bain.
Out of here. Get your ass out of here.
I love that, Chill. Yeah, I might not even agree with you. Openly hate. I love that.
My problem, Damo, is that these dudes talk like we don't all have biases against people. Yes, we all do. Every last one of us do. Like I'm not the only one. You are too. I don't mean you, Damo, in particular. I'm not.
Oh no, I know you mean me. Don't worry about it.
I don't mean you, Damo, in particular, but we all do. And I don't like dudes who talk a lot who shouldn't be talking as much as they do. And what it reminded me of, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but what it reminded me of when Skip to My Lou popped Eddie House in the back of the head. You're gonna shut up talking to me. I'll take that from Kevin Garnett. I'll take that from even Paul Pierce. But you gonna shut up talking to me. You ain't gonna say another word to me, not you. And that's how I feel about
the LeBron meme.
Yeah, that's what we had to say to Swiper earlier.
That's how I feel about Desmond Bain a lot of times. You gonna shut up talking to me, not you.
Swiper was trying to criticize Jaylen Brown, and we had to put him in check. You can't criticize nobody's star player. Yeah, not you, Swiper. But all right, fellas. We do have some things that we still got to discuss. We still got to discuss another Game 7, the Raptors, and we got to also talk about how Cleveland handled them boys in Game 7. And there's some other series and games that we're going to touch on. But, y'all, we got 58 Super Chats, so we'll be able to touch on everything by way of Super Chats. I'm going to go to the first Super Chat that we got from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Morning, fellas. It's time for round 2, and I'm pumped. Still anxious about the OKC and LA matchup, and I hope Io and Ant can play against San Antonio. I got Philly over Detroit. Also, Jamal Musty just got fired. Thoughts?"
So he just made up a hypothetical series, huh?
That's exactly what he just did.
To be fair, he guessed right, though. It would be Philly over Detroit if that was the matchup, though. So shout out to
Conference Finals. Come on, let's get it.
That won't happen, but respect.
Philly and 6.
Yeah, the Knicks are beating Philly, but it's fun to watch.
Same way the Celtics will be in Philly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, crazy.
Real talk some sense. Go ahead. Handle them guys with that. Come on, like they're just gibberish, bro. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
We'll see. Philly and 4, actually. Changing my mind.
I'm not worried about the team. Listen, man, all these fake Dame-led teams, man, I'm against it. All of them.
Hey, wait a minute. Damo
fake Dame-led teams.
I love Damo.
Who's the Dame in this situation?
And everybody, because by the way, that's the ball. I don't know.
Hey, real talk.
Canadian.
Jalen Brunson is a Dame variant now?
No, he is. Wait, hold on. Actually, this will make my point. Hey, Jay, what is your prediction for your team in this playoffs? What are your expectations?
We're going to the finals. We have the best.
And there we go. There we go.
That's more than realistic.
That is what puts these guards in the Dame category. Once you start putting expectations that are well above they whittle bitty shoulders, you can't
touch his game, though. It's not just
trust them.
Jalen Brunson, though. It's not just Jalen Brunson.
Again,
If you was to say,
We have a
I got
nine-man rotation
us
that's gonna
conference
push us to the
finals, I
finals.
got us conference finals, and then we're probably going to lose to a better team that has a competent guard. Well, if you say stuff like that, then it's like, okay, those are real expectations on this player. That is what you should expect of him. But as soon as you start saying
the conference finals with a more competent guard than Jaylen Brunson.
I mean, Cade is more.
Cade, he's more competent.
Mitchell is too.
Cade's better.
We would lose.
There's
the
a more
rest of that
competent guard
roster
in this
is
series
crazy,
right
though.
now.
Donovan Mitchell is too.
There's what?
Tyrese Maxey is a more competent guard.
I also would say that.
Y'all gonna see about Tyrese this season. This season.
No.
I have high
Take
praise
it
for
back.
Tyrese, but more competent.
Tyrese is
than Jaylen
cool.
Brunson.
Tyrese is cool, but the Sixers wouldn't be a finals team because of Tyrese Maxey solely. The biggest reason will be because of their best player, Joel Embiid. Your best player is the indictment of you being in the Dame talks. If your best player is a guard who should no way be the number one option on the team trying to compete, and you have expectations of actually competing, you're Dame. So Kemba, Dame, Jaylen Brunson, Jamal Murray.
Expectations for Kemba.
Jamal Murray. Charlotte fan. Stop, Mar. Stop. Jamal Murray.
Stop him. We're gonna let him get this off. Stop
Jamal
him.
Murray. When Jokic wasn't there, he turned into a Dame variant. Who else we got?
No, Jay, this is who he is, though, Jay. This is who he is, though, Jay. Everybody is.
When Kemba with the shot, when Kemba with the Boston,
Where's the
when Kemba with the Boston, they was like, oh no, he's gonna replace Kyrie. Dame variant. Kyrie on Boston. Kyrie on Boston. Oh, he don't need Bron. He gonna continue without Bron. Kyrie, Dame variant. They're all just versions of Dame. That's all this is. Dame.
Is Russell
variant.
Westbrook a version of Dame?
Stop. Come on, this is fucking crazy.
Don't do it, Damo.
No, he's not. No,
you don't got to do it.
No,
Damo, you don't have to do this.
Mars, I'm gonna ask you, Mars.
They didn't expect him to get past round one before Jordan.
Mars, do you want me to tell you the actual truth, or do you want me to troll?
Any league guard is a Dame.
I would like both, ideally. I would like both.
If I was to give you an actual answer, Westbrook is just Compton Dame. That's all he is. He's Compton Dame. He's Dame going up seas. That's all. He's Dame.
All right, y'all. Hey, it was fun, y'all. Y'all have fun. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Ron, stop,
He's
Ron.
Dame. He's Dame.
You the one who started this. Ain't no way you leave it. Get Ron ass back up here. Ron gonna stop this thing. He's gonna leave.
Damo talk about how Curry's a Dame variant. Go for it, Damo. Curry.
Ron, you gonna get your ass
Curry
back
too.
up here on this stage. I swear to God.
Go for it.
If y'all had Curry instead of Jaylen Brunson, I would actually believe in y'all.
Anybody with Curry over.
Your camera fell back. You're right, because Curry's not a Dame variant. Curry's not a Dame variant. Curry's not a Dame variant. You said Luka. You're talking about the Don? Stop it. If y'all had the Don, I would believe in y'all, but y'all don't.
I mean,
what are we talking about?
Cut the bullshit. Oh my God. I'm so sick
Y'all
of
got
this.
Jaylen Brunson. Y'all got Jaylen Brunson. And then what kills me about Knicks fans, you know more than 25. So for your 25 years, all you had to cape on was we had Melo for one time when I was a teenager. So now y'all get hype that y'all got Jaylen Brunson and 7-foot Jaylen Brunson. I don't trust y'all. What are we talking about? Cat don't even wear Timbs with a tree on them. Stop it. Stop. That nigga got butters with no logo. I don't trust Cat. What is he talking about?
What does that have to do with the game of basketball? Why are we getting so far away from the game of basketball, bro?
I'm just saying.
Sixers don't got trees?
No, they don't got trees. You ain't never seen Cat wear Timbs with trees on them. So they're not Timbs.
First of all, what is you talking about is the podcast. You are the epitome of what you talking about. This dude right over here is talking at when are you going to get involved in this? And he talking specifically about your boys. Okay, first of all, who is Canadian Kemba? I mean, who's
Jamal
Canadian?
Murray.
Jamal Murray, Canadian Dame. I'm sorry. Is it Canadian Kemba or Canadian Dame?
Either or, it's interchangeable. It's the same player.
Canadian Dame. Okay, so he's Canadian Dame. Let's see.
Oh my God.
So that's right. Dame is Bay Area Kemba, by the way.
Yes, it's interchangeable.
Yeah,
it's interchangeable.
He's Bay Area Kemba. So now Russell Westbrook is Compton Kemba. That's what we're looking at right now.
Compton Kemba, if you want to make it sound catchy. Compton Dame, if you want to disrespect Russ fans.
Here and with the title, what is you talking about? Which is the epitome of what's going on right now. Are you going to take that?
He's bullshit. I told him stop 100 times. Y'all was agreeing. Y'all was nodding your head.
My bad, Jay. My bad. Let me get this nigga up out of here. I got you.
Your fucking job.
Jay, I would like to get an actual take and an actual outlook on what's going to happen in this series and what it's going to look like.
I don't like it, Damo. I love it. Get Damo ass back up
It's a
here.
4-1 series. It's an easy.
Get Damo
4-1
ass
series.
back up
I
here.
don't see it going 6 games. There's just no predictable universe in which they go 6 games. I'm sorry. I think Philly had a tremendous series against Boston. Hats off to Boston. That does not mean they're going to come in and do to the Knicks what they did to Boston. It's 2 completely different teams.
So you got
Even if Joel even sees 5 full games, even if we see 5 full games,
we're gonna see how Joel looks, because they tried to kill him.
Joel or not, they're still going. They have the body so Tyrese Maxey, who I think is the key to the series. I don't think it's Joel. I think it's Tyrese Maxey, and we have more than enough bodies to throw at Tyrese Maxey to make it a 4-1 series. What do we? I don't even know why I have this conversation. The Knicks have the easiest path to the finals I think we've ever had, and I expected more of y'all saying it's going to be a cakewalk to the finals, which I'm sure y'all say in June, right when we get there. It's going to be a cakewalk to the finals. Versus we're gonna have a tough series against the 76ers.
Y'all won 6 games with the Hawks.
The Hawks were a competent team.
Y'all went 6 games. Y'all lost 2 games to CJ McCollum.
Shit out of them in game 6.
Y'all lost 2 games. No. You're saying y'all need to worry about Tyrese Maxey. Yes, you do, because y'all lost 6. Y'all lost 2 games to CJ saying, "Hold my cup real quick." That was it. CJ said, "Let me sit up and beat y'all twice." And y'all think it's a cakewalk. You're not the only Knicks fan I know. So I'm not speaking to you.
It was 2 wide
games. Jay, I promise you, I'm not really speaking to you. I'm not even. I know it's a dog with y'all. I said y'all lost. At the end of the day, look, Jay. I'm not even talking. I'm not even really talking to you. Like, the energy isn't really for you. I have way too many Knicks fans in my family, in my circle. So I'm surrounded by people telling me about this Knicks team when for all my life they had to fight. Like, I'm not trying to hear this. I'm not trying to hear it for real. But
I'll be the listener. Listen.
Okay, I'll listen. Go ahead.
Listen to what the wise folk are telling you. We had
the wise folk as Knicks fans.
The wise folk is me, nigga. But
go ahead.
Talk about your friend and family. Listen to them niggas too. I don't know. The wise nigga is me right now.
Go ahead.
We're more than equipped to beat any team in the East right now. We were still going to beat the Celtics, but the Celtics were our most competent matchup that could have even gave us trouble. There's no team in the East left that's going to give us problems. I don't know.
That sound like somebody said so shit. That don't sound like nothing else. But the team that just relied on. The team that just relied on. I'm gonna just chuck. That was our best. That was the best matchup for y'all. The team that was going to chuck. Not the team with probably one of the best centers we've seen this generation. Not that team. The team that literally he's
not even gonna play the full series. Oh my god!
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's all y'all say, and that's what I know, and that's what it is. Psychologically, that's what y'all hoping for. Y'all are caping for the fact that Joel Embiid runs down court one time, and then my knee, and then y'all can start getting it off. Oh, see, he ain't gonna finish. But the reality is, the series is gonna be 2-1. The Sixers gonna be up, and Embiid's averaging 30, and you're gonna sit on this camera. Watch, you're gonna sit on this camera, and you're gonna say, "Wait till he's not here, though." That's gonna be the rebuttal.
I would never say
Wait till Embiid ain't here, though. That's what you're thankful. Wait till Embiid not gonna play, though. Then we gonna beat him.
We're still gonna win.
Knicks fans sound like that dude back in the day that will only want to beat you up if your brother wasn't there. No, I'll rumble you. I'll rumble you, but your brother gotta be in school. Where your brother at first? He not here? Rumble with me. Oh, your brother here? Nah, again, you got it. That's what Knicks fans are. If Joel Embiid's there, there's nothing but hoopla for why they gonna win. But when it comes down to it, but Joel's not gonna finish the series. So ha. Okay, gang. And I don't even like Joel like that. Y'all know who my favorite
That's the realistic prediction for the series, right?
But
if Joel plays the full series, they may win an extra game, and it may also go 6.
Yeah, the extra game would be the 4th win. That would be the extra game. The 4th win of the series.
These guys are playing a lot.
How do we let him come on here in my headset that I paid for, talk about how the fucking Philadelphia 76ers in any alternate universe could sweep the Knicks? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh, I didn't say sweep.
No,
I said they're going to do it in 6.
I said sweep.
No. You said they're going to win them an extra game. I said the extra game they win will be the 4th game that they won. Which means they win the series.
I really do got Philly in 5.
And then it's Philly.
I really got Philly in 5.
Why?
Because they have the first and the second best player in the series. They have 2 unstoppable forces. Look, We all can agree that Joel Embiid's the best player in the series, right?
Here now, just
Can we? No. Let's just start with one before we get to two. Let's just start with one. Can we agree? Can we agree? He look 100% game 6 and 7 and 5.
Duo for duo, JB and Cat are right there with Max
Hell
and Joel.
no.
And then wait. Okay, you can disagree with that. That's fine. That's fine. But look. When you go the next guys, man, come on. We supposed to act like VJ, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, any of them dudes is on the level of OG Anunoby?
Y'all gonna see.
Are y'all for real right now?
Paul George.
Paul George is the best role player in this series.
Paul George had a phenomenal series in which he was a two.
I might agree with that.
Repeat yourself one more time.
He's the best.
Paul George. You know what? No, chill. I'm gonna give Ox what he wants to hear. Paul George is better than OG Anunoby. Nigga.
That's wrong.
This ain't even being serious no more.
Paul George is better than OG Anunoby. Nigga.
You're not being serious.
Drug testing Ron.
Nah, we need a drug test Ox. That's what we need to do. We need a drug test Ox.
VJ Edgecombe is
Drug test who,
better.
me?
Yes.
Because he said
Better than
crazy shit?
who?
No.
Wait, hold on, Damo. Ron, VJ Edgecombe is better than who?
VJ Edgecombe is better than Mikal Bridges.
Get the fuck out of here.
Talk about it.
I just see VJ Edgecombe 2 for 16 outside.
VJ Edgecombe is better than Mikal Bridges.
I'm not trying to hear that. You watch Mikal shoot 3 for 10 when CJ bust your ass. So what are we talking about?
I watched him play confident defense throughout the whole series, which is what he was there for that.
It wasn't on Mikal. I mean, it wasn't on the guy killing y'all, was it?
Okay, that's why we put Josh Hart on him.
Who was he playing
Josh
competent defense on?
Okay, but then we had Josh Hart shut him down for 3 consecutive games. We have options.
Talking about the games y'all lost. The game
we have
y'all
options. We
The
have
game
those
y'all
options.
lost. What happened?
We can make those adjustments. What adjustments?
Josh Hart's better than Kelly Oubre.
Ron.
Nigga, what you want to do? My Cash App is locked and loaded. What you want to do?
I got the Knicks winning the series. You want to do
200?
50? You want to do 100?
200.
I got options for y'all. What do y'all want to do?
What I'm talking
You
about.
got shoebox money?
Cereal box.
You got cereal box money?
Yes, get the bread out.
I got
get the bread out.
I got $2,000. I got $3,000. I got $4,000 for any motherfucker that wants to give me free money.
I'm not putting no $4,000.
My nigga got racks.
Let me just say.
I just got a measly 200. That's it. Hey, but look. I'll take 100 from you. I'll take 100 from you.
Let's do the full bid.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your money? And I'll take 100 from you too.
Nigga's crazy, bro.
He know.
I don't mind putting bands
Paul
where
George
my
better
mouth
than
is.
OG Anunoby? What is
Trust
wrong
me.
with y'all?
I don't mind putting
We
bands
locked in
on.
for 100.
But
Yes.
y'all lock in
Me
for
and you.
100. Go ahead.
100.
Nick, you got
Wait,
this.
how is he locked in? Real talk. With
I'm
you
not.
400. I ain't even
I'm
seen
not
100.
betting with nobody
Shut
pulling
up,
money.
it's not over.
Money, chill.
Jay?
Let's lock it in. 100.
100.
You got to put some
Sure.
pressure on Ron, chill.
Sure. The safe man's
I
bet.
do
The
really
Seattle
gotta put
man's
some-
bet. Let's do
You
it.
know
You
what?
gotta
Real
put
talk,
it
right.
out.
I really got to put some heat on.
Yeah. You got to
Yeah,
press a
yeah.
nigga.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
$4,000 out of a box
Ron,
of
give my
Frosted
bread.
Flakes. I'm not betting with that man.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking
I'm
bullshit.
good.
No way.
That's from New
Hey,
York.
I'm good.
You gotta be from New York. To
More
dig
money in
that.
my bank account.
If
That
you
boy
ain't from the
said,
Northeast,
let me
you
go
can't
grab
dig
the
that.
Frosted Flakes. Who got money?
Yes, you
Look,
can't dig that if you ain't from
in
the
my
Northeast.
professional.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm gonna take your 100 and I'm gonna start my cereal box money. I think I'm gonna go with a box of cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah, I'm gonna start mine with a box of cinnamon toast crunch.
We got bread over here, and then we got another stash of bread over
I
here.
thought
Just
he was
in
about to
case.
eat. He said no.
No.
Ain't
Oh,
nothing-
cereal's crazy, man. Over here we got shoebox money over here, Jay. I don't know about them cereal boxes. I don't know about.
Yo, but fellas,
Yes, sir.
fellas, my man Drago's up here for a reason. He hit me and he said that there was something that he wanted to specifically talk about. So Drago, I'm gonna give you the floor. Let's talk to the people.
All right, I just wanted to talk about, because I think this Philly versus Celtics series was really interesting, and especially with the officiating and some of the things they did. I think we all saw Jaylen Brown struggle this series, and I think one of the big reasons he struggled is because they're starting to legislate this off-arm push a lot of people are doing in the playoffs. We see Shea got called for it against Phoenix, and we see him got called for it. What I will say, in the Game 7 where he played really well, they didn't really call it. I went back and watched. It didn't really get called. And I think his issues, and there's other players like this. I think there are other players like Giannis. I've seen Scotty use it. So what's really happening with
Paul
these
George does it too,
pushes,
by the way. Paul George does it too.
Yeah, for sure. What's happening with these off-arm pushes, and Steve Kerr has also spoken about this, is now you can't as a defender now use your arm to brace, because what the offensive player just do is rip through your arms, right? So he just goes to the line because he keeps ripping through your arms. So defenders have to play with your chest way more now. But because if you're playing with your chest, if I just barrel my shoulder into you and extend my arm like this, I create easy separation. And they have not been calling that a lot in the regular season. The rule, by the way, is a chicken wing is okay, but you can't extend the elbow fully. But they have been calling this, especially in Jaylen Brown. And I think that was a big factor that took him not out of this series, but really made him a lesser player in this series. Them calling it a couple of times, getting him in foul trouble because he got these offensive fouls. Even if they called it 2 out of 10 times, if you get 3 defensive fouls as well, now you're all of a sudden in foul trouble, can't really play that much. So I think that was a very big factor in the series. And I really look forward to see if they keep calling this throughout the playoffs, unlike Shea and Stephon Castle, maybe these other players, because it's just been a big issue, in my opinion. In the
what it looks like when I've seen it, I've seen Devin Booker do it. I've seen Paul George do it. It looked like a stiff arm, like a running back. Stiff arm to somebody. That's what it looks like. And if that's an integral part of your game, when I take that out, when you get into the rim, like how are you getting guys off you now? So when you're getting downhill, are you getting guys off you with your shoulder? Are you just getting guys off you just to push off and maybe get a mid-range jump shot? No, you're not doing that. You're doing it largely with that weak hand. You're pushing guys. Well, if that guy is riding you all the way to the rim when he's on your hip and you can't push him off you, now you got to finish at the rim with either your weak or your strong hand. Well, if you don't have enough room to do it, it's definitely affecting your game. Definitely.
And I really think because they also called it with Shea, and I think we saw Shea, he just stopped doing it and did it with his handle because his handle is good enough and his moves are good enough to not need to do it. And I feel like that was a really, really good part of the playoffs that they're finally starting to call this. I also want to say this is maybe in the same realm. These playoffs have maybe been the most physical playoffs I've seen, like of all the playoffs I've watched.
Yesterday's game was extremely physical.
Crazy physical. It has been amazing defense. We had the worst defensive half ever in a playoff game. Was the Magic scoring 19 points.
Would that mean that it's the worst defensive half or the best defensive half?
Yeah,
was Orlando's
worst offensive?
Yeah, I think he just misspoke. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Best defensive half, worst offensive half, however you want to.
Drago, you good?
Offense, by the way.
No, he froze. That's
Drago, blink twice if you're okay.
my.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm good. My screen just froze for a second. But I just appreciate you letting me up here. And these playoffs have been amazing so far, and I can't wait to see the rest of these series.
Hey, so it was. I think it was Game 6 of the Orlando and Orlando series, Orlando versus Detroit, and I really was thinking like, I can't realistically come up here and slander NBA defense no more. From what I'm seeing. This next generation, or even just this evolution of basketball, where we're at right now, they be playing defense.
Ron, I'm just tired of hearing people saying
that. You just watched the Nuggets 4 days ago?
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing these things, especially the stuff.
But no, a large part of why the Nuggets did what they did was because they be playing defense. Jaden McDaniels is a part of this. Even Rudy Gobert is a part. Yeah, like it's guys that are actively crazy lockdown defenders right now. It's teams that are playing defense. The physicality's through the roof. Like Drago made a great point. Like these NBA teams are playing defense. That narrative that was going on, and I was one of the people that was pushing it. That this era doesn't play no defense. This generation soft. Yada yada yada. Hey, that shit's over.
It is.
It was true for a while.
Every playoff,
it was absolutely true for a while.
Playoffs have been played like this. They've been officiated like this.
What especially
last few years of the playoffs.
Speaking as an old head, we have buzzwords that we hear, and them buzzwords that we hear immediately just turn us into just focusing on that one thing. We completely get off the subject of what we're talking about. So when we hear defense, immediately yo, this generation doesn't play defense. Soft. When in reality, there's plenty of dudes out here playing defense, legit defense. Jaden McDaniels is an awesome defender, right? There's plenty. This kid, Jalen Suggs, can defend. Not only can he defend, Evan Mobley is a defender. This kid, Jared Allen, is a shot blocker and a rim protector. It's plenty of dudes in the league that's playing defense. But because I ain't clotheslining somebody or because I ain't knocking somebody into the third row does not mean that I ain't playing defense. Because I can't put my hand on a guy and force him all the way to the baseline like I was able to do 30 years ago doesn't mean that I'm not playing defense. These guys 100% are playing defense today, and they're playing defense at a high level.
Nobody wants people to clothesline people and throw people into the stands and punch each other. Like, no, we don't. Nobody wants that. We do, but we do want refs in the NBA to allow you to actually guard. What I was saying these past few years. It's not that people aren't capable of playing defense. I think there was a couple factors. I think that the NBA made some rules to where it was hard to play defense and you can't really touch guys because I think they wanted to attract more of those casual fans that just want to see a bunch of threes and want to see people dunk. I don't think they wanted guys to be able to play that much defense. And I also think that there was a big group of guys that just weren't interested in playing defense as much. I do think that a lot of these youngsters that's probably came into the league in the past 4 or 5 years, I think there's a good group of them that are we'll play D. Like it's some dudes now that's like, I'm here to lock up. And I'm really happy to see that. But I don't think it was made up. I don't think it was a narrative. I don't think it was a fairy tale. There was a big group of time where there was guys that were like, we don't have to play defense because we can score more than you. And then there was the powers that be in the NBA. And I think it had something to do with the television rights and just fandom and stuff like that. They were actively making rules to make it to where you can't play defense.
But the problem with that, though, Ox, is that they made it that way, and then it stayed. And when it changed, people got stuck in the fact that it's not like that no more. People just thought that, these dudes ain't playing defense because they weren't back then because they couldn't play defense. Not because they weren't allowed to play defense. Not because they couldn't play defense. And now we got guys, I want to say around 2020, 2021, I think the physicality started to change where you could put hands on guys a little bit more. And then I saw more guys playing defense, particularly on the perimeter. But then people were still stuck in the James Harden, the Luka Doncic, all of that time when you couldn't really put hands on guys and guys were just getting buckets. Now we move into this era where guys are actually playing defense. People still stuck in what was going on back then. And that's not what's going on. These guys are really playing defense.
Back then was just a couple months ago. It was like from 2014 to 2024, you couldn't do anything.
No, that's not true. 2020, 2021, 2022. Drew Holiday.
Maybe if you're just okay, you can name a couple guys, Chill, but you can't. You can name a couple guys, and you can say, in the playoffs. But there's 82 regular season games that matter just as much, if not more, to me as far as watching basketball. Not obviously like the winning the trophy and winning the championship. Obviously that matters more to people. I'm talking about watching a game. It doesn't matter to me if I watch a game in December or if I watch a game in June or May. I want to see a good basketball game. And so I'm not gonna pretend like just because in 2021, 2023, 2019 we saw some good defensive teams in the playoffs, that doesn't erase 82 games of bullshit.
No, it doesn't, Ox. But with that being said, throughout the course of them 82 games, there were plenty of guys in the league who even didn't make the playoffs, or maybe they did make the playoffs.
Avery Bradley and Drew Holiday, sure.
Okay, so take
Herb's 19, the fool he just got here.
So he still was playing defense. Pat Beverly was playing defense. Finney Smith was playing defense. Kyle Lowry was playing defense. Jimmy Butler was playing defense. Gary Payton Jr. did like these dudes was playing defense. Scotty Barnes is playing defense. Even
it's 1,000 players in the NBA. It's 1,000 players in the NBA. I can't just
players in the NBA, and it was 400 players in the NBA in 1985. Not all of them was playing defense, but
not all of them were. You're right.
But if you let them tell it, that was the golden age of defense, which it really wasn't. That wasn't.
Well, I think because of certain rules that you were allowed to play a little bit more physical in a game like basketball, where it's 94 by 50. 94 by 52, 92 by 50, something like that. It's a big court. I can't guard you if I can't touch you.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I think there was a decade of time where the NBA made it to where we don't want you to guard. You know, I think they consciously change rules to make it a little more free flowing, a little more high scoring. You know, not hitting guys off of screens. You know what I'm saying? Shooting, and you know that's fine. You know, for what people want to see. I'm just saying I grew up in a time where I was, you know, I'm supposed to put my hand on you. I gotta touch you. I gotta move my feet and bump you when I beat you to a spot. Now, chill. Those were fouls for a long time, and so I'm not saying people were not capable of playing defense. I think that they was kind of frowned upon to play physical defense.
And with that being said, when that was lifted, when you were able to now put hands on guys later on. So, like I said, in 2020, 2021, like times like that, your man, OG Anunoby, like guys like that, like the Sumu, these guys are playing defense now. And then now we move forward to the guys that's in the league now, like Jalen Suggs. These guys are playing defense because they're able to put hands on guys. But we still stuck on when you weren't able to put hands on guys. Old heads that's still talking that, yo, this league is soft. These dudes don't play defense. That's just not true. Yes, they do, and they've been playing
I'm with you
for years.
I agree, Chill. I agree, Chill, that it has changed, but I do think there was an adjustment period. I do think in the time you're talking about 2021, 22, 23, I think there was just a handful of guys out there playing defense. And luckily for OKC, they were able to get 6 of them. Put them all together, and we're going to lock up. You know, Detroit, they were able to get 5 of them. Now we all lock up. But I think it took some time, Chill. I can't buy it. I just can't buy it that this defense thing has been going on for a while. I think this is the first year, because even I came around to it earlier this season. I even said to myself, hey, there's some defenders out here.
What Charles Barkley say? Hey, these young boys is defending.
These
young boys is defending.
They have been, though, but we see the switch every time come postseason. I don't even think y'all are necessarily disagreeing. It's just there have always since the Jordan era, there have been perimeter defenders in the league, because that's what the league shifted to, because those are the players that became the best players in the world. But I do think that the officiating is what changes the most, in my opinion, not necessarily the players or the personnel. There have been good defenders in the league for a while. It's been good defenders in the league, but because me and Mars are talking about this. To me, I've been saying this recently. There's been the most distinction between regular season basketball and playoff basketball, and it's not that the players change; is that the officiating clearly changes. It clearly changes. Now, in the regular season, I will agree that it is very soft officiating going on in the regular season from time to time. That call where the offensive player just the call I hate the most in the league, Chill. When the offensive player has the ball, they just run directly into the defensive player, throw the ball up, floating out of bounds, and get a call. It's the worst call in basketball. But they don't call that in the playoffs. They let you be a little bit more handsy and physical in the playoffs. They don't let you do that in the regular season, though. So it's not the personnel changing, but they completely flip how they officiate the game in come playoff time. Like that's
real talk.
That's what we've been seeing.
You're 100% right, and I'm not pushing back on that. The only thing I want to add is partially to what I do agree with Ox, obviously, but I'm saying even outside of that, the level of perimeter defenders, and I'm more so talking about perimeter defenders. We could even get into bigs and all of that too, but the level of perimeter defenders in terms of length, versatility, the ability to move your feet, come weak side, block shots, get open court steals, and really just turn your water off right now, today, it is like legit 5 to 8 dudes that if you drop them in the league at any time in the 2000s, they would automatically be top 5, maybe even top 3 defenders. I'm talking about the Jaden McDaniels, Ausar, both Thompsons, even Dyson Daniels. Like it is there are like 10 crazy defenders right now, and I'm not even adding Wemby and Chet in there in the bigs. I'm just talking about the perimeter defenders right now is through the roof, and I'm just enjoying it because I'm
cooked. That's why.
I'm a defensive guy, and you guys already know this. I like when cats will strap up and pick you up full court and try to take the ball from you, cut you off, and make your life a living hell. We seen Jaden McDaniels do that for 6 games against Jamal Murray. We watched Dyson Daniels do it to Jalen Brunson. Yes, they lost, but we watched him attempt to shut him down. We just watched what happened. Even Cade Cunningham. We see Cade picking up, but then we also see Jalen Suggs trying to do it to Cade, and then on flip vice versa, we see Ausar Thompson doing it. Like, it's just right now, I just appreciate the defense that's being played by these young guys.
But I think that's a cause and effect thing. That's a what's it called? What's it called? The economic term? What's it called? Come on, chat.
Supply by demand.
Supply and demand. There we go. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a demand. Like I personally think that void had to be filled where defenders weren't getting praised either. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you had Draymond, you had Kawhi, you had Rudy, you had Anthony Davis, you had these guys still. And I know I missed a couple names, but I'm not going to sit here and name all of them. There's always been defenders, right? But I just feel like it wasn't the same. Like it just wasn't the same then, or how it is today. Like I think there's more guys taking pride in being defenders now, and that's all I was saying, Chill. That's what I've been saying for the past 2 seasons. That's what we needed. We needed coaches at every level to hold guys accountable. We still play defense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can shoot the ball. You can be a great scorer. You can do all of that, but you have to lock up. And I just think that there was a void of that. I think we kind of took a step away from that. And once again, I'm not going to just blame it on athletes and basketball players. I don't want to blame it on a generation or anything. I'm going to blame it on capitalism. I'm gonna blame it on the NBA trying to go away from that. I'm gonna blame it on those things. And I think it was a trickle down effect to where guys were like, okay, this is what you want to see. This is what we're gonna do, and it kind of went away from that. Now I think it's returning. I think that void is being filled, and there's so many of these young dudes that are capable defenders, and they'll put their forehead in your chest and lock up.
Also Scotty Barnes too. I meant to mention Scotty Barnes' name a few different times.
Who played defense today?
Because they deserve their praise.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, also Jonathan Isaac. I mean, he's been hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think Franz locks up. I think Suggs locks up. I think Keon Ellis. I think Keegan Murray. Obviously
Scotty Barnes yet again.
Marcus Smart still around. Definitely Scotty Barnes.
Herb Jones.
Jaylen Brown, Kawhi still plays defense. Chris Dunn plays defense. Of course, just the Thunder. The Thunder. the Thunder play defense. As much as I'm really tough on this kid, Tamani Kamara plays defense.
Bible play defense too.
Of course, Matisse. We cannot forget Matisse. Matisse plays defense. Isaiah Beef Stew plays defense. Hey,
yes, Damo. LaMelo Ball plays defense too, Damo. Yes, he does.
No, hell
LaMelo Ball does play defense. Yes, he does. Yeah.
No. Don't tie me into that. Don't tie me into that. I ain't saying anything about no LaMelo.
I'll say LaMelo Ball does.
LaMelo played defense for 2 games, and now he a defender.
Can I ask a question?
Carter Bryant.
I had to step down because my daughter needed me. I had to step down. So maybe I'm just missing the name that should have been named by now because I'm hearing Chris Dunn and Tamani Kamara and people saying Carter Bryant now. Y'all said Wemby 10 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know his name in there, but that goes without saying, though, Damo.
No. It doesn't go. See, we gotta stop doing this because y'all gonna make me mad.
We already said Wemby though.
Nah. But we gonna say it again. And again,
say it again,
and again,
hell yeah.
and again, and again. We're gonna keep saying it. Why? Because it's year 3, and we're not giving him the flowers he deserves. So we should keep saying it. Like
I think I give him too much flowers.
I think we should just keep saying it though. Like I don't understand. No, I'm not gonna relax. Eastside General, Big West. I'm not gonna relax. It's W's, no E's. It's W's, no E's. We gonna keep saying it though. Like. Wemby.
Go ahead, say it again.
Wemby now, Wemby then, Wemby forever. We're gonna say Wemby. Or again, when we start these lists, when we start having these conversations, you have to. And yes, I'm talking to you, Ox, you, Ron, you, Jay, you, Real Talk, you, Chilltown, you, Chat. You have to start with Wemby every time you start listing people. Even when you start listing more people, you still got to say Wemby before you list all them because it's his league. It's his league. Big Wemby. All right.
Okay, shout out to Wemby.
I'm here hella names, but man, oh man, we not saying a big dub.
Yeah,
Same
all right.
name.
All right, we got
Every time. Wemby.
Quiet, Ox.
Big Wemby. Y'all making me mad. Thank you,
Definitely,
thank you, Ron.
definitely Wemby.
Thank you.
Definitely Wemby. Absolutely Wemby. But Wemby's name came up. Ron already said him. So
Ron got everybody's jersey.
Wemby.
Ron said it passingly. He said it passingly because he didn't want to get into it. I'll get into it for real, Ron. Wemby.
Okay.
You put
We
the
got Wemby.
60s,
We got Wemby.
70s,
Unanimous
80s,
deep.
90s, the 2010s, the 2020s, in 10 years, 20 years, in 30 years. I'm going to be old, gray. God forbid. I will be old, gray, almost deaf, and I still be dumb. And I still won't see something as phenomenal as Victor Wembanyama on the basketball court. Give that man his flowers now.
All right, but
Now.
Wemby always
Now.
gets his. We're talking about all these defenders. Now we got since we went that way. Let's not forget Stephon Castle, who's on his squad. Obviously, he's a defender. And I know y'all didn't want to give him no love until he came over here to play with Victor Wembanyama. But I've been telling y'all for the past. However, De'Aaron Fox is a lockdown defender. He absolutely plays 94 feet of defense. So let's make sure we get De'Aaron Fox in there.
Chill, you wrong for that. Chill, chill.
Do we forget anybody else, y'all?
Yeah, how about the reigning defensive player of the year? How about Mobley? We ain't talking about him.
Evan Mobley.
Definitely Evan Mobley.
We ain't talk about him. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We said Davion. Yes, said Davion. I mean,
you didn't mention OG, but I mean, OG's another one that kind of goes without saying to me. But
look, we could turn up for OG the way Damo just did for Wemby. OG go without saying. We don't got to speak OG name. That's obvious.
Jason Tatum in this too.
It's not
JT for showing
necessary.
this.
He speaks for himself. OG speaks for himself, and y'all gonna see. And y'all out y'all goddamn mind. Matter of fact, I wasn't even gonna bring this shit up again. Paul George.
No.
Oh, Paul George play defense too.
No.
Yes, he absolutely does play defense. Sure.
Not like he
but
used
nigga,
to.
what?
No.
Paul George over OG Anunoby?
He's not in what conversations anymore.
No, Damo, he ain't in these conversations no
in
more.
what conversation?
Paul George is still a really good basketball player.
As a defender,
When was OG?
No, I'm not even talking
straight right now. He's still been locking up. He's still defending.
I'm not even talking about just defense. I think Paul George is still a good defender.
George?
Like I think Paul George is still a good defender.
Better than OG Anunoby?
Yes.
No. Category of defender anymore.
No, they not.
Wait. No, this wasn't
player or just defender.
Yes, no, this wasn't a defense conversation. I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about just overall basketball. Y'all trying to tell me that Paul George is a better basketball player than OG Anunoby, I think is ridiculous.
You can give Paul George my meniscuses, and he's a better basketball player than OG. What are we talking about? What?
Oh, okay.
Tell me what OG just does better than PG. Like why are you?
I ain't doing that. I was just talking about defense. That's all I was.
The only thing Paul George does better than OG Anunoby is dribble the area. It's just dribble.
Chilltown, I'm with you. Defense, not even. I wouldn't even have a conversation between those two at this point. That's fine. As a player,
Paul George
is still an elite defensive player.
He had a really good defensive series.
I still say OG is better. I still say OG is a better defender.
He had a really good defensive series.
Paul George can dribble better than OG. That's where the love stops. Like,
he can shoot better than him too.
I'm like I said, I'm just talking about.
Also passes better.
I ain't talking about none of that other stuff that y'all talking about. I was just talking about Paul George as a defender, OG Anunoby as a defender. They're
not even in the same tier of basketball player anymore.
I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about Denver. I'm just talking about defense.
Because that's the side that you would have to talk about when it comes to OG. Because the other side of the basketball court, you would have to be a madman to even consider comparing them to.
I'm not doing.
What are we talking about?
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not.
What the fuck have you been watching these past few years? This is not 2016 anymore.
Word.
OG Anunoby can score the ball even better than Paul George at this point in their career. Have y'all not? What are y'all been watching?
Obviously not the same games you've been watching.
Maybe I've just been watching defense.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
I haven't. I'm telling you right now, I haven't been watching the games you've been watching.
You haven't. You can't. You couldn't have been
Don't worry.
saying
Oh,
the shit
don't worry.
you're saying right now.
Oh, trust me. The one thing that separates me from a lot of people, hey man, if I don't know, I'm gonna go do the knowledge. Don't worry. I'm gonna go look right now. I'm gonna go look into it. Don't worry about it.
Please do.
If I'm wrong, I can say I'm wrong. But from what I've seen from OG,
Damo, we finna have 7 games. Well, Philly gonna win in 5, but we're gonna have a series watching these two literally play against each other. I think we go, and I know one series isn't the end all be all, but we'll be able to take away a lot from this series in terms of all these players that have been mentioned.
Each other,
It's
right?
just-
No, they're not. But that's the beautiful thing about it. Paul George is going to be guarding one of y'all better players, and OG Anunoby is going to be guarding one of our better players. Yes, us, we, Philly.
OG not going. They're not going to waste OG on Paul George.
Ray, what do I need to rewind?
Who is OG
First and foremost, Ray, what do I need to rewind? I never said Paul George doesn't play defense. I never said that. What I said was OG Anunoby is a better defender than him. You never heard me say he does not play defense. Get out of your feelings. If we're going to talk basketball, let's talk basketball. Let's talk about what these guys are today. Paul George today is not the defender that OG Anunoby is. Years ago, we having a way different conversation. But today,
he's never been a better defender than
But
OG.
today, he is not the defender. And to my point,
Never.
yes, Damo, I watch LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball will play
You take a little
defense.
far, Ox.
oh no,
Never.
listen, I'm not
Never.
I've watched LaMelo Ball. I've watched LaMelo Ball lock in for plenty of possessions and everything like that. He has great defensive moments. I won't say he's a good defensive player, but he does have capable defensive moments because he's a 6'8" point guard. I mean, you should be able to be capable on defense as a 6'8" point guard. That is bare minimums. Now, again, keyword is should, and those players who are that tall and that big and aren't, definitely concerning, which is why I had a certain team getting bounced out in the second round. You know what? We're not going to get back into that conversation. But yeah, I mean, Ox, I'm not mad at it. I watched it. I watched them lock up Tyrese Halliburton and win a game. I watched LaMelo Ball genuinely play defense whenever he, I guess, felt like it. But I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna say
I don't got LaMelo. I'm not putting LaMelo in this conversation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that on the jacket though.
But you know what? I'm done. Actually, I'm done.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well,
It's funny how you pick and choose, Damo. That was real funny there, right?
Wait.
LaMelo 6'8", he should have confident defensive stretches. Leaving out, right, that Luka Doncic is also 6'8".
Oh no! I've been said he's a cone, and that's why I said the Lakers don't have a shot. But that's when I was getting hit with Laker pitchforks because I said there's no possible way we could be an actual contending team with guys like Luka having to be on the court with Reeves and a 76-year-old LeBron. But then I get called a hater, so I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna let us go play the Thunder, and then whatever happens, I want those same people that were at me every time we beat whatever 7 seed and below, saying we're ready. But whenever we conveniently play good teams and we lose, oh, but do we got enough? I want to see what y'all got to say. It's been real quiet.
Teams and we were winning.
Hit dogs, do what? Holla.
No, I didn't think the Lakers were a championship contending team either, but you got your big nasty ass up here hating every single time, and then you didn't give them any credit when they started beating good quality teams on the back end of the year. You just kept hating like a little
and your short equally nasty ass got up here defending LeBron for whatever reason. I don't goddamn know. But okay, I was being real about my team since day one. I haven't switched shake nor
I have been realistic about my team. I said we weren't a championship contender either.
Now, what are we talking
weren't.
about?
But you can give your team credit when they play good.
I did give them credit. I said players were better. Yes, I did. I did.
After the month of basketball in which we played well.
And what did I say? Real talk? And what did I say?
What did I say? When we were hooping in March, and I know football, remember this as well. We were hooping in March. We were like,
and what did I say?
You came up here after one of our losses and was like, oh, see, I told you, they're not that good. After we had been winning and Luka had been dominating the league. The fuck are you talking about? You don't remember
Against
that?
who? Against who?
Good. We were beating good teams.
Who?
Because I don't remember this. Who?
No, I remember this. And again, it would be stretches when we would beat bad teams and little nasty ass niggas like Real Talk or of that camp would at me every game and have all types of shit to say. But whenever the Lakers did.
Damo, you still there? Real Talk's camp got him up out of here. Real talks camp packed them up.
The basketball god said, "Hush that foolishness that you were talking about." When we were beating the Rockets, when we were beating the Nuggets, when we were beating these playoff teams in the conferences, you were hating. You were hating still. You didn't give them any credit.
You're good, Damo.
You came up here and said, "Oh, we lost."
And why, real talk? Why? From day one, what did I say my expectations were? What did I say they were?
I said, I agree. Are you not listening? I didn't have the Lakers expectations. All I said was, all you did up here was hate.
Anytime a player showed me wrong, a player showed me they were better than they were supposed, that I assumed they would be, I gave them their flowers and gave them their credit. But in reality, none of that shit fucking matters. Why am I going to sit here and dick suck in March when my expectations are championship or bust? I don't care. And that's what pissed me off about y'all. You niggas fake act like y'all on my side or I agree. No, you don't. You want to sit here and give pity pat pats on the back because we're winning in fucking February and March.
You think
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like, what the fuck? I care about rings.
Regularly. What are you talking about?
I care about.
Okay, cool. Hold on. You still have to talk about a team all year long. You still have to talk about them.
He shows you his ass. I think
the Lakers play well.
That's what he thinks about you, real talk.
He gave you his ass to kiss, real talk.
That's what I'm saying. They play well. Give them some credit. Damn, you came up here hating all the time.
What you got for us, Damo?
All I care about is these motherfuckers. This is all that matters. What are these?
Ring?
A ring. Rings. Rings matter. That's all I fucking care about is a ring, my nigga. That's it. I don't give a damn about beating the Thunder one time in fucking January. I'm not hoping July. In January. I don't care.
You get that real talk? Rings over agendas.
February. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Rings over agendas. Real talk.
What the fuck is we talking about?
Even if it's a little promise ring.
How are we supposed to talk about a team that doesn't have a championship roster for the 82 game part of the season? We just supposed to say just fuck them the whole time?
I'm not gonna sit there and say fuck them the whole time, but I'm a basketball fan, so I'm gonna talk about other teams. Like my favorite team don't got a championship roster, and I expect the championship.
So you only talk about the teams that can win a chip?
No, I'm gonna talk about other teams. I can also talk about the Wizards. I've been talking about the Wizards all year. I also talk about the Wizards. I will talk about any team. It don't have to be a winning team, but when my favorite team I have championship expectations for, and I don't believe they're a championship team, cool. I'm going to say that, which I did, and I'm also going to talk about everybody else because I get sick of talking about the Lakers. Like, I don't want to sit there and talk about the Lakers all goddamn day. Talk about the same shit. I'm sick of LeBron. I won't sit here and talk about LeBron all the time. I love Luka, but I don't like this team around Luka. So I'm not going to talk about this shit all the time. So guess what? I'm going to talk about other shit. I'm going to talk about how great Detroit look. I'm going to talk about, man, I hope the Rockets can do something. I'm going to talk about anything else. I'm going to talk about the future of Utah and how that looks. I'm going to talk about how the Nets are a top 3 team in terms of draft capital in the next 3 years. I'm gonna talk about shit like that. I'm gonna talk about everything else. But for whatever reason, niggas get on this platform, niggas go on Twitter, niggas go wherever else, and niggas just wanna just hawk about the goddamn Lakers. I don't know. And I'm not saying you, real talk. That's not me saying you. I'll be direct with niggas. Niggas in general, niggas that wanna at me. And since we on this, because I'm on that now, because now I'm activated. Hey, Canada. Hey, Canada. How y'all feeling? Everybody was talking to me about how we were so ready. Hey, I'm ready to get it off on your fat ass, nigga. Oh, I guess we'll never know. You're at home, bum. What we talking about? Scotty FC, down. Phase down. Put the F down. Phase down. Scotty FC, down. Tough.
Dropping the F?
Tough. Dropping the F on them. Drop it down. Scotty fan club, down.
Pen, don't let that slide, Pen.
Since we on that, I'm on that now.
Damn.
All right. Let's let the smoke clear right quick. Chat, just stay with us. All right, cool. We got a lot of super chats, so let's go ahead and talk about what the people want to talk about. One time, Steve-O the GOAT said, "We did it, ... The 43-year drought is finally over. Down 3-1, and them Sixers came back with the belt. I don't want to hear Mr. Push-Off JB complain about flopping. Sixers in 6. We want the Knicks."
Shout out to y'all. Joel Embiid played very hard in that game 7 and game.
Absolutely.
He deserves his flowers, man. Shout out to Joel, bro. That was a tremendous game 7. Even though they almost lost, it's a tremendous game 7.
I do actually feel for JB when it comes to the push-off calls because, I mean, I guess because he has, like, the ability to actually have real muscle mass and these other niggas is, like, little that they don't call it on them as much. Like, Shea definitely puts his whole shoulder and elbow and forearm into niggas regularly. But it isn't called as much. But because Jaylen Brown is out there like this, so when he do it, it's like, oh, we got to call that. It's like the LeBron check effect shit. Like, okay, whatever, I guess.
Yep. I see Tyrese Maxey do the same shit too because he's, small. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, Huncho sent through $10 and said, been thinking about possible trades for Denver. I tried Kyrie and Daniel Gafford for Jamal Murray and a pick in the trade machine, and it worked. Works for both teams if Kyrie hasn't declined too much post-ACL. Kyrie and Jokic?
I wouldn't do it. But
Why?
not with Jamal Murray coming off a career year, I wouldn't do it.
That's dumb. That's plateauing. I don't understand it.
There you have it. Dumb trade. Be True 23 said that boy number 2 special, man.
Also, Drago, you're lying. They were calling it on Jaylen Brown in the regular season. That's why he led the league in offensive charge or offensive fouls. And a lot of those were the push-off call. So, again, I know y'all niggas love Shea in the chat. You can get off his ping for 3 seconds and understand that he is allowed to do something that a lot of other players are not. And that's what, the greats get away with some shit sometimes. But Shea pushes off niggas a lot. A lot. So, like,
he's not Shea though.
All right, shout out to E-Wavy. E-Wavy joined up as a YouTube member. PB7 sent through $9.99 and said, I don't get why Missoula started Luka Garza in a lineup that barely played all season. Also, Embiid was just murdering that drop coverage. Maxey going to be a top 5 point guard next year. Sticking in right now?
It means putting stock in that.
Putting stock in it right now.
I hope that's what it means.
Because Kata fouls out in 2 minutes, whether he comes off the bench or starts. So, I mean, and what would you rather do? Put Vooch out there to guard him? Like, did it matter what he did? Like, let's be honest. If Kata's going to foul out, put Tatum on him, I guess. Like, it don't matter. Like, you might as well put Luka Garza out there. At least he can produce on offense.
Yeah.
Fred Vincent Fan said, what a series. Credit to Orlando and P5. They had us shook. Ausar had 16 blocks and 16 steals in the series, plus Cade averaged 32, 6, and 7 on 60 true shooting percentage with a collapsed lung, wearing a Cam Newton flak jacket.
Yeah, shout out to Cade and I'm handling business like they should have.
Instead of Detroit, it should have been Charlotte. I wanted to go to a game.
Third best point guard in the world, by the way. Cade Cunningham.
Absolutely.
Damo, you think Charlotte would have put up a better fight than Orlando?
They had lost in like 5, but at least I got to see a game. It's just selfish reasons. That was really it. It would have been a way worse series. Is he third?
Yeah.
Positive I got him.
It's third.
So who would be over him? Shea and Luka?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are 2.
Yeah, nah, wouldn't say that. What?
You putting him over your boy?
Who, the Don?
Yeah, you putting him over, or you got him lower?
Oh, no, I got him higher.
Oh, shout out you. All right.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we done with these non-defensive playing ass niggas, man. Hey, offense is cool. Offense is cool. That's fine. But I'm staying true to myself. I never had Jokic as the best player in the world because defense matters. And at the end of the day, when that offense ain't there, you still got to be able to do something else. Play D. And Luka is fine. I love Luka. Give me K, man.
Lakers fans is hyenas. Oh, my God.
K better than Luka?
Fucking vultures.
All right.
Jesus.
We'll talk more about that on a different occasion. But as of right now, Edu05 sent through 11 euros. That's not euros, though. Whatever that is, 11.99 of it. He said, Ox, I thought JB was MVP because he carried the team all season. So hell nah. We not blaming Derek White. JB had like 2 good games, and respectfully, you can't just say he played well and move on. Cook, Swiper.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, Ox, you up here, being a lawyer for Jaylen Brown the first half. I gotta watch that back.
I wouldn't call it that. I would say first I started by saying that Jaylen Brown should be ashamed of himself for going onto a podcast and telling the truth. But it's still like a bad look. Like, you were up 3-1. I don't care who flopped. I don't care about any of that shit. Like, we all know Joel Embiid is a habitual flopper. That doesn't need to be pointed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the point is, you were up 3-1 and you lost. So that's a bad look. But I am gonna also bring up the fact that Derek White is supposed to be this great player. He's supposed to be a potential All-NBA player. He's supposed to be who he's supposed to be, and the dude didn't show up at all. Like, he wasn't. He pulled through for Game 7 for a minute or two. He came through to the party, but I mean, Derek White could have shown up and they could have won the series. Like, so I'm not blaming Derek White per se, but I'm also not blaming Jaylen Brown. Like, I think Jaylen Brown had some pretty good games this series. I think he had 2, maybe 3 lackluster performances, but other than that, I think Jaylen Brown played good enough to win the series. I think he could have played better at points, but I think Jaylen Brown did enough to win. I think if Derek White shows up in any of those 7 games at a high level, they win it. You know what I'm saying? So there's that, but I wouldn't call it being a lawyer for Jaylen Brown. Shit, them niggas lost a 3-1 lead. There's no excuse for that.
All right,
I mean,
Cowboy Bob.
when the best player isn't playing, and just
Didn't he play 6 games?
He played about 5.5 because he checked out in the third. But he checked out in the third quarter of the 6th game when that game was still in the throes of it. And then he didn't play the 7th game. So, it is what it is. No Tatum, no playoff series wins for the Celtics. It's just how it goes.
Look,
Jaylen Brown's not the guy that you think he is.
I'm gonna tell you like this: for a nigga that averaged 29, 6 and 7. If that big bird looking nigga would have stayed his ass out the way, then you know what?
The Celtics could have. Facts, man.
I'm saying if this nigga would have just said it, I'm first of all want to say. If he could play, it was dope to see him on that court. It was dope to see Jason Tatum come back, play good basketball, stay healthy, and do his thing. Shout out to Jason Tatum for being able to do that. But we ain't gonna act like Jason Tatum ain't come and throw the whole flow off.
We're
not gonna act like that. When he came back, see, now you acting like Swiper. You went out of this conversation, so are you gonna be Swiper today?
What was Swiper right today?
Which one? I don't know because you know how Swiper do when you start exposing stuff, you just start saying random little shit. Like, look, it's simple as this. The Celtics were on a roll. Their offense was orchestrating the way it did with Jaylen Brown catching the ball in certain spots, having shooters around him. When they double, he's finding those shooters. When Jason Tatum comes, now he's getting the ball in different spots. The offense is moved around because now it has to cater to who Jason Tatum is. So Jason Tatum comes back and plays from whenever he came back, and then all of a sudden, Game 7, he's not there no more. Now the offense is not the same as it was before he came. When Jaylen Brown was averaging 29, 7, and 6, leading this team. Now he once again, I'm happy Jason Tatum showed up and was able to play this year. Shout out to you, but we're not gonna act like it didn't throw the offense off a bit now.
Was it throwing the offense off when they were rolling when he got back? Like when he was playing?
No, Damo. That's not what I'm saying. I thought that was cool because you have Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? You got Jason Tatum, and they go back to playing how they play when, okay, it's JT here. Now I'm JT, so I'm gonna do what I do. That was fine, Damo. But for him to come and do that and then to leave, in Game 7. Now what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to just go right back to what we was doing in January? You can't just turn that switch on and off. First of all, because Joe Mazzulla isn't that level of basketball coach. How y'all wanted to try to pretend like he was. Joe Mazzulla is not the guy to be able to just make that adjustment at the drop of a dime like y'all think. I don't know who the fuck y'all think Joe Mazzulla is, but whatever. So that you just can't do that. That's not how that works.
By the way, the Celtics had a 124.7 offensive rating in the regular season with Jason Tatum on the court. That would have been the best offense in the NBA, and it was a better offense that they had than without Jason Tatum. And in the playoffs, the Celtics had, I believe, like a 120 offensive rating with Jason Tatum. I want
to be clear that those numbers have nothing to do with what I was saying.
They have everything to do.
Because no, not at all. Because I just said
Jason. Without Jason
no,
Tatum.
I didn't. No. Who the fuck said that? How is somebody throwing a monkey wrench in the Celtics? They're making it better. See, you're not listening. What I said, you're not hearing me. What I said is when Jason Tatum came back, that was good. Like they were doing great with Jason Tatum. I thought that it was great offense for him to come, and then they changed up what they were doing because now you have Jason Tatum back. You're doing one thing. And that obviously was working. But when Jason Tatum then is not there for Game 7, you can't have 2.5 months of Jason Tatum doing what we were doing with him, and then we have to shift back to February, January before he got there. You can't just adjust like that quick at the drop of a hat, especially because Joe Mazzulla isn't the level of coach that y'all wanted to put him up there because y'all didn't want to give Jaylen Brown any credit. Y'all didn't want to give Jaylen Brown any credit, so y'all said it was Joe Mazzulla making all this happen. But when you have your best player come and then leave, you can't just make that adjustment at the drop of a hat like that. That's just not how it works.
That particular point this season to me doesn't hold any weight when majority of the season they were playing without Jason Tatum. So why would they've had more than 1,000 reps playing without Jason Tatum this year?
Yes, and
it'd be one thing if Jason Tatum played all year and then Tatum was out for one game.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
This major adjustment being made. Are you going to let me talk? Or are you going to be swiping now?
Are you going to let me talk? Or are you going to be swiping? It's still a major adjustment.
Are you going to let me talk? Or are you going to be swiping now?
Well, if swiping was right, then yeah, I'm going to be swiping because what you're doing is saying the stuff that I'm not saying.
What I'm saying because what you're saying is foolishness. So I'm euroing it.
It's far from foolishness. It's far from.
I actually do agree with that part.
So
when it's just the truth. You niggas don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
What the truth is, Jaylen Brown, not the nigga you claim to be. So what the truth is that Jason Tatum didn't play majority of the season. So they've already had hella reps without Jason Tatum playing. So this idea that, oh my God, we couldn't go back to what actually happened, Chad, is that going back to Jason Tatum or without Jason Tatum in the playoffs not going to work because Jaylen Brown isn't a good enough one to win playoff games as your one. That's why they lost, not because Jason Tatum came back and threw a monkey wrench into an offense when he made the offense better than what they were in the regular season, and they were far better in the playoffs with Jason Tatum than they were without Jason Tatum in the playoffs. So how am I throwing a monkey wrench into something that I'm making better? I don't know. I didn't know that's what the
see what I'm saying. This is the foolishness that you was just talking about. Real talk is what you're saying because I also said that the team was better when Jason Tatum came back. Okay, that's it. They were better when he came back, but you can't switch up everything for 2.5 months, and then for 6 games of a 7-game series. And then at the last game, now we're supposed to just readjust and go back. You can't do that unless you have a mastermind coach and guys that are going to knock down all their shots and play high, especially when you're playing against a team that just got their best player back and they're rolling. So if that's too hard for you to wrap your head around, that's fine, but that's just what it is, you know. If y'all can't understand if y'all can't understand basic shit, then that's a you problem. But whatever.
Right. Just like Minnesota all year had the benefit of playing.
It's not the same
Minnesota.
Team, it's different teams.
Minnesota this particular season had the most consistent starting 5 in all of the NBA. They had the least amount of injuries in their lineup in their starting five throughout the entirety of the NBA. But yet they were able to adjust when Anthony Edwards went down and win a playoff game at home, right? Because
what does that got to do with the Celtics?
They're number one that game. Io was able to score 43.
What does that got to do with the Celtics?
Jaylen Brown, if he was good enough,
what does that got to do with the Celtics?
If Jaylen Brown was good enough, nigga, I'm telling you.
What does that got to do with the Celtics?
They would have
those aren't. This isn't the same thing. Those aren't. What does that got to do with anything?
Brown was the player that you thought he was.
No, if Nikola Jokic was okay, so yeah, okay, that's cool. Right. So that's the route you want to go. Well, okay. Well, if Nikola Jokic was as good as Joel Embiid, maybe the Nuggets would have won. That's exactly what you just said to me. So fine, that's cool.
Did y'all know if maybe had a baby, we can name it Haley?
Shit, speaking of Haley.
All right, the next super chat is from Teddy Hart 2913. Teddy Hart said, "So either Harden wins a ring, XGA repeats, Bron gets his fifth ring.
Chris Finch is a better coach. My bad, Ron.
Embiid redeems the process. Knicks break their 53-year curse. Damn, that's a long ass time. Ed gets Minnesota their first ring since the Lakers or Wemby is crowned in season 3. Which one is the most meaningful?
The Knicks. I don't think I understand. We're literally going to lose a state.
Bron, the Lakers. If the Lakers do it, that's going to be the fight.
There's going to be 49 states if the Knicks win because New York will be gone.
First of all,
wait a minute.
I don't think y'all understand that.
Back on that. We not finna blame Joe Mazzulla. I had to just realize and remember, Ron. We not finna blame Joe Mazzulla when all year the data have been saying they're a better team without Jaylen Brown on the court. The data said that. And in the game without Jason Tatum, the last game without Jason Tatum at home, they were again a better team when Jaylen Brown wasn't on the court. It happened again. Happened again. I'm not blaming Joe Mazzulla. You tell your nigga to be the guy. You tell your nigga to be the guy. Then we can have some conversation. Then we can have some conversation. Then we can have some conversation.
You're right.
You're right. Been better without Jason Tatum.
Yes, you're right. You're right. No, you're
without
right.
Jaylen Brown. Without Jaylen Brown, they've been better all year without Jaylen Brown.
You're right. You're right. They're better without Jaylen Brown. The guy that averaged 29, 6, and 7.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right.
More from the number
All
2.
the empty stats.
Yeah, you're right.
Empty
stats now. You're right.
Hey, Ron, you want to hear a fun fact?
Because no. The problem is you niggas know so little about basketball that you guys can be tricked with dumb shit like this. Like imagine being so imagine being so imagine knowing so little about basketball that you really believe dumb shit like that.
It's a trick.
I can't imagine.
No, Jay. Like imagine that. Imagine really knowing so little about basketball that these on-off numbers. Yes, it is. It's worse. It's worse than a trick. It's worse than a trick. It's when you know that you have people that will follow dumb shit because they don't know shit about what they're looking at. You can put shit like that out there and people really believe it. Imagine really thinking that. Imagine really thinking that this whole 4 months of basketball, this team was better when this guy isn't there. You're right. Let's cut JB. They would have been so much better this year if Jaylen Brown just didn't play. If Jaylen Brown just didn't play basketball for the Celtics, they would have been much better. You're right. Those on-off numbers must prove that. You're probably right about that. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I remember, it makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot of sense.
No, actually,
that makes a lot of sense. No. That makes a shit ton of sense.
I know you don't.
That makes a shit ton of sense, right?
Get me to get it off.
It's dumb. So you can say what you want because the more you talk, the dumber you sound when you say shit like this.
No, I know facts. Absolutely.
I mean, you're cooking yourself.
Maybe Damo can potentially sound smart.
You're absolutely cooking yourself.
Hello, Damo.
I just wanted to say,
squeeze in a question because you might not get it in.
Yeah, I won't. I just want to throw a number out there. 279 billion
$348,574,662.
The chances of the Philadelphia 76ers beating the Knicks in the series.
That's a
Actual
good one.
odds?
That's actually really close. Actually, no, that's how many people have died since the last time the Knicks won a championship. That's what that number was. We're talking about what would mean more. We're talking about what would mean more. Game,
Random number.
game. Big Five. What? I promise you. We didn't even get a parade in 2020. You think we not gonna cut up? If the Lakers win a championship this year, we would have to get through OKC and then beat the next GOAT for the current GOAT to get a 5th ring.
Who? Julius Randle?
Stop it. What?
Okay, great. My city is gonna burn to the ground. That's great and all. My city's actually gonna not be here no more. But that's phenomenal
insane.
that you guys would have a parade. That's awesome. My city is
Wait, you say
actually gonna be in
200
ashes.
billion?
259 billion, 700 million, 500.
That's a whole lot of dead niggas.
352. That's how many people were not just died, were birthed. They were born and then died before the Knicks won a championship as of today.
No, that's not possible.
Phenomenal random statistic. All right, that's awesome.
I look
No, it's definitely the process.
You know what, Jay? That's all you're gonna hear is random statistics that don't mean shit. That's all. Be prepared to hear more of that. Be prepared to hear more of that.
But as a
real talk.
Excuse me.
I got you.
Excuse me, just very quickly. So I don't believe that the Celtics are a better team without Jaylen Brown. Now, it's funny that he brings up those statistics that don't mean anything when, statistically speaking, what ended up playing out, the data showed that Jaylen Brown's 29 points per game, which is a stat, by the way, that you like.
It is a stat. It is a stat. Yeah, absolutely.
No. Obviously wasn't swinging the needle as much as you would like to think. Now,
why?
No,
Why?
wait.
No, why? And why? And how can you say? Wait, how can you say that you don't think they were better without him, and then bring up those numbers? So what's the point of saying that shit then?
Let me finish the point.
What's the point of saying that shit if you don't believe they're better without him?
For me, Jaylen Brown's value should have been shown in the playoffs. That's when Jaylen Brown's value should have been shown, in my opinion, because you can get away with a less talent, in my opinion, Ox, and I've been saying this. A less talented team can stack a lot of regular season wins in the regular season. That's what I believe, right?
Lakers.
So I'm not even punishing. To me, I'm not saying that Jaylen Brown's metrics in the regular season dictates the player that he is. But I did assume that he would have a much greater impact come postseason time, and he did not. In the game 7 in which they lost on their home court, plus minus in a 1-game sample size with one person plays 40 minutes can be telling. And the fact that the Knicks lost the game by 9 points, Jaylen Brown played 40 minutes, and while Jaylen Brown was on the court, he was a minus 16 in a game that they lost by 9 matters. They were a worse
That doesn't matter because
they were a worse team with Jaylen Brown on the court.
Who was he on the court with, real talk? Do y'all? Okay, that's a fact. That's a fact. What does that fucking matter? What's up? But look, see, and this is the problem. This is the problem when we do this type of shit. So you're telling me. So when we do a plus minus, right? When we do a 1-game plus minus, that means, Ron, let's get to this so we can get going. I got shit to do. When we are on the court together, when us 5 are on the court together, Ron, Ox, Real Talk, Damo, and Jay, when we're all on the court together, Jay, if my man is frying me, Jay, that is going to negatively impact your plus minus, whether it has something to do with you or not.
That was affecting Jaylen's.
Look. Whether it has anything to do with you or not.
It's the worst.
What I don't care. I don't care about his plus
more
minus.
minutes than Jaylen Brown and was only minus 6.
When you
5 more minutes.
Okay, so once again, real talk, I need to know, So you're saying this team is better without Jaylen Brown, right? We had got to that point. We had got to that conclusion. Well, okay. So then, what are you saying?
In game seven specifically, in a large sample size, no, they're not better with that. They're not better without Jaylen Brown. In game seven, them niggas was worse when Jaylen Brown was on the court, and you just gotta eat that. That's just a fact. You gotta eat that. They will
eat it,
okay,
hater.
you're right. Okay, you're right. Fine.
Eat it, hater.
You're right. So the whole 48 minutes that Derek White was out there shooting 3 for 30 had nothing to do with Jaylen Brown.
And he has a better plus minus than Jaylen Brown.
And that makes sense to you?
He played more minutes.
And that makes sense to you? And so based on that, you think you should continue to use you think you should continue to use plus minus as a way to show who's better or who's producing more on the court when there's 5 other motherfuckers out here that's impacting the plus minus of this game.
The 5 other motherfuckers, everybody else that played
4 other, my bad, 4
isn't as bad as Jaylen Brown. Derek White played 45
Nah, you're right, bro. You're right. This makes sense, bro. No, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense, bro. This makes sense. You're right. This makes sense. It does.
Your nigga was the worst nigga on the court.
You're right. It makes sense.
Eat it.
All right,
that makes a lot of sense. That does.
Yep.
Ox, if you need any extra utensils or anything, you don't need. You got it.
I don't.
Hey, I got this secret sauce over here. It's this special type of glaze. If you want to put that on that while you eating it, it'll make it taste a little better.
No, it's cool, bro. It's
cool.
I'm
good,
but I'm
all right, for sure.
I need whatever sauce football got. That's what I need. Whatever sauce football got, I need that sauce.
Jay, you good? All right. The next super chat.
Don't get involved with that nigga, Jay.
The next super chat is from Bob Solo. Cowboy Bob says 76ers versus Knicks. Wow, an awesome Maxey, Embiid, VJ, and Paul George. Who else can help the Sixers win? I feel this is a game of numbers, and the Knicks focus on controlling the time and possession. Keep the rock out of the 76ers' hands. Go New York, go.
Shout out Bob, man. And absolutely. And we're going to control the boards. Like, I don't think you guys understand the rebound disparity that's about to happen because they're not going to play Andre Drummond more minutes. And so if you have Tyrese Maxey, who had 11 rebounds in game 7, having to come out and even attempt to do that again, it's going to be a long series with Philly. So, whatever. I'll live with the Joel Embiid tough fadeaways and have him go 12 for 27 one night, 2 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row. And I'll live with that.
Dre Knows Ball said, just want to give my respects to Swiper. He put in work right after the Nuggets loss, and he was getting weird replies. Nuggets should have done the same thing. People who make fun of others in the gym are losers.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I know Swiper been there putting in work. And dudes that ain't touched the weight. And you know, since PE class, they sophomore year, be all on his comments talking crazy shit, talking about, oh, that's not even the right form. You need to do, you know.
It's not that. It's the fact that this nigga be in the gym in booty shorts, cleaning and jerking. That's what the problem is. But you know, we don't got time to get into all of that. Shout out to Swiper, man. He in the gym. He what'd you say, Oxy? Eating iron? Shout out to him.
But don't talk to me. Don't say shit to me.
Dub Ball Out Highlights said Swiper got all this energy to kill Jaylen Brown, not just Swiper, real talk too, but quiet as fuck when it came to talking about Jokic. Laughing my ass off. He's foaming at the mouth to kill JB. Shit is sickening.
Especially because now you got to assume that you think Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard played better than Jaylen Brown or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just don't get all this animosity for
you're not also part of the, like, you're using stats for yours as well to assume.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with stats. I didn't say I don't. I think that should go over your head. I've never had a problem with stats. I have a problem with basketball. I have a problem with basketball. I don't have a problem with stats.
So how good
did Jaylen Brown play
in Game 7?
What am I supposed to? How do I quantify that? What do you want to do? A scale of 1 to 10 or something?
How good did he play to you?
But how do I quantify that so that you can understand how good I think? Like, we're going a scale of 1 to 10. I think JB played probably like a 7. Maybe a 6.9.
There's no way Jaylen Brown got y'all ready to beef like this. And it's not beef. Beef is the wrong
It's
word.
not beef. It's just going back and forth at the way they try the way that they've done all season to try to discredit everything Jaylen Brown has done. It's just funny to me. Like, it's weird. Like they've gone to any stat they can find.
Oh, it's like them talking about swipers' weights.
It's they tried to turn Joe Mazzulla into the guru of basketball, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Instead of just acknowledging that Jaylen Brown be getting busy, the only time Real Talk gave Jaylen Brown any credit was to discredit Kawhi Leonard. That's how much of a hater this nigga is.
That's not true.
All right, y'all. I got to get to the next super chat.
This nigga creamed his draws talking about Jaylen. Oh, Jaylen Brown did this to Kawhi Leonard. Like, nigga, what?
I was just saluting them. Now I'm here to witness the ignorance.
All right.
He was probably like a 6.5. I won't go 7. He was probably like a 6.5 because he got to hit one of those shots at the end of that game.
Trent sent through $10 and said, Cade is one of them ones. Shout out to Tobias and Paulo also. And Asor's defense is ridiculous, but y'all seen Jamal Mosley being dismissed? Crazy, but we all seen it coming. Shout out Cade, man. Cade the issue.
Shout out to Tobias.
Oh, and speaking of which, Pistons is 6.
Do you think Jaylen Brown's better than K, Ox?
I think at certain points this season, yeah, he was. I would definitely say that, yeah. I think they got a different type of game though. K much better ball handler and stuff like that. So
I just think
we got
a better player.
We got a few new members. Marty Soper became a member today, and William Mapleton. It's quite the name. Shout out William Mapleton became a YouTube member too. Bob Solo sent through another $10 and said, at Dylan looking like he auditioning. He might be talking about Dion. At Dion looking like he auditioning for Bone Thugs and Harmony. Laughing my ass off. At Swiper, that's 2-1. That 2-1 Hawks video of you hating on the Knicks coaching about a week ago. Now I see why you were going with the Sixers. Go New York, go. Spanish Jose TV says, shout out to Jared Allen. He was a grown man amongst boys last night. I know the Nets are rolling in their grave, and James Harden need to be massaging his bunions.
Oh my God.
Rub them bunions, boy.
All right. Got more buckets sent through $9.99 and said, Tatum FC, y'all are turning into Jokic FC? Giannis ain't coming unless it is for Tatum, because that makes more sense. If Giannis goes to the Celtics, can y'all truly handle Tatum not being the best player?
Man, what the Celtics need to do is be happy that they didn't go anywhere past the first round this year. Their season is over. That's great. Go draft Baba Miller. That's it. That's your answer. Go draft Baba Miller. Shout out to all those that know. Go get Baba.
Shout out Baba. We got a few new members, some more members. Oliver Loke became a YouTube member. Retro Cam also joined up. Mob Ties 600 joined up, and Dorian Walker all became YouTube members. Salute to everybody this episode that became a member. Welcome to the family. Let's keep it pushing. Another member, Slat 5587 became a member. Shout out to Slat. Andrew Sai, I'll just call you Andrew Sai. Andrew Sai says, shout out to the panel, go Hawks. Yeah, you niggas is done, but shout out to the panel. And yeah, Sean 2148, you right, go Hawks. Sean 2148 became a member. Nicholas Astro also became a member, and Daniel Slime joined up as a member too. We got a lot of people joining up as members. Now is the time. If you aren't a member, go ahead and join up and become a member. Let me keep it pushing. Another $9.99 super chat from Luffy Gear 4th said, one of my star players talking about some let's go chat on a stream, gassing his block on Embiid when we lost game 7. Time to take another look at this team. Might be time for White and Mazzulla to go.
Yeah, it's time to turn Jaylen Brown into a better player.
I respect what he did personally. I wish more players would do that. Stay on your nuts. That's how you feel. Go on chat. Hey, we lost. I still hooped. And I'm going to stand on what I believe, which is that nigga be flopping. And they get some bad calls. I respect it.
The Anacon MN became a YouTube member. Shout out to Anacon. Bob Solo sent through another super chat and said, at Bomo, stop it, bro. You now talking, but Friday was quiet. You wait till the Knicks lose to say you right when the Knicks have a chance. Let's talk ball, nigga. Quit. This nigga flip-flop quiet and quit. Quiet when I bring facts, but time talking. Go New York, no, go.
What was I quiet about on Friday?
Did you
First of
lose
all,
your voice up here?
Last night I did. That members only stream was hilarious. I honestly did lose my voice laughing.
Crazy. Crazy.
You was up there too, Damo?
Yes.
Crazy members only stream.
I was up there.
Who was all there?
It was me,
Real Talk,
Damo,
Drench,
Jordan,
Mars,
Mars pulled up?
Crazy members only stream.
Ron,
Bell pulled up.
and then,
football,
and his cousin. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hey, football, I don't believe you, nigga. Hey, that was cousin them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that was the prop.
First of all,
this is hate. This is for sure hate.
Hey, real talk. If that was his cousin, them niggas live in Alabama. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't kicking around my cousins looking like that. It's just chilling like that. Wait a minute. Head ass. What? Not a cousin.
Yeah. How long? Y'all only went an hour?
Yeah, we went like hour 15.
I'm about to say I stayed for an hour, then I had to go. Wait,
Yeah, it was like hour 15.
Ron didn't tell you what happened?
No.
Man, wait to the stream in. Man, wait to the stream in. Wait to the stream in.
Hey, man. Hey, what happens in the members only streams stays in the members only streams. And also, show up as you are.
Please.
Show up as you are to these members only streams. But all right, it is a few members. Some more members that joined up. Now you guys have access to these members only stream because you're a member. The Black Ronin became a member. Miles Left also became a member. The Black Ronin literally became a member twice. Shout out to the Black Ronin. Saadi Mula. Shout out Saadi Mula became a YouTube member. TJ1331JT became a member as well. Lace Fi became a YouTube member. Almighty Scambo became a YouTube member. Rich Sanchez became a YouTube member. And Calvin Jerome Bruton also became a YouTube member. Shout out to all of y'all. Appreciate you for joining up. TG2anity said 16. What does that mean? 16 months, has been a member for 16 months, but what does 16 mean? Is that what he's talking about?
I think that's what he's talking about.
All right. Shout out to 16 months. Also, Majin KSYT just became a YouTube member, and Damon ID also became one. Shout out to all the new members. I got a few more super chats, and then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. If you haven't liked the video, you know what to do. Speaking of which, I'll save that one for last. Frank C said, great show today, fellas. Keep going. Keep up the good work, y'all. Jason Grillionaire, a Hall of Famer, said, can someone please explain to me why Maxey is not better than JB and Cat this year? I'm all ears.
He's not a better basketball player than Jaylen Brunson.
Can you explain to us? That's what he asked.
I think he had a good series hitting his mid-range shots against the Celtics in those last few games, but He usually struggles with that. Not as good of a self-creator as Jalen Brunson. He kind of requires some form of dribble, handoff, indoor screen. Not as good of a passer or playmaker as Jalen Brunson either. Jalen Brunson had a cold, what was it, like month and a half? And so I do think people got too low on him, in my opinion. But Jalen Brunson is still one of them ones on offense in the league. And Tyrese Maxey is a better defender, but like, to what extent does that actually matter when it's not like Tyrese is out there locking shit up or anything like that. He gets a few steals in the passing lane, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, can I say the same thing about the playmaking difference between those two? Like, I can say Jalen Brunson's a better passer and playmaker, but by how much if it's that low of a margin? In my opinion, like, I don't feel like the gap is big enough to make a difference between those two.
Well, I guess that would be where we disagree the most. I just think, Jalen Brunson for me is way better orchestrating offense than Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is like more of a weapon, where I feel like Jalen Brunson can be more of an orchestrator of an offense. So like two different roles, in my opinion.
That's fair. Also could be a cone.
All right, y'all. The last super chat that I'm gonna read today is from Nate X. My man Nate says, shout out the football breakdown after the first member stream. If you know, nigga, you know.
Hey man, I said it then I'll say it again. I may have felt however I felt about football up to that stream. but at 9:48 Eastern Standard Time, football became one of my top 5 niggas on this platform. I promise to God. I swear for God.
Hey, football, you all right with Dumbo?
You all right with me, gang? I ain't know that was
so football done done good for himself.
Hey,
that boy done did real good for himself.
Imagine
you throw a low post pass. You throw a low post pass and you expecting it to go to Hassan Whiteside. Like you throwing it down to Hassan Whiteside to do something, but he turned into Joel Embiid. You're like, whoa, I didn't expect all that. That's for me. Like I thought I was giving Hassan the ball to just do something. He did something, all right.
Check you out, football.
Shout out football breakdown. A few more people snuck in at the last second and became members today. Joe Sav 718 became a member. Context Clues became a member. Rail Wavy also became a member. And last but not least, Cameron H8159 became a member. Salute to everybody. It was a fun episode. It was a real episode. We got 2 games tonight, y'all. Lock in, tap in. We'll be back same time tomorrow. It's just probably going to be a better show. All right, y'all.
Peace. It's like